can you tell me? What can you tell me now? Okay, ladies.
You read what be 1.4 million, right?
I'm dying tonight. I want to move for anything. I want to move for
anything.
Can you want so much more, please?
One thing, one $1 count to pay for me.
Just so you know, if you say no is working before I mean, but if you could be a woman because it demanded you flow, as you must see me a Joe, a Joe to him, no. But it's another cheap pay directly a Joe. Hello?
Hello,
sir. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
How?
Fine, thank you, sir.
When you have this night?
That's what I'm saying. The money is now 1.4. You see?
When do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
When I not going to sleep here today, I will take this Baba to go.
Sorry, please.
Why Baba you tell you to give you money, you know go bring. He said don't have money for Baba, send her your own money.
I said he has asked me to talk to people and I've talked to them. If they are giving me the money, why I don't go bring them?
Okay, you want to waste my time, Harry?
No, besides they waste your time, oh.
Please. What is you can do now?
The thing where they are around, I'm trying to see if I can get it up to 2 million tomorrow. Make it come.
2 million.
We just get 1.4 now. You know, I told you in the afternoon when you called me, said the pin never, it don't go beyond it's less than 1 million. But now, it don't reach 1.4.
You and that 2 million, God will punish you.
Sorry, sir.
You hear me?
Sir, sorry.
You and that money, God will punish you and your family.
Sorry, sir.
They talk to me, they tell me say 2 million, Abi.
Sorry, sir.
Your brother, I don't tell me saying go give me 50 million, you go talk about 2 million. No, you go talk with that 2 million, not call this number tomorrow.
Sorry, sir.
And what you give me for that, sorry?
I just beg you now.
Now this is really hard to do for you.
I said the man where they there with you. Don't be say you get the money for hand. If you say you get where the money dey, maybe I go just go by there, I go pick up. The bank they take loan, they do the business. So for me now to get the money, I just talk to people to help us.
Listen, personally we give people for outside country, then go school. Who go give them money for that people who for the outside country?
Those friends where they outside country, I don't talk to them. They say they go call me. I never hear anything.
Okay. No, tomorrow. Not to call me.
I'll call you tomorrow morning.
Not to call me.
I'll call you tomorrow morning. Let's see what happens between now and tomorrow morning.
My blood no the flow, my hand don't tie. You don't tie my hand, no the flow.
Sorry. I beg, Oga. We go give you the money. Wait now. Let's go, sir. Ọlọ́run ó tu yín sílẹ̀, Ọlọ́run ó tu ẹ̀ sílẹ̀ ní sùúrù. Kò sówó ni.
Kò sówó tó lóde tó gbọ́dọ̀ tí bọ̀dá rẹ̀ ni wọ́n máa fún wa ní 50 million.
Àní ṣéwù ni ó fi ilẹ̀ nígbà tí ìṣe kò tó wá jẹ́ pé òun bá ráyè jáde ní ìsìn ṣe àpò yóò lọ àríyìn sí báǹkì.
Ok, kí n fi ẹ̀kọ́ wá lọ àríyìn owó fún mi kí n dúró dèrè àbí.
Ẹ má bínú ṣùgbọ́n ètò bá èmi àwọn èèyàn wọn tí mò ń pè wọn ò tí ì sẹ́ẹ̀dì kankan sí mi ni. Màá tún gbìyànjú.
Kí ni solution tẹ́lẹ̀ ká ti gbà? Ká pa ní àbí ká.
Ẹ má pa Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ kẹ́kẹ́ ẹja ojoyè apààyàn lọ́la láàárọ̀ ọ̀la nǹkan bá rí kákó wá. Mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ ràn wá lọ́wọ́ ni.
Kò lè kó sínú yìí fún ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ 20 yìí fún ìlú máa dẹ̀gbẹ́ kí ìyẹn tó wá dé wàhálà lè gbà torí tó ṣe bá ṣe fún.
ẹ dákun n kò síbi tó wọ yẹn wà ẹgbẹ́ yìí náà ẹ mọ bí ìlú ṣe rí.
ẹ mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀. ẹja pàmò yìí tábà pàmò yìí a máa wá wo ẹni tó máa jẹ owó yẹn ká wá kọ lẹ́sẹ̀ tó owó náà ká rí wọn kò lè jọ agbára wa ẹ mú amíní yẹn sí láfi èmi máa rí ká fi mú jẹ rẹ.
ẹ mọ bínú àní ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ìjọ wo rí ẹ jẹ́ pé bàbá tẹ rí bíi 3 tàbá rí 3 láàárọ̀ ọ̀la ẹ jẹ́ kó wá fún yín ọlọ́run ràn yín lọ́wọ́ ọlọ́run jẹ́ ẹ tó rẹ́ lù míì ẹ tó rí míì.
kò ní dáa fún yín.
ọ̀dà àmọ́ bínú.
kò lè ní dáa fún fámìlì yín gbèsè wáyé.
ẹ ṣe.
wọ́n sọ fún kò ìṣòro 20 ẹ̀ sọ fún ọ̀rọ̀ 3 àbí.
ṣé bí tówó bá wà ní nígbà tí ìṣe kówó yẹn wà.
ẹgbà ẹ sọ fún ọ̀dà yín kó má gẹ̀rẹ́ ń fẹ́ kó dé òru.
ẹ dákun.
Jẹ́ máa bẹ̀ wọ́n tó wọ̀nyí ìgbìyànjú everything.
dákun ẹ tún owó yà á rèé sí ẹ. ikú rẹ̀ ò ṣe yín láǹfààní. ikú rẹ̀ ò ṣe yín láǹfààní. ẹ dákun.
ìsọ̀nbọ̀ mi.
sá.
ikú rẹ̀ tẹ́ ń lọ́rùn torí kò ṣòwò nìkan nìyàn tí bá bá lónìí màá tún lọ gbé ìlú mi tí òun ò bá kú.
ó ṣe yín láǹfààní.
ó ṣe yín láǹfààní ọ̀rọ̀ láì. ṣé dáàbì mi ni.
owó yẹn ló ṣe yín láǹfààní ẹ jẹ́ ká dùn bí ó ti wulẹ̀ kó kéré mọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká wá ká sì pín yín kẹ̀sì fi ilẹ̀ kó lè lọ tọ́jú ara ẹ̀.
kò ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ fílọ̀ fún even kò ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ 20 ò lè gbà lọ́wọ́ mi.
20 kò sí ni tó bá ń bẹ kí ló dé.
mi ò lè gbà tó bá wà mi ò lè gbà 50 yẹn tó bá di 5 naira mi ò lè gbà. owó ìdánwò fún mi jọ.
ẹ dákun ẹ bá ń tú òkun tó wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ kí ẹ fẹ́ kó lálàáfíà ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ikú rẹ̀ ò ṣe yín láǹfààní sẹ́.
ẹ wá tó
ẹ dákun mi ì sọ kì í ṣàgídí mú bá yín lò.
àní ẹ wá tó.
àní ẹ dákun.
àní ẹ wá tó sẹ́yìn.
mo ń bẹ̀ yín ni.
bàbá yìí bó ṣe wà yẹn kò láǹfààní ẹja pa fún yín.
ṣé gbòòdì ò ṣe ní láǹfààní kò ṣe láǹfààní fún wa.
kí ni àǹfààní rẹ̀?
ṣé mọ̀ pé tó bá yẹ kó bá kò láǹfààní fún wa ní àní máa dààmú báyìí.
dààmú náà tó bá jẹ́ pé dààmú ẹ tẹ̀ máa àríjì owó náà.
ṣé mọ̀ pé kankan láti àtàtà fi rówó kì í ṣe pé owó yẹn ń bẹ lé ẹ dákun.
ok ẹ lọ ta nǹkan tó fẹ́ ta ọ̀dọ̀ ọ̀fẹ́ lọ́jọ́ owó yẹn ṣe ní iná.
ẹni tí tá a bá là ta nǹkan ẹni tí ó sanwó fún wa ṣèbí yóò ṣá fún wa lówó náà. mo ti ṣe tá a ti fẹ́ talẹ̀ àrílẹ̀ ààrẹ ni tí ó sáré fún wa lówó.
kò sí wàhálà yẹn ò ní problem. mi ò lè sùn bí ìgbà níbi tí bàbá rẹ gbọ̀dá rẹ wà ẹjẹ ń pa tó bá dùn ọ̀la a máa jọ sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ sọ. tó bá ṣe nọ́mbà ṣọ sí mi tó bá ṣe nọ́mbà ṣọ á pè ẹjọ. ẹjọ máa gbé máa ṣọ. tàbí tí wọ́n pè mí voice number is my voice wọ́n sẹ́yìn kó pè mí ní ìsìnjọ ọjà.
Oda.
How many minutes am I friend?
Definitely 30 minutes.
30 minutes to go to my phone. 30 minutes.
Ebi máa ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ ni, máa ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ní kókó yìí ni.
30 minutes to go to.
Ṣé àwọn bẹ́ẹ̀ ọ̀dà mo ti gbọ́, ẹ̀dí láàrin bí ìṣẹ́jú mẹ́wàá.
Mo ti fún ẹ 10 minutes tó bá kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀ máa pa fóònù yẹn.
And a very good morning, and let us say welcome once again to our morning conversation. My name is Olawumi Koiki. Mo kí gbogbo wa níbikíbi tí ẹ bá ti ń gbọ́ wa tí ẹ ti ń wò wá káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé. Ẹ wo àkọlé ètò tí a fẹ́ ṣe lénìí ká lè fi béèrè láàrin ara wa. Are you still sure that Nigeria is for you? You might literally now be so much engaged with the Premier League, like some of you, but the reality on ground is bigger than Premier League. Níbi tó ti ń gbá Premier League, àlàáfíà wà fún wọn. There's enough security. The probability before somebody will be kidnapped and by terrorists in this country is very, very low. This is not the time for us to be joking around with Yoruba nation and with the terrorism happening in Nigeria. Gbogbo focus should not be out of what we are doing. We should not even have anything to do with any sport activities that is happening right now, because that's another distraction to us. I mean, our focus point now is, what will you do? As we are asking ourselves, a lot of people will say, Eloshe this, Eloshe that. You know, all this is not the reality. The reality is each individual can destroy Nigeria quietly. Cherry the Basha and if contact the Koiki, if you wa Watan Soro, if you wa Baba Kitoye, to me it's just as safe that we are not ready. That is a negotiation between a terrorist and a diaspora, a Yoruba man. He was kidnapped the same day. I know some of you are probably wondering all kind of thought in your mind. Akoleni, well, it's always what we say. But one thing I can say is, this terrorism is not going to go out of Nigeria, even if an election hold in Nigeria. So, but before we go further, like I said, today and tomorrow will be the last day for the Yoruba Anthem Challenge. You can do your video and tag them on their Twitter handle, which is Yoruba Nation CH. And the person that wins will collect 100,000 naira, the second 50, and the third 25. We have this one that I'm going to listen to, which is the one that we've been using from our children. If you know how to sing it, sing along with us. Yeah, Kagbega, 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 Faleri, Ìgbàgbọ́ pé láti bẹ̀rù làbọ̀ mọ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká jọlá, ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira, ní kẹ̀jẹ́ ká máa lépa, tẹ̀síwájú, ọ̀pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára, ọmọ Oòduà dìde, bọ́ sí ipò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ, ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀, ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Àwa ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Ẹ fún mi another few minutes. Let's listen to this. Yorùbá nation làwa ń bá lọ lóko ìgbà. Àlọ́ àwa ò ṣe mọ́. Àlọ́ àwa ò ṣe mọ́. Yorùbá nation làwa ń bá lọ lóko ìgbà. Ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ pàpà Nàìjíríà ìrọ̀ ńlá ni. Amalgamation 1914 ìrọ̀ bàláwù ni. Nigeria is our country ìrọ̀ ńlá ni. Nigeria you go better ìrọ̀ ńlá ni. Ojú wa ti là á ti gbọ́ àlọ́, ojú wa ti là á ò ṣerú Fúlàní mọ́ o, Yorùbá nation tiwantiwa òun gangan là ń fẹ́. Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá àtàtà, ojúlówó ọmọ káàárọ̀ oòjíire, gbogbo ọ̀tọ̀kùnú mọ́jọ́ bàjẹ́ pátápátá. Èéṣe láàfin káwọ́ gbéra, láàfin wòran. Àsìkò tá a gbọ́dọ̀ gbé gbèsè lọ́dẹ́lẹ̀ yìí o. Nítorí ó ti dolúwo kókó tí mo rí wo mọ́rí.
gbogbo ẹ̀yin tó darapọ̀ mọ́ Yorùbá nation yìí. Ṣùgbọ́n bẹ́ẹ̀ tí sọ́dọ̀ ṣèlú lẹ́tà fún gbogbo aráyé. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin èkó nílẹ̀ àlìkámà. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin agbọ́dẹ ní epo rò fẹ́ yẹ. Ẹgbẹ́ o tọrọ Ọlọ́run ní kí n wí fún yín wípé ó ní kì yóò dára fẹ́nìyàn búburú nítorí pọ́ńtọ́jì kì í tí kò lè fọjọ́ rẹ̀ bù. Èyí tó túmọ̀ sí wípé òkìkí lẹ jẹ́ nínú àwọn Yorùbá nation yìí kì yóò sì dára fún yín. Bí alárọ̀ bá ní kó yẹ yín, aládọ̀ sì ní jọ dára fún yín. Ẹ ṣòfò tọmọtọmọ ẹ gbára Ọlọ́run bàbá òkè. Òfò lómi ẹ̀fọ́ tiẹ̀ ẹ ṣòfò dànù ní tọmọtọmọ. Elédùmarè bàbá mi òkè yóò nà yín lẹ́ka. Ẹ ó máa yàgbẹ́ sára sáni. Àyàfi tẹ́ bá ronú pìwàdà. Ilẹ̀ ti lè bọ́ nínú ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀gbẹ́ yìí. Mo ti mọ̀ wí ó dàṣẹ lórúkọ Ọlọ́run bàbá òkè. À ń lọ àwa ò ṣe mọ́. À ń lọ àwa ò ṣe mọ́. Yorùbá nation làwa ń bá lọ lóògbé bá. À ń lọ àwa ò ṣe mọ́. À ń lọ àwa ò ṣe mọ́. Yorùbá nation làwa ń bá lọ lóògbé bá. Ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ pàpà Nàìjíríà irọ́ ńlá ni. Amalgamation 1914 irọ́ báláú ni. Nigeria is our country irọ́ ńlá ni. Nigeria you go better irọ́ ńlá ni. Ọgọ́rùn ọdún ní kò sí yẹ̀tọ̀ tún bàjẹ́ ni. Ojú wa ti là á ti gbọ́ àná. Ojú wa ti là á ò ṣerú Fúlàní wọn o. Yorùbá nation tiwantiwa òun gangan là fẹ́. Sponsored by Black Lion Jimmy Boy.
A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ bàbá wa Jimmy Boy fún that very powerful I'm sure a lot of you know who is Jimmy Boy. One man mopo lẹ́gbọ́n yẹn àwọn èèyàn ń gbàgbàkúgbà bó dẹ̀ ṣe láti rí náà nìyẹn. Ṣe rí mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí mo fi tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀ mo fi kí Ọlọ́run ọba tí ó ń fún wa ní ọ̀rọ̀ sọ. Nítorí pé tí kò bá fún wa ní ọ̀rọ̀ sọ there is probability that gbogbo tá à ń ṣe kò ní lè bọ́ sí. Mo kí wa nílé mo kí wa lóko and I hope all the volume because I'm using my mobile phone for the streaming and I hope you can hear me loud and clear. Bear with us, I'm a genie, so the sound might be a little bit but a balance along the line. I'm not going to be mentioning names. I just want us to focus on the conversation. We must not do the same mistake to what Shenigba Nedeko after the killing of the late Chief M.K. Abiola. The impression of a lot of Yoruba people is Ejeki Moko ki baba wa Professor Banja Kitoye Moki Dada Moki baba wa Adeniran Moki Chief Mamule Yoruba Moki baba wa Woli Gege Oju Moki Chief Sunday Adeyemo Igbowo Osha Moki Yawa Onitiri. She'll be coming on Wednesday, but I'll be giving more details on which of the platform she'll be coming. But she already told me she'll be live with us next week, Wednesday. So you'll be getting more update from me and probably Ijile and the other medias. Adúpẹ́lẹ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ bá wa fi ọkàn bá ètò lọ lórí platform Yèyé Dára lánàá. Ẹ bá lọ subscribe sí new YouTube channel wọn tí wọ́n pè ní let me quickly check that YouTube channel. I think it's Omoluabi. Where's my history? Let me come back here. Once again, a very good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the globe you're watching us from. My name is Olayomi Koiki. The time is just 21 minutes past 9 a.m. Tebalo Sori. Yeah, got a YouTube channel here. Hello, sorry, Yeye Omoluabi Atata. Hello, subscribe. I think we have about 345. I expect that to push up if truly. Sherry, Yoruba Nation, I understand we've heard a lot of things, we've listened to a lot of things, and some of them, depending on the love you have for each one of us, you could be a bit angry. But that is not the reason for us not to move forward as people. Fulani Lambaja Abarawajao. There's probability that we will not get it right among ourselves. But Fulani Tambaja kò ń ṣe Fulani tó kidnap èèyàn sínú igbó nìkan. Fulani tí ó ti make economy ilẹ̀ Yoruba not to prosper, apart from giving preference to few Yoruba people. Ẹ lọ subscribe sórí Yèyé Ọmọlúàbí Àtàtà. I will come back on that page. It doesn't matter when I spend 4 hours here, I will go back and check it. So that I will expect every one of us that is here today to also go and subscribe on that YouTube channel. You will not hear about Yoruba Nation on any media in Nigeria. So that means you rely only on us to deliver the message as we can tell you, and we will tell you at different time zones. I don't have any time anymore. When I'm live, I'm live. I don't give any time that I'm going to be on, because there's a lot that is happening and I can come online at any time. And likewise, our team that are working with us in Yoruba land. But one thing I want us to remember is there's a lot of danger ahead if we put sentiment to it. Mo kí gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ kọ̀ọ̀kan tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ lọ́tùn lósì. Màmá sọ pé lọ́jọ́ ikú erin, níjọ́ ikú erin, elephant, oríṣiríṣi ọ̀bẹ ló máa yọjú. If we go and put the same sentiment tí wọ́n lọ ṣe nígbà Nàdẹ́kò when MK Abiola was killed in when was he killed? Please help me for those of you that are watching us. The whole Yoruba land was bittered, angry, upset. As at that time, 1998, I left the country that same year. The expectation, Ashigani Yawa Pastor Mo, as at that time was, we should leave Nigeria and have our own independent, autonomous, sovereign nation. But one thing a lot of us don't understand is there is a lot behind Nigeria that we do not know. Even myself. And we will never know everything behind Nigeria, because they are all shrouded in darkness. Was it 97? Abiola was killed, or 98? Because there's a two different year that is running on the timeline. But whatever it is, MK Abiola was killed. But it will be good if we know the exact year. I can Google it, but if people are saying 98 or 97, it shows that we don't even know exactly when our own hero. He might have his own issues, which we cannot deny. But the democracy that they are enjoying in Nigeria today, he sacrificed for it, and not the democracy he wanted. So, 98, MK Abiola died. There was a lot of anger, upset among not just Nigeria, not just Yorubas. 7th of July, 1998. Okay. If we do the same mistake now by not finishing this job and just put sentiment that Nichoripe Tinubu is a Yoruba man and we should just ignore it. I'm not talking to those àwọn tí wọ́n fẹ́ kí Yoruba nation kó wáyé. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àtẹ̀ máa ní kò sí tó kàn wọ́n. That's fine. Tá bá ń sọ pé kò sí tó kàn wá, there's no problem in that. at least ó kan àwa kan la ṣe ń sọ pé kí Yorùbá kó ní independence tiẹ̀. Tabadẹ̀ wo lọ náà ká gbé yẹ̀wò ká wo gbogbo in tó ń lọ within this particular global world. Mo rò pé ó ti pọ̀ jù tí ìran Yorùbá náà bá sọ pé òun fẹ́ dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè. But let me say this, the British government is not going to give us that like that. The British government knows this game more than me and you. They've been on this. Wọ́n mọ̀ pé ní àsìkò kan, ní ìgbà kan, ní sàwáwò kan, a máa dìde, a máa fẹ́ claim ẹ̀tọ́ wa padà. And the British are good in this. The British government will push everything to other countries around the world that they should not allow Nigeria to break. And the only other country that they might probably be talking more to is France and America. And they will do that so that they'll give all kind of reasons. They will say there will be war law, there will be all kind of things to Nigeria break. There will not be unity. They will tell the other countries quietly behind closed door that they are aware of agitation in Nigeria. Don't think that the British, the Americans, and the international community are not all aware of the current situation in Nigeria. They are fully aware. They are fully aware. But we, the Yorubas, are not preparing for the eventualities. And what are the eventualities? The eventualities that as we are pushing for the Yoruba nation, are we also putting it at the back of our mind that the international community that would not want the breakup of Nigeria, what are we going to do? And how do we react to that? I will leave that for each of us to jẹ́ ká kó máa gbé nínú wa. Ẹ má bínú pé there's a lot of English in the conversation. Ṣé rí pé kí Yorùbá kó dá dúró kò ń ṣẹnu lásán la fẹ́ fi ṣe. Ó easy ká máa sọ pé Yorùbá nation now either by writing it out or ká máa sọ lẹ́nu. But ǹjẹ́ a ti gbáradì pé gbogbo nǹkan tó bá máa gbà pé kí ìrìn àjò yìí kó bọ́ sí, ǹjẹ́ à ń prepare in our mind? Well, one thing I want us ti máa ń sọ ni pé àwa la ní ilẹ̀ yẹn. And if I look from what I've put on my website, it will give me the countdown that I work with, which has been there for the last 2 years. As of today, Lenny, 6th of August 2022, ní aago mẹ́sàn-án àbọ̀ láti London tí mo ti ń bá wa sọ̀rọ̀. Ó kù 188 days before election in Nigeria 2023. I know a lot of people are saying, ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ declare. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ declare. But ipa wo ni wọ́n fi kó as at the time that would happen? What sacrifice would you give? And to what extent of that sacrifice? Sacrifice comes in different forms and shapes. Sacrifice could mean your own money. Sacrifice could mean your own talents that you have at the moment to make that actualization at a time that they will call that call for us to do whatever needs to be done. Sacrifice could mean that some of us will find one way or the other and buy some of the equipment. Sacrifice will mean that we remain loyal to this cause. A lot of the Yorubas at home are seeing this election as another merry dancing, because everywhere they go, it is all the dance, the music. But a lot of us are watching the future ahead. This future, sorry, will come like that. And if we do not take back our land, we might never see that future that we are all asking for. And this is why I'm asking the question. If you look at my write-up, we need to tell ourselves the truth. Nigeria is not for us Yoruba people. Since British joined us together till date, what benefits us with the fake amalgamation? We must say no to 2023 election, and it is time to dissolve Nigeria and allow the new nation to emerge. This is not going to be an easy task. What I've written here. The only reason Toshimawa is in Ikwe, if everybody play a role, it will then become very easy for us. But if we all refuse to play our own role within the capacity of what you can do, rather than expecting more people to do more, but yet you want to sit back and wait, the journey will go a long way. But since the gbogbo ti sọ pé a fẹ́ jẹ́ kí ìrìn àjò yìí kó pẹ́ ju bó ṣe yẹ lọ, whether we believe in the spiritual messages or not, the indices in Nigeria today shows that Nigeria is not for the Yoruba people. But what they've done quietly is they've made it to pretend to the Yoruba people that ẹ má worry, ṣebí Tinubu ti wà níbẹ̀ nísìn, ó máa lọ di president, á ṣe Nigeria bí a ṣe fẹ́. And the gullible Yorubas, and when I say the gullibles, I'm even talking about those that you expect to understand the consequence of what is about to be played out again. They are saying that without the power in the center, you cannot get Yoruba nation. Báwo lè ṣe fẹ́ gba Yoruba nation tí agbára ò sí lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́? Ẹ ṣe jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ gba agbára náà ká tó máa sọ ọ̀rọ̀ Yoruba nation. Ẹ ṣe jẹ́ kí Tinubu lọ náà. And this is what they want to do to destabilize the real conversation that we can go away now. Thank you so much, Prince Adebolu. But taba jókòó padà sẹ́yìn ká gbé yẹ̀wò. We say time to ká tó máa play politics lélẹ̀. In the midst of everything that is happening during this period, I expect that every Yoruba should say they've had enough. I am not scared of whatever the consequence is going to happen. But what about you? Are you prepared in your mind? Are you preparing somebody else for whatever the consequence and how long it might last? Nothing has happened yet. But in our mind, ǹjẹ́ a gbà pé interfaith gbà yìí, we are prepared for the consequence of whatever will come out of it, so that we can get and reclaim back our right peacefully. But at the back of our mind, I know it will never be peaceful. Not everybody will play the same role, like I say. But one thing I can assure us is we must all be ready to play a lot of role together. Some of the roles that we will play together will give us the Yoruba nation that we are demanding and reclaiming back. A lot of Yorubas want the United Nations to be the power broker, so that they will be able to tell us as at when, at what time, according to UN, that we must dissolve Nigeria. For me, that it's going to go a long way. If we go through that route, we anduro pe ki United Nations kó wá làjà tó wà nílẹ̀, it will go a long way. We might be looking at another 10 years. But if we say that between now and the next 188 days, we will not give room again to an election to hold in Yoruba land, that shows that United Nations will be forced to reckon with our request, demand to reclaim back our right. The expectation that a lot of people will follow Yoruba nation, we wọ́n máa tẹ̀lé Yoruba nation, wọ́n máa fún wa ní gbogbo tá fẹ́, because tẹ́ bá wo Nigeria àti ilẹ̀ Yoruba precisely, we're talking about nothing less than 20 million plus or thereabout Yorubas that will probably. Thank you so much, Prince Tunde Adebolu. There's 20 million precisely Yorubas, probably in that territory or that particular part of the location, that will probably not give us the support that we are looking for. We need the numbers as well. And this is where I'm going to now say we must prepare everybody for the mega rally. The mega rally that we have been told that is going to come up very soon. We don't know when. We don't know when it's going to be called. But that rally must be one of the best that the world have seen before. But what role are you playing behind the scene to speak to people within your own community? Don't leave that to the media. Ẹ má fi yẹn fún media pé kí media ló máa wá bá ṣe máa sọ fún gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wa nípa mega rally. A lot of people are saying that, wọ́n ì tí gbọ́ Yorùbá nation tó. I agree to some extent. But one thing is, if we continue to live in that denial, we will come up every day with all atrocity, just as the audio Takoko play at the beginning of this broadcast, that our uncle, father, the kidnapping will not stop. There was another kidnapping in Adamawa from Otolawashe. He was kidnapped and he's been killed. There will be more killings from the kidnappers, terrorists that have already invaded our land. Our governors are not ready to protect. They might tell you that they are protecting, but governors cannot buy AK-47 as the same kind of equipment that the same terrorists are using for Amotekun. I don't think whether you know. Pump rifle. that is not a AK-47 or AK-49. So each time támọ̀tẹ́kùn bá jáde, lótìtọ́ wọ́n ní tìbílẹ̀, but they do not have the same firepower like the terrorists. And it is because the way the country is as it is right now does not empower the governor to purchase and buy AK-47 and train those that needs to use it and go after the terrorists. And the question then is, are we all going to sit back and allow the same politicians to just continue what they are doing as if our lives does not matter? There's other atrocity, Tonshele, within the Yoruba land. But the major one that we are concerned about is the land that is now being taken over. They're talking about the deep port sea. I don't think some of you understand that what they are doing is, as they are putting terrorists within the rural and now coming out to the urban area, they are gradually also taking back the economy that is meant to be for the Yoruba people and then taking it back. And that is the reason why some sort of waterways and all these things and all that. But what effort are we going to put in place? We have been putting those efforts in place. We are not tired and we will never get tired. But what about you is the question I'm asking. Igbowo is not going to be the only one on this journey. And likewise, Babakitoye, Iyonitiri, and the rest of them that are working tirelessly day and night. Role when you will not play. It is easy when we open the phone line and everybody call in and say this and say that. But are you doing something behind the scene? Or you just want to call into the program and just let us hear your view? I cannot play all the role alone. Mr. Koike, media you know, show. I said, okay. But what about we, the individuals, Tati Montafe? At least give and take, we have as evidence 5 million Yoruba people that have said that we are ready. But is those 5 million going to be fully ready up to the last day as the time is getting thick on a daily basis? Or we will also see 5 million that will then drop to 2 million. The Yoruba nation that we are talking about must now become a fight to finish. Let me come back to the Western world. The Western world are already having secret meetings across the globe on Nigeria. They'll be having all kinds of meetings in case of the eventualities. But for that eventuality to happen, we must be ready to trigger it. I think we become much more react when things happen. And the moment that things have faded away, it cool down the body again and we move on. I know that as our father, Baba Kitoye, have said continuously, that our struggle will be taken without a bloodshed. I tend to ask myself, how feasibility would that be? How is it going to happen that we can claim back our rights without seeing the blood flow? I'll leave that for you to also be thinking. at the back of our mind. But the priority now is we should all buckle up, stand up, and be prepared, because nobody from the international community, most of important, want Nigeria to break. Nigeria is their cash cow. They have stakeholders in Nigeria. We are talking about from OPEC to World Bank to all these organizations that you are all looking at. All these organizations do not want Nigeria to break. But we must tell them, Nigeria will break. And for us to do that, we must prepare to take it back by force. Ṣé Fúlàní ló ní power tó yẹn to deceive us that tẹ́ bá gbé ọwọ́ kọ́wọ́, we will deal with you all? I say they don't have that power. All they are doing is one shakarawa, one threaten wa. But they know that this is not as it used to be. And this is not the Nedeko time. More people are becoming more wiser. We have to be organized. And when I say we have to be organized, it means that you and me would have to play all kind of role. We can use technology to bring down Nigeria, but some are still asking how. We have people that have that capacity, the capacity to do that, using technology to destabilize that system that is there. Some might ask, I was watching a program, somebody, we get a lot of things sent to me. And I was told to go and watch a documentary that I did watch yesterday on a documentary I want Solomon Island, something of such. I don't know why it's not my history anymore. It was very powerful. I learned one or two things from there as well. Something Solomon Island, the documentary. It's all about, the build up. It's called the build up. No, 13 minutes. It's only 20-minute clip. It's called the build up to Solomon Island coup in 2000. But the reason why people ask me to watch something like this is so that we can have an inside understanding. I know a lot of us don't want us to be talking about a lot of things, and we will try not to. But we must be really, really prepared in our mind that we are not joking and we want to take back the Yoruba land from the invaders. British government, and I will always come back to them, have used the North against the South, West and the Southeast and the Middle Belt. And they are prepared to do the same thing again as election is coming. We must tell the British government, not by going to number 10 Downing Street and be shouting, by going to Parliament, no. We must tell the British government from our own territory that this land belongs to us and do not belong to you anymore. As far as British government sees Nigeria, it still belongs to them, indirectly. And that is why they want to take the big shot in whatever is happening in Nigeria today. But how do we do that if we are not ready for a lot of collateral damage? Those collateral damage would only start to happen. And I want you to hear me very well. I'll repeat myself again. The collateral damage that will start to happen must start just after whatever the outcome of the mega rally that is about to start. We must be prepared for a lot of collateral damage. I'm not going to give too much of what are going to be the collateral damage. That also is your own responsibility to go and look across the Yoruba land today. Send people if you have to. Do all the investigation. I'm not going to be the one to do that. And just after the mega rally, if we review the mega rally and we realize that the mega rally was a rally that went ahead, but we were given a lot of hard time from after the time the mega rally is going on, which nobody knows the date. We must be ready for collateral damage. If truly we want to go. Tí a bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ rally yẹn, I don't know how long the rally will last. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 7 weeks. As we saw what I told you, Lori Show, Yeyedara Lano. France was shut down for 7 weeks in 1968. Are we ready to shut down Yoruba land? We're not talking about Nigeria now. We are talking about to ground everything, including the factories, the operation of anything within Southwest. We're not talking about the North, the Middle Belt, the Southeast. But we should have it at the back of our mind that we want to shut it down for 7 weeks. Whatever how we see the reaction during the mega rally. Seven weeks I've given to shut down the Yoruba land. But this job would have to be a collective effort. To shut down the Yoruba land for 7 weeks means that we need everybody on board. From Kwara to Kogi, from Kogi to Ondo State, from Ondo to Ekiti State, Ekiti to Osun State, Osun coming back to Oyo, Oyo to Lagos, Lagos to Ogun State. That means all the southwest of Nigeria must be ready to be shut down should the federal government unleash havoc on us during the mega rally. You might not have enough time because I don't know when they will call the rally. And if we're going to shut down the country for 7 weeks, we must all start preparing something behind within our capacity to your networks back home. Because there'll be 7 weeks of a lot of things that will probably not be the way it used to be. So let us put that at the back of our mind. If we can shut down Nigeria for 7 weeks, non-stop, it will be violent. There's no doubt in my mind about that. But the reason why it will be violent is, should the government, using the same Yoruba politicians, come after us during that rally, our not going to prepare for everything within us. We must be ready. And that's the message I want to pass this morning. It is not a difficult one, but we must be prepared. The British are moving, they're mobilizing. They will move some of their special force close to Nigerian borders very soon. And likewise other countries. They'll be moving quietly, discreetly. They will tell you they're just going for a training mission somewhere in Africa. But as soon as I pick up any movement of the British saying that they are going for a drill close to Nigeria, I will let you know. And if you know in advance as well, or you cite anything, let me know. That is their preparation for whatever they are also preparing for in Nigeria. What will be their main area? Should we say in Southwest today that we are going to shut down the country? The British government would like to guarantee the North certain things to continue to operate that will favor the North against us. I will not say some of those things on air. I will leave that to myself. What we are fighting for is deep, more than just coming to sit on air and some of you just listening. We are fighting for our survival now. And if we do not get it right, it will backfire on every one of us. And the Fulani will take over the land, and they will tell the United Nations and the rest of the world that they will not give it back to us. So we are better off to fight it now so that they do not take it away from us. This is not the time to be carried away. This is the time tá gbọ́dọ̀ jókòó lẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan nínú kọ̀rọ̀nù yàrá wa bí a ṣe ń bẹ Ọlọ́run ká máa gbáradì, ká máa prepare gbogbo ohun tí a bá lè ṣe pátápátá lọ́tùn lósì, pé ohun tí à ń gbé dání a gbọ́dọ̀ gbà padà lọ́wọ́ àwọn amúnisìn. Amúnisìn yẹn tí wọ́n ń lò wọ́pọ̀, àwọn Yorùbá politician ni wọ́n ń lò tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún North, tí North ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún àwọn òyìnbó. Àwa ní ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kàn, kò kúkú kan àwọn ọmọ òyìnbó. Ẹ̀yin ò ṣe jẹ́ káwa náà jà ìjà ìtọ́ tó dáa ká lè gba ara wa kúrò lọ́wọ́ ìjọba amúnisìn. Election ò lè solve situation tó wà nílẹ̀. In tó lè solve ẹ̀ ni pé kólúkálukú máa lọ, ká dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè tí Ọlọ́run ti dá sílẹ̀ yẹn tẹ́lẹ̀ kó tó di pé wọ́n gbà kúrò lọ́wọ́ wa. Èèyàn kọ̀ọ̀kan nù wa, àtọmọdé, àtàgbàlagbà, àtàrúgbó. Don't expect me to be the one to do the job alone. Don't expect Baba Kitoye. Don't expect Iyonitiri. Don't expect as many of them alone to do it. It is a collective effort. They are just leading us, and they are leading us to the right direction. No APC can stop us if we all are determined. No PDP can stop us if we are all determined. Not even the Labour Party, not even the G7, not even all the members of the United Nations. The concern is about us, not about them. Àwa ni ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ń kàn, kò kí ń ṣàwọn. Àwa ni ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ń bá ló ń dùn, kò ń ṣàwọn international community. Báwo la ṣe máa san gbèsè? Báwo ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ sówó wa? Gbogbo àwọn yẹn, nǹkan kéékèèké láwọn yẹn o. Ṣé rí gbogbo yìí tẹ̀ ń sọ yẹn? Àwọn nǹkan tá lè dé pẹ̀lú lórí round table láàrin ara wa ní gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pátápátá. Àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tó ń sọ pé àwọn ò ní gbọ́, àwọn ò ní gbà. We must be ready to tell them to their face. Not pé à ń bá wọn jà, but pé n ta gbé dání. If it got to be that for now, a máa wojú ara wa, let us tell them to their face. No sentiment. N ta gbé dání ó wúwo gan. They don't know the consequence of continuing to say pé ká lọ máa dúró fún Nigeria again. The more tabawa locks into Nigeria, the more la máa wà nínú wàhálà. And that is why we must be ready not to fight them, but a gbọ́dọ̀ wojú wọn. And it doesn't matter even if it's your own blood relation. I have a lot of my blood that are in APC and PDP. And they know me, they're watching me. I'm a Babami. They're part of the parties. But what we are talking about is bigger than APC. APC was just a merged political party. Yoruba Kingdom, kò ń ṣe pé wọ́n merge gbogbo wa la fi di Yoruba people. Ilẹ̀ yẹn ti wà, tó ti ń bẹ, tó ti wà in existence prior to today. So a gbọ́dọ̀ fún ní gbogbo èròjà tó bá fẹ́ kí a lè fi activate gba ilẹ̀ yẹn padà, ká lè dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìran ọmọ aládé tọ́lọ́run ṣe fún wa. Bó tó bá ṣe ń sọ pé torí pé family ẹ̀ kan wà lára àwọn ẹgbẹ́ APC, àbí ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀ wà níbẹ̀, àbí pé tí wàhálà bá ṣẹlẹ̀ ó máa taba àwọn tí wọ́n ń ṣe APC, ó bẹ́tà ká jẹ́ kí ó taba wọ́n kí gbogbo wa wá padà létà lẹ́yìn ìgbà tá a bá ti dá dúró tán ká yanjú ẹ̀. Nítorí pé tẹ bá ní ká fi sentiment sí, that means that we are all saying that a fẹ́ lọ ṣe election 2023. And the question tí mo fẹ́ béèrè lénìí nísìn ni pé ṣé a fẹ́ lọ ṣe election 2023 ni àbí a fẹ́ gba ilẹ̀ wa padà? Àti pé tá bá ní a fẹ́ gba ilẹ̀ wa padà, we are talking about 188 days from today. It is not too much and it is not too long. Ẹ lè máa rò pọ́jọ́ yẹn pé ó ń tick kọ́lọ́n kó fún gbogbo alẹ́mìí gígùn àtàlàáfíà kí a lè fi dé ilẹ̀ ìlérí tá à ń sọ yìí. But tí a bá ti ń sọ pé ṣó máa ṣe é ṣe nínú ọdún tó ń bọ̀ àbí ṣó máa ṣe é ṣe nínú ọdún yìí, that means we are not ready to go. And as long as tá bá ti ń sọ yẹn, whether it is said within ourselves or those that disagree with us, even though àwọn kan agree to some extent, àwọn kan tó ń wà nílé tó tẹ̀ ń ṣe APC, tó ń ṣe PDP, tó ń ṣe Labour Party, wọ́n agree to some extent, but some of them wọ́n ti ń fi sentiment sọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀. And that sentiment is ó máa ní backlash fún àwa tí a ní a fẹ́ lọ. A fẹ́ lọ kò ń ṣọ̀rọ̀ a kàn ń sọ as a comment. Àbọ̀rọ̀ mi yẹn nísìn. ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí ọ̀rọ̀ tó deep tí gbogbo agbọ̀rọ̀ tó lọ sùn lé lórí pé bí ọjọ́ yẹn ṣe ń súnmọ́ we are not going to force our leaders to determine what and when time. Kọ́lọ̀ declare lẹ́ni àbọ̀là àbọ̀túnla kọ́là ń sọ. Ǹjẹ́ wọ tí ò ń sọ yẹn gan, ǹjẹ́ wọ náà ti lọ ń gbáradì fún declaration yẹn? Àbí o kàn ní ká lọ declare? Ǹjẹ́ wọ gan ti ń gbáradì pé tí wọ́n bá declare ìgbésẹ̀ wo lèmi máa gbé? Kí lèmi máa ṣe? Because we're talking about a land that is vast. À ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ilẹ̀ láti Kwara State títí dé ìsàlẹ̀. Ṣé rí pé is a vast work to do. Kí làwọn nǹkan tó gbọ́dọ̀ kọ́kọ́ máa ṣẹlẹ̀ tí declaration bá tẹ̀ wáyé, which we don't know when. But it is not about pushing for declaration, but it is about the preparedness for it. If it is announced tomorrow, are you as an individual prepared? Because in 188 days from today, the fight for our future is now in our hands. Kò sí lọ́wọ́ Òyìnbó, kò dẹ̀ sí lọ́wọ́ Fúlàní àbí Haúsá, kò sí lọ́wọ́ Yoruba politicians. The Yoruba politicians are just using the gimmicks to push. Pé bóyá àwọn tún lè rí Nàìjíríà díẹ̀ lò sí. That's what the Yoruba politicians are doing. Yoruba politician kò tún push ni pé tí a bá lọ gọ̀ sí wọn lọ́wọ́, àwọn máa push fún maybe another 8 years, if not even another 16 years of Nigeria. And that is why they are saying that a máa pín lóòótọ́, but àsìkò yàn tí tó ẹ túbọ̀ yẹ kó ṣe sùúrù, ẹ túbọ̀ ká ṣe sùúrù sí díẹ̀. Ẹ má yẹ ká ṣe sùúrù mọ́ níbi tọ́rọ̀ dé. A ti ṣe sùúrù tó, a ti gbìyànjú tó. Ẹ jẹ́ ká decide now collectively pé a fẹ́ lọ. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbìyànjú ìgbìyànjú tó gbọ́dọ̀ pọ̀ sí ju bó ṣe yẹ lọ pé a fẹ́ lọ. Ìgbìyànjú yìí, you can be saying you want to speak to me. Mo lá idea kan, Mr. Koiki. Mo ní plan kan tá lè ṣe. I don't need you to tell me that. I don't need to be involved. Go and prepare that and use that as at the appropriate time that you think it has to be done. Because it is not about me being part of what you are saying or what you plan to do. Some of you, ẹ ń dúró pé ẹ fẹ́ gbàṣẹ ìtẹ́fẹ́ ṣe lọ́wọ́ Baba Akintoye. I will say this. Prepare mind yín. Because tí Baba Akintoye bá fún wa ní order pé ká lọ declare, ìtẹ́ ẹ̀yin fẹ́ ṣe yẹn ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ activate lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀. But rather than going around the corners and around the corners, and dúró kí Ìgbòho fún aláṣẹ, and dúró kí Onítìrì fún aláṣẹ, they are our leaders. We're listening to them quietly, and we trust and we believe them. And I'm also talking about, Baba Yiloge, àwọn Dr. Kebiorosi, even the global directorate, even àwọn tẹ́ ń rò pé ọ̀dàlẹ̀ ni wọ́n, ẹ̀yẹ́ fi wọ́n sílẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ kó lukaluku máa play tó ń play lọ. But àwa tí a jẹ́ the followers, we should be prepared for total, say, whatever their outcome. Tàbá ti ní pé outcome yẹn kò fẹ́ máa lọ bá ṣe fẹ́ lọ, a gbọ́dọ̀ trigger and táwa fẹ́ trigger without waiting for them anymore. But we will not do that until towards the last lap. Tàbá ti rí pé ìta bẹ̀rẹ̀ yẹ̀ tẹ̀ fún wa mọ́, kí ló tún ṣẹlẹ̀? That is when bóyá o fẹ́ lọ blow bìkan ni, I beg you lórúkọ Jésù Kristi inshallah láṣẹ Èdùmàrè lọ blow bẹ̀ dànù. You don't need to tell me that. Ó ṣe ń wá èèyàn tó fẹ́ sọ fún yẹn, ó serious ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Tó bá jẹ́ pé o fẹ́ lucky bìkan, go and do it. We must all be prepared to do something. Don't involve too many people in whatever you want to do. O fẹ́ lọ bá wa lobby ni, ó ṣe lọ ṣe lobby yẹn pẹ̀lú senator yẹn l'Amẹ́ríkà. Kò bá wa lọ bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀. MP yẹn ló mọ̀ ní, ó ìtẹ̀ṣẹ̀ máa ń ṣe audio, ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń ṣe nìkan, ṣe lọ ṣe quietly. We all have different role to play. Àwọn ìlú tí wọ́n ń gbé yẹn, o mọ bó ṣe máa bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ fáwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan ni, ó ṣe máa engage wọn. Àbàbá Koiki ya, àmàdé rà pé no, nobody is going anywhere. You go and do it. This is for every one of us. And every one of us must come out now before it is too late. Once again, fighting for a movement like this takes a lot of sacrifice. It's far beyond thinking that you're watching a movie. Media institute are on. Ọmọdé tó lọ gbọ́n tẹ́lẹ̀ fi sọ lẹ́nu. Ó jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Ìtagbé dání. Ó difficult gan. But the end result is sweet. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's going to be an easy task. Though I'm be along pé kọ́lọ́n jẹ́ kó wà easy to some extent. We all are the reason why we want to exit. Okay, Yami Bemileke. And every single one of us must fight. Àwọn kan máa fight from the spiritual angle, and they're fighting already. Mo fi gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí Ọlọ́run fún nípè, and we have them, whether àwọn oníṣẹ̀ṣe wa, torí Ọlọ́run ló fún gbogbo wa. Ẹni tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ babaláwo, Elédùmarè ló fún, ó lè máa mọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀. Ẹni tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ mùsùlùmí, ní àfà, ní imam, Ọlọ́run ló fún ní ìmọ̀ yẹn. Gbogbo pastor, wòlíì Ọlọ́run, tó bá jẹ́ pé yẹn nìkan lẹ́yìn fífi bá Nàìjíríà jà fún wa on the spiritual level, increase a little bit. Ẹ sọ fún Ọlọ́run pé àsìkò tá à ń fẹ́ gangan ni kó ṣẹlẹ̀, ká má tún rí àsìkò míì mọ́. A lot of people do not want Yoruba nation to come up before 188 days. Good morning, my brother citizen AY. A lot of people are hoping and thinking that only ṣẹlẹ̀ after 2023, and I'm asking why. Whatever anybody in any organization wants to play in their role, kódà àwọn tó náà fẹ́ follow Tony Nnamdi, ẹ jẹ́ kó máa follow ẹ. Ṣèbí kọ́tà àti break in Nigeria before 188 days, that's fine. Ẹ jẹ́ kí Tony Nnamdi kó máa bá tiẹ̀, kó máa ṣe tiẹ̀ lọ as bó ṣe mọ̀ ṣe. But one thing is, we must all be determined that we want to take back our country. Ẹ má bínú sí ẹ lè má ẹ̀yin lè fẹ́ gbọ́n tó ń sọ yẹn, but tó bá jẹ́ pé n tó ń sọ pé lórí constitution yìí la máa fi fa Nàìjíríà ya, ẹ jẹ́ kó fà ya. Ìjọ ikú erin, oríṣiríṣi ọ̀bẹ ló máa jáde. Nigeria is a big elephant, and we must be ready to kill it from all source and angle. But one thing we should not agree is pé ká jẹ́ kó di after election ká tó tún wá ṣẹ̀ wá padà kémi wá jókòó so kí ló wá ṣẹlẹ̀ tí a fi lọ ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ò ní ṣe gbọ́ rárá sétí. kí la ṣe, mistake wo la ṣe. That is why I am saying that kò ń ṣe àwọn leaders wa nìkan lọ̀rọ̀ wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ o, gbogbo àwa pátápátá lọ̀rọ̀ wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Like I said, we can shut down Nigeria for 7 good weeks in Yoruba land without any production of anything happening. Láti Ewékòró títí dé Dangote refinery, we will shut it down, but that will be a collective effort. Ibi tó ti ń produce nǹkan kan ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Ogun State, will shut it down. Kò ní sí any production, and that is going to happen. In tó máa jẹ́ ká mọ̀, òun ni rally tó ń bọ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́, the mega rally. State tá bá ti gbé rally yẹn lọ, tí wọ́n bá ti gbé ọwọ́ kọ́wọ́, I will come out firing with a lot of things. Àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ ẹ fi gbọ́ tẹ́lẹ̀, màá máa sọ jáde. Mo kó gbogbo ẹ̀ sábẹ́ kò ní sìn. If that will be the final straw on this movement, èmi ti ṣetán and prepare my mind for it. Pé àwọn kan wà tá máa mí ká sọ, but I will wait as the mega rally is being prepared. Gbogbo ètò olúkálùkù bá mọ̀ pátápátá ní títàdúrà, ní títìṣẹ̀ṣe, a gbọ́dọ̀ gbé jáde nígbà tá a máa jáde fún mega rally. Gbogbo tó olúkálùkù bá mọ̀, àti mùsùlùmí àti kìrìsìtẹ́nì, kódà tó bá jẹ́ pé ó máa lọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń rẹ nǹkan kan sílẹ̀ nísìnyí, máa lọ rẹ́ gbogbo nǹkan. And I saw that nígbà tí mo tẹ̀lé chief lọ sí Ìgàngán, mo rí pé jọ́ta débẹ̀ àwọn kan wọ́n ṣe já àwọn agbẹ́rẹ́ yẹn, wọ́n ṣe já sí gbogbo. Kódà èyí máa rí pé nǹkan ṣẹ́rí bí ṣe rí níjọ́ yẹn, mo fẹ́ rí bẹ́ẹ̀ tá a bá máa ṣe mega rally. Àwọn èèyàn gbé nǹkan jáde, wọ́n gbé ẹrù jáde ní Ìgàngán. I'm talking about the Yorubas that were determined to chase away that evil terrorist in Ìgàngán. I saw it. You might not be able to see everything on the live video, but I saw that the Yoruba people, ṣẹ́rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe jáde nígbà yẹn, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni gbogbo wa ṣe máa jáde. Ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe ìpàdé ní gbogbo community yín nísìnyí pé kí ni àwa máa gbé jáde. Ṣé ìgúnnukó la máa gbé jáde ládùúgbò mi? Ṣé a máa lọ bẹ̀ nǹkan kan ni? And that goes to every one of us, including whether you're a white garment, you're a redeemer, you're a Pentecost, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. We must all come out fully for the mega rally with everything tó lúkálùkù bá mọ̀. Aṣọ ṣẹlẹ̀ ló fẹ́ máa wọ̀ bọ̀ níjọ́ yẹn ni, gbé kọ́rùn máa gbé bọ̀. Tàbá tí àdá ló ti rẹ síbi nǹkan kan ni. Don't let us deceive ourselves. Gbogbo wa la ní nǹkan kan tá à ń lò tí a fi ń bá Elédùmarè sọ̀rọ̀, tí it is nothing wrong with it. It is our tradition. In tó mú ìwọ sọ pé òun connect pẹ̀lú Ọlọ́run from the Christianity, ó ní nǹkan kan tọ́lọ́run máa fún ẹ tí wọn náà lè fi sọ pé yes, gbòógì ni. Let us bring it for the mega rally. We need nothing less than 1 million Yorubas when that rally is called. 1 million at least la need if you want us to declare Yoruba nation before 188 days. It is not just to sit back and be asking so many questions. Kò sí nǹkan tó ń ṣọmọdé ní gbogbo wa mọ́ báyìí. Àgbàlagbà ọ̀dọ́ ní gbogbo wa. We want Yoruba nation. We fight to defend and get it. I don't want us to come back after election and then be saying, bá ti ṣe báyìí, bá ti gbé yẹ̀wò báyìí, bá ti lo ọ̀nà báyìí. No. Let us think about everything now. Like I said, Yoruba nation is something that has to be our priority more than anything now. Somebody is just saying I should explain what is declaration to some of us. Everybody knows what is declaration. Declaration stands from the day that our independence starts. That is what is called declaration. And a lot of things will quickly follow. The government might want to react, but they become treasonable felony and invaders on our land. Some say, do we have the weapon to fight the government? I say we fight to defend the government with whatever we have, without no hesitation. We will use whatever within the land to defend the land against the now invaders. Some say what happened to the Yoruba politicians that are running the operation of the government right now, that will cease to stop. And which it must stop, we shut down every production in Yoruba land. The production about to stop because the government no. We stop all the production from Kwara to today, Lagos State. Lagos State will be hit more. And Ogun State. State Medellin will face the brunt more. This is not a joke. Intagbedani into difficult gun. Today we will go on. And we must prepare our mind for it. We shut down the whole of Lagos State more than even the other state. It has happened before in 1968 in France. 7 weeks. Niwafi shut down France. Awalanile. So Taba shut it down for that period. When we are ready, we will then activate it back again. And when we activate it back, we will have database of everybody, and everybody will be allocated to different jobs. Titi lofi maba won sheni, you'll be allocated. Afema tunle koni, compensation will be paid to those that needs to be paid to, maybe because of some of the damages to whatever we don't know, or the death of people that died. They will be paid. They will become our hero. We will remember everybody, dead or alive. We are not playing to say we want Yoruba nation. We are serious about it. We are serious about it. This is not a script. Nobody is giving us a script. No, it's not a script. We are not living in the reality. And the reality is we want to take back what belongs to us. And we want to take it back peacefully. And that's why it has still been very, very peaceful up to date. But like I said, from the mega rally, we will know whether it will now be peace or it will become the other way around. Mega rally, another option. But if it doesn't go as the government attack us and we get the 1 million out, then they must be ready to declare Yoruba nation out of Nigeria. And when we declare Yoruba nation, the government now comes in, then that means they become an invaders on our land. From the day that a declaration is made, that means that even the radio station come back, so we shut that radio station down and the TV station. We are not joking. My name is Olawumi Koiki of Koiki Media. Our life is at risk if we do not take the decision now. Every single one of us, including you. You might say it doesn't concern you, and that takes me to the story. That is the recent one. It's now about 8 days ago. I can kidnap more Nigerians if I kill him today. I won't take anything below 50 million as a ransom. Terrorist tells relation of the mother or your hotelier. I don't know whether that our brother, our uncle, our father must have been hearing about Yoruba nation before he wanted to move back to Nigeria. Because from what I heard, he was relocating back to Nigeria. And he was killed the same day he got into Nigeria. He was eventually killed. One of the terrorists who murdered Oluwagbenga Owolabi, a hotelier in Ogbomoso in Oyo State, insisted that he would not collect any amount below 50 million naira as ransom to free him. According to Sahara reporters, heard this in an audio recording which I have played to you this morning at the beginning. You can go back. It was the first 10 minutes of this audio, of this particular video. And today again is the 6/8/2022. If you're watching me on WO TV, you're watching a pre-recorded with its own headline. I know you use different headline from what I've used, but you're watching a pre-recorded. WO TV. Sahara reporter had this in an audio recording of the negotiation between the terrorist and one of the victims' relation. Even the terrorist boasted that if he killed Owolabi, a Yoruba man, I don't know whether Mr. Owolabi may so rest in peace, because I don't know him before, but I only hope that he believed that Nigeria was not our country. There's nothing wrong to go and invest in Yoruba land, but the risk is just high. So I'm not blaming him. We will invest in Dewa. That's exactly what everybody wanted to do. I wanted to do the same thing. Invest in Nigeria, do my media, and play my own part. But eventually, it never worked out, even prior before we started the movement. Imagine terrorists in boast. Because Yoruba now. So you might say that if you go on Koiki Media, you'll find a video, Atishi video. So it's already on my YouTube channel. So it's easy for you to just go there and you can find it. I told my team to make it as a video. So what we did was we just put the picture and we put the audio on it. It's about 10 minutes. Go on Koiki Media, you'll find the audio there. I mean, in a video format. The terrorist on boast. Èmi wá jókòó síbí, mo sọ pé gbogbo tó bá gbà ní ká fún Nàìjíríà. Àwọn kan máa sọ pé no, ẹ má ká ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Tí terrorist bá ń boast lórí ilẹ̀ wa pé tóun bá pàwọ́ dànù, òun á tún rẹ́ lómi tó máa kidnap, ó dẹ̀ máa rí lóòótọ́. Ó máa rí. Exactly bó ṣe sọ yẹn gangan, ó máa rí. Ó máa rí ẹlòmíì tó máa pa. Easily. Akpọ̀nlẹ̀ Yorùbá now. And that's even ṣé bàbá tí wọ́n kidnap fún 4 months. Ṣé kò ń ṣe ọmọ Yorùbá ni? 4 months and they were talking to the terrorists and the government could not intercept the line to trace it back to where the communication was coming from. And you say you have a government. Tell me, Oyo State governor can easily go deep láti bá wọn rescue man yẹn. Ká tó sọ pé federal government ò fi rescue. So if I say to you that we will shut down the whole Yoruba land, you should understand that it is for our own benefit. Kí ni ìwúlò governor tí wọ́n kidnap ọmọ ìlú ẹ̀ nínú state for 4 months? Òun dẹ̀ ṣe bíbà tẹ́ pé kò gbọ́, because at some point, you know, well, I mean, Ṣé a máa sọ pé Ṣèyí Mákindé ò mọ̀ pé wọ́n kidnap èèyàn kan nínú igbó fún 4 months tó dẹ̀ lè sọ pé òkè ìjọ tó bá ti pè yín padà ẹ wá sọ́dọ̀ wa ẹ pè wọ́n ká bá yín trace line yẹn, it is traceable. Káwa dẹ̀ gbé force dìde. Ṣèbí Ṣèyí Mákindé náà ní access sí sójà, ó dẹ̀ ní access sí DSS àtọlọ́pàá àti whatever, kó dẹ̀ kó wọn together kó ní ẹ bá mi lọ rescue bàbá yẹn jáde. Ọmọ Ọ̀yọ́ state, ọmọ Ìbàdàn ni. You can see the reason why we would destroy a lot of things before we get Yoruba nation. Because as far as I'm concerned, I would rather destroy the government house in Oyo State and bring it down completely. Burn it down if we have to burn it down. Because kí ni ìwúlò Ṣèyí Mákindé tí wọ́n kidnap èèyàn fún 4 months as a sitting governor, and yet he refused. And that also goes to any state. Kemari could be Oyo State nìkan. We burn everything down that we need to burn down. We will burn it down. But that time is getting closer. It's just a matter of when and how soon it will happen. Ẹ lọ wo ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní May 1968 in France. Just Google it. The president during that time ran away to West Germany. Your governors and the deputy and their commissioners are taking us for joke. And we say, that's fine. And this is where every one of you will play a different role. Èyí tí o bá fẹ́ born, ìwọ náà máa lọ máa wá nísìn. Eléyìí tásìkò bá tó, I'll take it down myself, single-handedly. 3 of you, 5 of you. Go and start finding where they live and take a note of it. Don't do anything yet, but ẹ mọ bí tó ń gbé. Gbogbo businesses ọmọ Yorùbá politician pátápátá lẹ gbọ́dọ̀ mọ̀. Èyí tó ní tó ń lò as disguise tó yẹ pé ó fi sí nkí ẹ̀yàwó ẹ̀ àbọ̀ ọ̀rẹ́ kan ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ mọ̀ nísìn. That is the job that you should be doing. Don't expect me to be doing that. Ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ mọ̀ gbogbo ilé wọn ni o, hotel wọn ni o, ilé iṣẹ́ wọn ni o, òyìnbó kan lọ fi síbẹ̀ tó ń pretend ni o. We're gonna burn it down. Every single one of them would pay for the costing of our lives. So that is why we are saying not only Mr. Owolabi was killed, we also lost Okpadele Rachel. She was a student of Ladoke Akintola University of Technology. Both of them were all kidnapped on the 29th day of July. How many days? 30th, 31, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. Ó ṣe pé 8 days lẹ́nu tí wọ́n pa. Kò tó wá ń ṣe àwọn méjèèjì yẹn nìkan ló pa, ẹni tó gbówó lọ́gán sef òun náà fara gbà. And all this is happening in Yoruba land. So you can see why it is our responsibility and duty to fight this fight now or never. Don't expect the Western world to come and help us. I'm going to go and make my coffee and play that audio again. When I come back, I'll then open my phone line and then we can start your own conversation with you. Getting a Yoruba nation is now a must. It is a must that we must not joke with. And it has to be taken peacefully, but we must prepare should this not be peace. Don't let anybody lórí program kan kó sọ fún yín pé ká ṣe sùúrù. We are not ní ṣe sùúrù kankan mọ́. a ti ṣe sùúrù tó, a ti ṣe more than enough sùúrù. British came in and destroyed the land for thousands of years. Fulani not in shape the same thing. Fulani are doing the same thing as we speak right now. Using their jihadis, using the economy to kill our own territory. Using the same Yoruba politicians, like I said, if needs be, we will shut down the whole of Yoruba nation, Yoruba land, as at the right time. It's not yet the right time, but be rest assured that it's going to happen. I'm just waiting for the audio again. I don't know where. If you rather me to play loud, right? Once again, a very good morning and welcome. My name is Olayomi Koiki of Koiki Media. Today is the 6th day of August 2022. We have the right to self-determination and we have the right to defend ourselves from the terrorist invaders. If you can produce anything locally, start producing it to defend our land. We will use whatever we have, whatever we can acquire within the system, and whatever we can bring in for those of you that can get it in. Please do not call my line. As I say, do not call the line. And please do not call. I don't know whether you're aware I'm live or not. When I want to call, I will let you know, and you will only be calling the studio line because I'm still managing the phone that I have because we're not streaming from the software this morning. While I'm looking for that, I can just go and look for it on my YouTube anyway. Once again, a very good morning, and let us say welcome to the campaign and the awareness to exit out of Nigeria. Please, if you cannot hear me anymore on Koiki Media, let me know on Instagram, because that call just interrupted the broadcast. And sometimes it could take away the sound. Please, nobody that, if you're watching me, please do not call my other line. Tabamashi line, normally is the studio line. I'll give the number out, but not yet. I feel like share coffee. So I'm just going to play the audio for those of you that probably missed it at the beginning. I can share the link as well. The link will be shared to all the timeline. Let's pray for both Mr. Owolabi and Miss Rachel Okpadele, a final year student. Both were killed by the terrorists in the Yoruba land in Oyo State precisely, where your governors do not see their life as important. But when the right time comes, we will tell your governor in each of the states that they do not own that state. We will shut down every part of production that would occur in your state. We will shut it down from factories, everywhere will be shut down. And if you think we are not serious about it, time will tell. I will play my role. You also go and play your role. When I open the phone line, you just put it at the back of it. And you also go and prepare for that as well. And share it. 4 months. Governor Shebi federal fisile family one sáré kiri lọ raise owó in millions. Passion sanwó níbí, wọ́n sanwó níbẹ̀ yẹn, àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́. Okay, you can't hear us anymore. Please, mo bẹ̀ yín ni, ẹni tó bá call, and I know that you're watching because I'll go and find you. If I can't find everybody, and if you're listening to me, I will just block you from this number. That means if you buy any force. Yes, I know you have those numbers. Does not mean when I say, you shouldn't call. Because I'm on the phone here for Instagram. Don't disturb Instagram here. And I haven't got the time. We have to keep starting it again and again. That means you are actually disturbing the broadcast. We have a number that you will call. It's a studio line. By now, everybody that shows that you are not prepared. Kò sẹ́ni tí ó ṣe ń pè tá a mọ̀, but you keep doing the same thing. Yàtọ̀ sẹ́ni tó wáyé pé bí ọkọ̀ fi pè mí tó mọ̀ pé mo wà on, but àwọn tó bá ti mọ̀ pé mo wà on, they don't normally call me, because they know we are live. So let's play that audio while I go and do my coffee, and then when I come back, you will then also have, and I think I've shared that with you, those of you that are watching us this morning. I can share that on the other, this audio. So let's watch this while I come back. Kolonkuba Fanuke Babawa. He lives in Maryland, far away from Nigeria, where he would not have been killed by a terrorist. The chances, Emma Binu Yawa Beauty Amakwe, and Tokwe ni o disturb line here. Please do not call that number. And Tibani Kemakwe, I know the reason why, because we're using that phone to stream. Mr. Owolabi arrived in Nigeria to run the operation of his business, but that was the end of him. This is what happened between the family of Owolabi and the terrorists in what you call Nigeria today.
But what they want me to flow is like I'm going to die tonight. What can you tell me? What can you tell me now? Okay, the ladies.
You read what the 1.4 million, right?
I'm dying tonight. I want to know for anything. I want to know for
anything.
Kí wọ́n sọ gbàjọ wọ́n pè.
Wọ́n ní pé wọ́n láwọn owó dọ̀là káwọn tó pè fún mi lówó.
Ẹjọ́ sílẹ̀ bá mi pé ètò ìfẹsẹ̀ nọ́mbà ẹ̀sìn wá kí n pè fúnra mi. Mo ti fẹ́ kú bí ọwọ́ mi kí wọ́n ti dè mọ́lẹ̀ ẹ̀jọ̀ flow mà. Wọ́n ti gbé mo sí mi lórí ẹ̀jọ̀ tó lè náà. Wọ́n ti sẹ́ nọ́mbà ẹ̀jì pé ìdarí ẹ̀jọ̀.
Hello.
Sir, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
How?
Fine, thank you, sir.
When we have this night?
That's what I'm saying. The money is now 1.4.
When do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
When I'm not going to sleep here today, I will pay this Baba to go.
Sorry, please.
Why Baba, you tell you to give you money, you know, go bring you. Say, don't have money for Baba, send her your own money.
I said he has asked me to talk to people, and I've talked to them. If they have given me the money, why I don't go bring them?
Okay, you want to waste my time, are you?
No, Mr. They waste your time, oh.
Please. What is what I do now?
The thing where they are right, I'm trying to see if I can get it up to 2 million tomorrow. Make it come.
2 million.
We just get 1.4 now. You know, I told you in the afternoon when you called me, say the pin never, it don't go beyond it's less than 1 million. But now, it don't reach 1.4.
You and that 2 million, go punish you.
Sorry, sir.
You hear me?
Sir, sorry.
You and that money, go to punish you and your family.
Sorry, sir.
They talk to me, they tell me say 2 million, Andy.
Sorry, sir.
Your brother, I don't tell me saying go give me 50 million, you go talk about 2 million. You go talk to your dad 2 million, not call this number tomorrow.
Sorry, sir.
What will be meaning for that sorry?
I just beg you now.
Now this ability I do for you.
I said the man where they there with you. Don't be say you get the money for hand. If you say you get where the money dey, maybe I go just go by there, go bigger. The bank they take loan, they do the business. So for me now to get the money, I just talk to people to help us.
This thing, we give people for outside country, then go school. Who go give them money for that people who for the outside country?
Those friends where they outside country, I don't talk to them. They say they will call me. I never hear anything.
Okay. No, tomorrow. Not to call me.
I'll call you tomorrow morning.
Not to call me.
I'll call you tomorrow morning. Let's see what happens between now and tomorrow morning.
My I'm not different. My flow. So I blow the flow, my hand don't tie. They don't tie my hand, I don't blow the flow.
Sorry. I beg, Oga. We go give you the money. Wait now. Let's go, sir. Ọlọ́run ó tù yín sílẹ̀, Ọlọ́run ó tù ẹ́ sílẹ̀ ní sùúrù. Kò sówó ní. Àní ṣéwù ni ó fi ilẹ̀ nígbà tí kò tó wá jẹ́ pé òun bá ráyè jáde ní ìsìn ṣe àpò yóò lọ àárín sí báńkì.
Ok, kí n fi ẹ̀kọ́ wá lọ àárín yòó fún mi kí n dúró de rẹ̀ àbí?
Ẹ má bínú ṣùgbọ́n ètò bá èmi àwọn èèyàn wọn tí mò ń pè wọn ò tí ì sẹ́ẹ̀dì kankan sí mi ni. Màá tún gbìyànjú.
Kí ni solution tẹ́lẹ̀ ká sí gbà? Ká pa àbí ká.
Ẹ má pa Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ kẹ́kẹ́ ẹja joyè apààyàn lọ́la láàárọ̀ ọ̀la nǹkan bá rí kákó wá mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ ràn wá lọ́wọ́ ni.
Kò lè kó sínú yìí fún mi máa sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ 20 yìí fún ìrìn máa dẹ̀gbẹ̀. Kí ìyẹn tó bá di 5 naira wà láàlẹ́ gbà tó ní kí ṣe bá bẹ̀ fún.
Ẹ dákun n kò síbi tó wọ̀ yẹn wà ẹgbẹ́ iná ẹ̀ mọ bí ìlú ṣe rí.
Ẹ mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀. Ẹja pàmò yìí, tábà pàmò yìí, a máa wá wo ẹni tó máa jẹ owó yìí, ká wá kò ní sẹ́yìn tó òun yẹn kárí mu. Kò ní jọ agbára wa, ẹ mú how many years la fi èmi máa yí tá a fi jẹ rẹ̀.
Ẹ mọ bínú àní ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ìjọ wo ẹ jẹ́ kó bá tẹ̀ rí bíi 3 tàbá rí 3 láàárọ̀ ọ̀la ẹ jẹ́ kó wá fún yín Ọlọ́run ràn yín lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run jẹ́ ẹ̀ tó rẹ́ lù míì ẹ̀ tó rí míì.
Kò ní dáa fún mi.
Ọ̀rẹ́ àmọ́ bínú.
Kò lè ní dáa fún fáńdì yìí gbèsè wáyé.
Ẹ ṣe.
Wọ́n sọ fún gbèsè ọ̀rọ̀ 20 ẹ̀ sọ fún ọ̀rọ̀ 3 àbí.
Ṣé tó bá wà ní nígbà tí ìṣe kówó yẹn wà?
Ẹgbà ẹ sọ fún ọ̀dà yín kọ́ má bìnrin mú kí kọ́ dé òru.
Ẹ dákun.
Kí wọ́n lọ wọ́n tó wọlé ìgbìyànjú everything.
Dákun ẹ̀tún owó ìyá rẹ̀ sí ẹ. Ikú rẹ̀ ò ṣe yín láǹfààní. Ikú rẹ̀ ò ṣe yín láǹfààní. Ẹ dákun.
Ìfọ̀nbọ̀ mi.
Sá.
Ikú rẹ̀ tẹ́ ní lọ́rùn torí pé sòwò nìkan nìyàn. Tí bá bá lónìí màá tún lọ gbé ìlú mi tí òun ò bá kú.
Kò ṣe yín láǹfààní.
Ó ṣe mí láǹfààní ọ̀rọ̀ láì. Ṣé dáàbì mi?
Owó yẹn ló ṣe yín láǹfààní. Ẹ jẹ́ ká bí ó ti wulẹ̀ kó kéré mọ́. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wá ká sì pín yín kẹ̀sì sí ilẹ̀ kó lè lọ tọ́jú ara rẹ̀.
Kò ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ fílọ̀ even kò ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ 20 ò lè gbà lọ́wọ́ mi.
20 kò sí ni tó bá ń bẹ kí ló dé.
Mi ò lè gbà ọ́ tó bá wà mi ò lè gbà 50 yẹn tó bá di 5 naira mi ò lè gbà.
Ẹ dákun ẹ bá ń tú okùn tó wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ kí ẹ kó lálàáfíà ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ikú rẹ̀ ò ṣe yín láǹfààní sẹ́.
Ẹ wá tó
ẹ dákun mi ì sọ kì í ságídí mo bá yín lò.
Àní ẹ wá tó.
Àní ẹ dákun.
Àní ẹ wá tó sẹ́.
Oúnjẹ yìí ni.
Bó ṣe wà ẹ̀ kò láǹfààní ẹja pa fún yín.
Ṣé bóòdì ò ṣe ní láǹfààní kò ṣe láǹfààní fún wa?
Kí ni àǹfààní rẹ̀?
Ṣé ń gbà tí ṣé mọ̀ pé tó bá jẹ́ kó bá kò láǹfààní fún wa ní àní máa dààmú báyìí.
Dààmú náà tó bá jẹ́ pé dààmú ẹ tẹ̀ máa àríjì owó náà.
Ṣé mọ̀ pé kankan láti àtàtà fi rówó kì í ṣe pé owó yẹn ń bẹ lé ẹ dákun.
Ok, ẹ lọ ta nǹkan tó fẹ́ ta mi lọ fẹ́ lọ́jọ́ owó yẹn sínú iná.
Ẹni tí tá a bá là ta nǹkan ẹni tí ó sanwó fún wa ṣèbí yóò ṣá fún wa lówó náà. Mo ti ṣe tá a ti fẹ́ talẹ̀ àrílẹ̀ ààrẹ ni tí ó sáré fún wa lówó.
Kò sí wàhálà yẹn ò ní pọ́blẹ́mù. Mi ò lè sùn bí ìbànú bíi tí bàbá rẹ̀ gbọ̀dá rẹ̀ wà. Ẹni ọ̀pá tó bá dé ọ̀la a máa jọ sọ̀rọ̀ máa sọ fún mi.
Ṣé nọ́mbà ṣọ́ sí mi? Tó bá ṣe nọ́mbà ṣọ́ á pè péjọ. Nọ́mbà ẹ̀jẹ̀ máa gbé máa ṣọ́. Ṣé tí wọ́n pè mí? Voice number is my voice. What's that?
30 minutes.
30 minutes ti pọ̀ jù, a máa pa fóònù yẹn 30 minutes ti pọ̀ jù.
Ebi màá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ ni, màá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ní kó pè yín ni.
30 minutes ti pọ̀ jù.
Ṣé àwọn bẹ́ẹ̀ ọ̀dà mo ti gbọ́ ẹbí láàrin bí ìṣẹ́jú mẹ́wàá.
Mo ti fún ẹ 10 minutes tó bá kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀ máa pa fóònù yẹn.
Ọ̀dà.
Once again, a very good morning and welcome to this live transmission. Orúkọ mi ni Ọláyọmí Koiki of Koiki Media. Èní ni 6th of August 2022. I'm a ṣojú òpó nísìn, and I don't want us to be doing the same thing. Studio line is studio line. Torí pé mo ní nọ́mbà Koiki tẹ́lẹ̀, jẹ́ kí n try yẹn. No. The reason why we asked you to call, ṣé yàn kan tó pe lórí nọ́mbà ilé ni because I was not on my seat. Ìyá mi beauty underscore mọ̀ pé ṣé ẹ ṣe ń gbọ́ mi? Coming up on the world today. No. Come on. Ayobami on Instagram, can you confirm if you can hear me? Because mo rí pé ó tún blink. That means maybe somebody called while I was off my seat. Even some are saying that it could be a setup, with that man but the most important thing is we lost a Yoruba man and we lost a Yoruba woman. That should be our main concern. So we're now going to open our phone line. Please mute your background and just go straight to the point and let us hear your own view this morning. Let's start with the program from here. Hello, caller. We'll give it another few seconds. There's a call from Ilorin. All right. We'll let it go for now. The number to call have been pinned. I'll repeat the number slowly. It's +44 4MG 74 04405917. WhatsApp only. You'll be able to get into this conversation. That's if you also want to add your own input. I know we are going to be overreacting, but we are not going to do anything. That's always who we are. When you can also do the same thing by also activating something. Whatever you want to activate, keep that to yourself. You can go and do it. These are people that would do everything to destroy Yoruba land. Hello, caller.
Hello, brother.
Ekaro.
There's a reconnection. Sorry.
It's okay.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ṣe rí nǹkan ẹ̀dùn wà ní fámílì èèyàn tó sì kan tí ò dá fún yàn tó wà deadly when we were very young. Èyí ti fi pamọ́ nínú brain, nínú cerebellum. Ó ti wà nínú archive nínú brain. Ó ti wà nínú memory nínú brain. Tí ẹ ti pe pamọ́ síbẹ̀, not to talk of Fúlàní. Àwọn kan ti wà tá a ti pe pamọ́ sínú brain. Báwo ni Mr. Omidina kan nínú sọ̀rọ̀ bíi tó sì lè mọ́ sọ pé are you sure these people are Fulani? After all, they are speaking Yoruba. Èmi Fulani kọjá lọrin, wọ́n kọjá káàkiri, àdìbọ́sẹ̀ sọ broken English, àdìbọ́sẹ̀ sọ Yorùbá wọn. Báwo ni Mr. Omidina àtàwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan sì lè máa sọ pé ṣé Yorùbá ni ṣé tó bá dẹ̀ pé tó bá dẹ̀ pé Hausa ni àbí Fulani wọ́n lè sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé ṣé Hausa ló sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ni ṣé kìnìún kan ṣé wọ́n ní belief. Mo fẹ́ kí gbogbo àwọn Yorùbá ká belief ara wa àti belief ara wa ká trust ara wa náà ní gbogbo eléyìí tí ń ṣẹlẹ̀. We have to be dogmatic about the likeness for our Yoruba brothers, for our doctrine, for our nation. God bless you. Mo ẹsẹ̀ play kìíní yìí, nǹkan tẹ́ play yìí, mo ti rí lánàá, mo play fáwọn Hausa kan nílẹ̀ ọ̀dọ̀ wa, táwọn náà gbọ́ broken, tó lè gbọ́ Yorùbá. gbogbo wọn yanú lẹ̀ wọ́n ní mo ti rí agídí wọn fẹ́ bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ látàná wọn bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ látàná wọn bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ mo ní yes no problem bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn tí o ti mọ̀ èmi ti mọ̀ I know you èmi follow YouTube for the past 2 years that is it gbàgbé kẹ́ mọ́ ẹ̀rọ bá lọ àti wà lẹ́nu ẹ̀ àti mọ̀ òyà àpéyà àti mọ̀ àfẹ́tí ò bá mọ̀ lókù òjijì ló máa bá èèyàn míì kò lè bẹ́ẹ̀ mi lójijì lágbó ọlọ́run a máa borí lágbó ọlọ́run insha Allah lákòólà wà lákòówájà muslim wọn lọ gbé sórí tí wọ́n fi jẹ́ muslim àwọn tó dúró èèyàn tó so tí ìdìmọ́ rẹ̀ lẹ́sẹ̀ jẹ́ pé muslim ni wọ́n ẹni bó ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ bíi pé kò lọ́lọ́run ṣé èèyàn nìyẹn muslim nìyẹn tàbí kì í ṣe pẹ̀lú christian kì í ṣe pẹ̀lú muslim tó ẹgbẹ́ oníwọlẹ́sìn onífaith than to do a muslim who is deadly dábí alájà burúkú bẹ́ẹ̀.
ẹ ṣé gan-an thank you so much. mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí níbikíbi tí ẹ bá ti ń wò wá ẹ má bínú ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń wà lórí Koiki Media mo ní láti switch phone around so that there will not be interruption. Then I'm now using that phone on Twitter, but again studio line is a studio line. I can repeat the number continuously until you get the message. Ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ dá sórí program ni kọ́mọ mọ̀ pé fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ privately lánàá mo wà live ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ dá sórí program ni ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ dá sórí program ni ma.
Yes,
okay all right I go ahead.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni mo pè ní lánàá ẹ wo ẹjọ́ tó lọ sẹ́ni márùn tó sọ̀rọ̀ nìkan kọ́kọ́ tiẹ̀ lọ gbé náà ifá mú gbọ́ ẹ̀bùn.
Máa lẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. ẹni máa tó sọ̀rọ̀ ẹni máa tó sọ̀rọ̀ pé kọ́ lọ gbé máa lẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ yìí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni tí tàbíyà tó sọ pé àwọn máa mú wáyé.
Okay, pé kọ́ lọ okay ó ti yé mi all right okay.
Tàbí ẹ̀rọ jọ̀ọ́kùjọ kó ṣe rárá tuntun gbọ́ yóò kó tara rárá there's something behind.
Okay.
Then mo ń bèrè àkáǹtì èwo ni ṣé kí n pa gbogbo ẹ̀pọ̀ sójú kan náà kẹ́ fún mi ní ti kí n ṣe sí ti nàìjà pẹ̀lú flag yẹn.
Okay, all right. Màá pè lẹ́yìn program. Yeah, ẹ má bínú mo fẹ́ lọ sọ program yẹ̀yẹ́ lánàá ni nígbà tẹ́ máa fi pè mí ni so I couldn't come back to you. The number to call, I'll keep repeating it, is the studio line. Do not call any other number. I know you have my second number. It's working, but lórí program, studio line, ẹ kọ save Koiki Media studio line. Tabade ti na ẹ pè sórí program, ìyẹn lẹ máa lọ wá ẹ ní mix ẹ pẹ̀lú the other number. Whatever happened, as far as we are concerned, terrorists kidnapped our father, our brother, our uncle, our sister. Both of them were killed in Yoruba land. Ló ti pa wọ́n. Inú Yoruba land ni wọ́n ti pa àwọn méjèèjì. Wọ́n pa wọ́n nílẹ̀ Haúsá o. A lọ pààyàn l'Haúsá land. Even if this was a setup, it shows that the country is no longer viable. And I use the word if, but there's no evidence to that. What we know is terrorists have kidnapped our father, our uncle. Am I cut to distort it, whether it's a setup or not? What has actually happened is a family member that traveled from the US to Nigeria was kidnapped, just as Thursday evening, a king or ballet or whatever, our Mary Law kidnapped. She set up none. And I can't distort the information. Okay, my brother, good morning to you. As we say, may Nigeria not happen to us. Let me say this. It is our right to demand exit out of Nigeria. But in Jafe activate right here, we have the right under the United Nations chapter that we've talked about so many times. And I just want to, the beauty of technology is my system here can easily pick up the same Google. The line is still open, but I'll continue with my program. And if I see anyone that calls, I'll pick your call. I always want to go back and remind us. Pé ẹ má ká fi ọkàn sí pé countries around the globe will support us. But also evidence shows that there are countries that are operating without other countries accepting them. And I'm building ìlú tiwa náà ni tó máa fi wà powerful. Let's go to South Africa where we have a new call. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ mà.
Hi.
Ẹ ti wà on air.
Hello.
Ẹ ti wà on air. I'm going.
Hello.
I'm going, sir. Ẹ ti wà on air. Okay, it looks like there's a problem with that line. We'll let it go. Sometimes it's always like that. Hello, caller. Good morning or good afternoon, rather. Well, I don't like to anyway.
Good afternoon.
I don't like know what.
Good morning. Ni mo wà ní Texas.
Texas. Ìlànà cowboy lẹ́wà yẹn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sir. Ẹ kú ọjọ́ mẹ́ta. Thank you for the good work you've been doing.
Thank you, ma.
Mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lórí àwọn tí wọ́n pa yẹn.
Ẹ go ahead, ma.
Ẹni tó wá láti Maryland. Wọ́n dẹ̀ pa sí Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́.
Ẹ go ahead, ma.
Tẹ́ bá gbọ́ ọdún yẹn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ma.
Oh my God, it was chilling. Why chilling? Ó dẹ̀ ó dùn mí kí èèyàn máa ná ẹ̀mí èèyàn nínú àtàlọ́jà kọ́ dẹ̀ ṣe àdúrà yẹn despite pé ẹni tó ń bẹ̀bẹ̀ yẹn ó ṣáà ń take nǹkan yẹn ó ń bẹ yẹn.
Ẹ má bínú pé mi interrupt yín mọ́mì díẹ̀. I think what we need to understand is audio yẹn was recorded before they even get the 5 million. So láàrin méjì pé wọ́n raise owó nìyẹn o. So kò ń ṣe pé that moment tí wọ́n raise owó yẹn ni the moment or raise 1 point something yẹn because what we had that 5 million was eventually given to them but editor negotiate nisin was still less than 1 point something million. So that means pé family yẹn tún sáré àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ náà sáré wọ́n raise owó but ẹ go ahead mommy for interrupting ẹ má bínú.
So now kò sí wàhálà gbogbo ẹ̀ ni mo gbọ́ dáadáa nǹkan tí mo wá ń sọ sí ni pé ṣe bí cell phone làwọn people yìí àwọn gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì wà yìí àwọn ló ń pa wá because they are not interested. Why is not even interested in ẹgbàgbé ẹ̀. Ibi tí àwọn people yìí wà tí wọ́n ti ń ṣe burúkú yìí wọ́n lè fi cell phone mast àbí kí wọ́n ti ń porúkọ ẹ̀ mast tó máa ń rí ibi signal ibi tó ti ń bounce ibi signal ó ṣáà máa wà signal kan máa ibi mast kan máa wà.
The nearest
cell
one.
phone yẹn ti ń ní signal tó ti ń bounce ní ibẹ̀ yẹn ṣé wọn ò lè mú wọn ni why is it taking them so long?
Okay, big question.
I don't get it at all because kí ni nǹkan ti ń dùn mí náà nǹkan tó ti lè mú wọn kọ́ lè pè báwọn fẹ́ ransom even gbogbo àwọn àbúná Kaduna wọ̀nyẹ̀rà yẹn tí wọ́n lọ ń kówó bìtìbìtì owó ṣé ọ̀hún làwọn people ti ń pè ní.
Mommy, ṣé ìyẹn lẹ́tẹ̀ ń sọ I don't want to play the one from Oriyomi Hamza because I don't own the copyright to the video and I try not to use it. But tẹ́ bá lọ gbọ́ ti interview yẹn which I listened to. I mean I only listened to it once. I've not listened to it again. Ẹ lọ gbọ́n tí bàbá yẹn sọ. Wọ́n tún ní advantage pé wọ́n ń wò wá lórí YouTube. Àwọn Fúlàní yẹn. Wọ́n ń wò wá lórí bàbá yẹn ti Sulaiman yẹn was kidnapped for 4.5 months. Wọ́n tún náà wò wá lórí YouTube. Wọ́n ní wọ́n máa ń gbọ́ rédíò. Wọ́n máa sọ pé government tó náà wọ́n pa àwọn làwọn eléyìí o. And what they do is wọ́n ní ẹ̀ka káàkiri ni o. It's like pé báwa ṣe ń sọ fáwọn èèyàn wa nísìnyí pé ẹ lọ gbáradì ẹ lọ ṣe kinní kan community ní kẹ́ dì mú. A ní reason tá a ṣe ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ because tó bá dé stage kan you will not be able to move around quickly and that is why you must have a formation. Mo fẹ́ join the group kan form formation tiẹ̀ láàrin àdúgbò ẹ that's all you need. Ẹgbẹ́ òun sókè mọ́mi wa.
Now ibi tí because Buhari ó wà complicit nínú issue yìí báwo ló ṣe máa negotiate pẹ̀lú àwọn guys yìí níbi tó ti negotiate yẹn ó ṣàyẹ̀kọ́ lè track wọn gbogbo 800 million gbogbo clinton ló ń kó fún wọn yẹn wọn lè sọ fún wọn pé àwọn people yìí wọ́n wà invincible or they live in the air or what are they saying lórílẹ̀‐èdè alààyè yìí ní ìlú wa ní gbogbo eléyìí tí ń ṣẹlẹ̀.
Lórí Yorùbá land mọ́mì ẹ máa sọ pé lórí Yorùbá land lórí Yorùbá land lédè tí ń ṣẹlẹ̀.
Kọ́ lè wo gbogbo ibi táwọn people yìí wà ṣebí right from
America ó lọ sí Afghanistan wọ́n fi pé àwọn ti jáde kúrò ní gbogbo wọ́n ti gbàgbé àwọn àbí wọ́n ti lé America kúrò ní Afghanistan and all those so right nínú báńkọ́lì tó wà báyìí ibẹ̀ òun nìkan náà mú ọmọ anybody that is àwọn tó wà determined pé àníwọ̀ òṣèlè ìtàn a máa make sure pé a finish it. Ìlú tó wà ń gbé bíbá èṣù ni wọ́n tó bá wọnú ohun wọn bẹ̀ wọ́ wọ́n gbàgbé ẹ̀ there is no place to hide because they are determined to get rid of ìwà àbàjẹ́ ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ìṣẹ̀ they hide for àfi tó bá kú nǹkan ló kù pé lórílẹ̀-èdè àlàyé yìí ibikíbi tó bá wù ẹ̀ kó wọ̀ má bẹ̀ wọ̀ bẹ̀ àwọn tó ń pè lé èṣù yẹn wọ́n mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe wọ́n rán ẹ̀. So you are telling me right before our eyes wọ́n dẹ̀ tún negotiate wọ́n ń pè wọ́n ò lè lọ sí ibì kan lọ wọ ibi táwọn people wà.
So what suggestion? So what is the way forward? What is the way out?
Okay, the way forward náà ni pé ká gba ilẹ̀ wa.
Okay.
Ká gba ilẹ̀ wa.
Mo fẹ́ ká máa sọ yẹn so that ká má kàn sọ̀rọ̀ lórí problem yẹn so that mo fẹ́ káwọn èèyàn tó pọ̀ tó bá ń gbọ́ because people hear my broadcast all over the place. Come on here. Come on, pé Koiki nìkan ló enforce pé ká gba Yorùbá nation. Mo ń gbọ́ yín mà.
No, nǹkan tí mo tún wá rí ni pé ìgbà tí ó yẹ ká nípa wa Yorùbá a ní bí central and besides central account àwa náà ó yẹ ká kiri ní technologically ṣiṣẹ́ yìí bí wọ́n ṣe ó yẹ ká ní kájẹ́ fún àwọn ọba wa ṣé rí ọba mo fẹ́ lọ sí òye ọba tí wọ́n náà gbé yẹn wọ́n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ nínú I'm not interested because this guy is an APC stalwart.
Remember APC gan wà láàrin àwọn tọ́jọ́ gbé pẹ̀lú wọn APC méjì member APC méjì àti ìlú ó náà pé APC mẹ́ta àti baálé àtọba kan lọ́gbé lọ.
lágbára Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ máa pa wọ́n gbogbo pátápátá orí adé wọn gbogbo èèyàn tó kù ní ìsinmi ọ̀nì because gbogbo káràdá tó ń ṣe ni.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹni tó bá ń gbọ́ wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́mọ́ mi máa dín pẹ̀lẹ́ ní ẹlẹ́yìn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ni wọ́n ṣe máa mú wọn títí tó máa mú wọn pátá because ọ̀dàlẹ̀ ni wọ́n ó dẹ̀ di dandan kí ilẹ̀ kó gbé wọn mì kó fẹ́ jẹ wọn wẹ̀ that's it ní òtí ní mínísì ni but now ibi tí mi wá ń sọ lórí ti Yorùbá ni pé káàtì ẹ̀ tó gba nation wa ṣé a lè ṣe nǹkan kan òkè bí ọmọkùnrin yẹn ká ní a central place àti mọ àwọn èèyàn tá a máa lọ sábà tá a bá ti wá mú àwọn èèyàn wa káwa náà wá lo technology ká lè fi wo ibi táwọn people ìwà.
We can do it. Mommy, we can do it, but again, it's a collective effort. Some of us. Oh yeah, definitely.
Can you imagine the audacity táwọn people yìí ní? Ẹni tó gbé owó lọ fún wọn, wọ́n pa. Bóyá ẹni tó tiẹ̀ tún bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn náà, bóyá wọ́n tún ti pa. Who knows? Wọ́n ṣàpa so many people. Kí ló ṣe ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ wọn ò fẹ́ kọ́ mọ ibi tán wà? They can be so stupid. Báwo ni wọ́n ṣe mọ ibi tẹ́ wà? Àwa là activate gbogbo nǹkan tí ara tí Ọlọ́run fi sínú wa now as in Yoruba people. Tá a bá activate ibi táwọn people yìí wà, we have the technology, we can do it. We can do it. A ní technology ká máa wò wọ́n. Tí wọ́n bá ti mú èèyàn wá kan, kó yẹ ká ti organize ra pé ibi ìbá ló máa lọ report sí ní Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ ní Ọ̀yọ́ o. Àwọn èèyàn inú wọ́n máa dìde wọ́n máa wo ibi táwọn pípì wà
la máa fi technology
you understand and then moreover nǹkan tí mi jẹ́ tó wá fẹ́ sọ ni pé ṣé ó ti wá di pé igbó wa ló wá ń gbàbọ̀dì fún wa báyìí kí ló ṣe wá tà àti ètò wa wo nípa deforestation tó bá jẹ́ pé yẹn ló máa kù sí báyìí because èmi ò rí sí o kí ni igbó yẹn jẹ́ fún wa you tell me.
I reserve náà ni.
For what?
Okay.
There is no point.
Ìyàwó kan ti ní ká lọ finá sí gbogbo yẹn ká da petrol sí ká jó gbogbo ẹ̀ wálẹ̀.
Nǹkan tó yẹ kó ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn ilẹ̀ wa ni nǹkan tó yẹ kó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni wa ni ó dẹ̀ ń gbàbọ̀dè fún wa lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ tá a wà báyìí o.
Maybe we need to beg the gods lórí igbó yẹn bí a ká aláti bẹ àwọn gods wa.
So that
because you are right igbó yẹn ó ń gbàbọ̀dè fún wa because inú bẹ̀ lọ́n hide sí lọ́tí operation bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
báwo ló fẹ́ hide ṣé báwo la ní kó wà. Because tó ń pè àwọn ọba àwọn olóṣèlú àwọn religious leaders àwọn mẹ́ta burúkú yẹn àwọn náà da gbogbo ìlú ìrú àwọn yẹlẹ Yorùbá
ó ṣe máa rí ní ẹ̀yà mi gbé mi lékè.
ká ní pé bóyá wọ́n fi ọkàn wọ́n serious ẹ ò pa àwọn pípì lè defeat wa ni kòkòrò tó ń jẹ̀fà inú ẹ̀fọ́ ló wà kò tiẹ̀ ṣara ẹ̀fọ́ inú ẹ̀fọ́ ló wà àwọn pípì ìgò àwọn politicians yẹn àtàwọn ọba òṣì yìí àtàwọn religious leader wèrè yìí gbogbo àdúrà tó náà wọ́n ń gbà effect wo ló ní fún Nàìjíríà so ẹ jẹ́ ká kó lórí yìí a ní ìdí gbogbo àdúrà yẹn kí la ní ìdí nsìn ni pé báwo la ṣe máa ṣe technology tó yẹ kó tó bá ti gbé àwọn èèyàn wa secretariat wo la máa ní or center wo la máa ní tó yẹ kó tó bá ti gbé àwọn èèyàn wa wọ́n máa sá wá síbẹ̀ àwa máa lọ mobilize I mean for how long do we complain for how long do we do this kó tiẹ̀ tó di pa àgbà Yorùbá land
to start to do something. I totally agree with you, mommy. No, I totally agree. Let's hear somebody else view.
Can I say deforestation? Because I mean, for what?
Okay.
Káwọn ọmọ pa àdèlè ṣe yẹn káwọn ṣe eléyìí tí mo sọ fún yín technology tó yẹ pé wọ́n máa wo àwọn people yẹn bó ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́ wọn. Ṣé kò tiẹ̀ yẹ kó challenge wa as a people wípé Afghanistan ni olórí ogun yìí wà bá ó ní ẹ̀tọ́ wà ó ń wo gbogbo ṣe é ṣe àìkú níbi along that line ló yẹ ká máa ronú báyìí sìn náà.
Okay, ọ̀dà mọ́mi. Ọ̀dà. Okay, let me say this. Esegoni, thank you so much for the call, and I appreciate. I love when I hear the voice of our mothers, even though it's very, very early hours. Not only long, because we're 6 hours, but it shows the way me I know. All about Ruth and family at the daddy at home. Esegoni, thank you so much. Let me say this, Sherry, for us to do what our mother just said. But when my call, Ejo, Emma, so put your and try a lay. Go wally, don't try the other number. I beg you, please, let's remain. We will try. Emma, Kulori platform. I give you time. Most of my learning platform, because money, learning. But Eje Kamashe Suru, think about online. And to take pada, to take pada, get through. Get me pada. One thing I want us to say is, our girlfriend, we don't want to do a lot. Consequently, we're not doing. On this platform, we asked for 1,000 walkie-talkie. We only raised 32, not even up to 100. But apart from that 32, I was able to buy another one, on the ground. We bought about 50. And without going into too much details, the reason why we're giving it to them is, in different part of Yoruba land, is because when the time comes, they can be able to use it for communication. But we can continue to say, we must put everything together. Everything we must put together. If we have got that 1,000 as an example, I have said it, and I'll still probably stick to that. We don't have to chase after Fulani anymore. Our mind now should be the mega rally that is coming, which we should be preparing for fully. Prepare for. But èèyàn náà máa ṣe kí ni a máa ṣe gbìyànjú díẹ̀. Mo dúpẹ́ fún gbogbo àwọn tí ẹ dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ walkie-talkie yẹn. These things are, sharing communication is one of the most expensive things in the world. And that is why, if the government can also release $2.5 billion, naira, níjẹta, fún FCT alone. Mo sọ ní orí program mi kan, nígbà tí wọ́n kidnap àwọn ọmọ kan ní Kaduna náà kan ni, tí wọ́n lọ release kíní kan millions of naira. If you want to joke, tell me to buy 50 million naira. She be 50 million naira. About 50 million naira, listen, right? Amo ibitama gbe kan si. And I have fun baba wa Akintoye ni up to the timeline. Because a new time, listen. As much as we are not going to pressurize them, but she are near enough owo pé a lè fi ja ìjà yìí a ti ní kẹ́ lọ fowó sí Yorùbá Security Fund tẹ́ bá tẹ̀wá ní òkè ẹ̀fẹ́ go through router wa ẹ lọ fowó sí Yorùbá Security Fund and I've done a background. Let me say this. I'm not going to go into much details. Not because of anything. Mo dìídì lọ ṣe investigation lẹ́yìn lórí security fund yẹn. And I only needed to call to check. And when I made that call, mo kí bàbá mi, I'm not going to mention his name. Àwọn méjì ni wọ́n dárúkọ fún mi. And I know the two of them. Àwọn ní sex love chat ìbá ṣe ń yọ kúrò ló ń padà wá. Hide from this channel. Love chat ẹ má bínú. Gbogbo àwọn tó wà lórí platform yìí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation ló bá wa. It's just a distraction. Àbúrò mi yìí nísìn ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀. Ìyá onítìrì kọ́ ló ní access sí security fund yẹn. Maybe that's the impression that a lot of you are having. That money is going to the right channel. Into mi wá ṣe lè jáde èmi Ọláyọmí Kóìkì ọmọ bàbá Kóìkì Mọ̀jídì Ọmọ́táyọ̀ tí mo fi lè jáde nísìnyí tí mo sọ fún yín pé mo lọ ṣe investigation lẹ́yìn lórí security account yẹn. And I was given all clear. So it's confirmed. But lórí media tiwa ni mo kàn ń sọ àwọn kéékèèké ti bí yẹn, but the major one gangan the security account ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀ ẹ fowó síbẹ̀ owó yín máa ṣiṣẹ́ tínú yín máa dùn. àwọn òkè tí bá sọ̀rọ̀ tí mò ń rẹ́rìn báyìí ẹ wọ̀n pé confam ni mo fi gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation tá à ń ṣe mo fi sí níwájú pé mo confam ni. Ìyá onítìrì gan ọmọ tí mo lọ ṣe lẹ́yìn mo lọ confam ẹ̀ pé ṣé owó tá à ń dá sí bíbá mo ti confam ti YSDM but mo ti confam ti security one. I'll confirm the YSDM but in ti YSDM máa fi fún mi ní all clear mo ti sọ fún wọn and I'll say it again mo bá yàn kan jà nínú YSDM mo ní anything against them but nígbà kódà bó jẹ́ $200 ẹ yọ nínú ẹ lọ print material tàbí fi ṣe mega rally tẹ́ ẹ bá ti ṣe before mega rally tí ẹ dẹ̀ fún mi ní evidence pé Mr. Koiki wọ́n àwọn gbọ́ lórí show ẹ pé o ní ká lọ print nǹkankan poster flyer ẹ kó fún Koiki Media ẹ ṣe sísàlẹ̀ kọ́dẹ̀ sọ pé láti ọwọ́ ẹgbẹ́ YSDM nínú owó tí à ń dá ní central account òun la fi ra kíní yìí o kẹ́ send it sí mi. I will come out and I will tell people that this platform ànípolówó yín mọ́ pé kọ́ lọ dánwó síbẹ̀. Platform ilé máa ṣe o, I don't have a problem with that. But this is what's going to happen. Because mo ti confirm ti security one ó dẹ̀ débẹ̀ ó jiná. Mo ní sọ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Ẹ lọ dáwó sí security account. Tí a bá fi owó síbẹ̀ ní owó tó tówó ẹ gbà bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ̀wọ̀n Yorùbá. Tá bá máa fi declare Yorùbá nation. A máa ní a bit láti fi defend ilẹ̀ yẹn. Mo ní sọ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. So that I don't go into too much deep. But ẹni tó mọ bá sọ̀rọ̀ tó confirm sí mi létí pé confirm ó tún wá fún mi ní ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀ lórí security account yẹn. Ó fún mi ní assurance pé sẹ́ owó tẹ̀ ń fi síbẹ̀ wíbẹ̀ débẹ̀ ni ó débẹ̀. Kò ń ṣe pé torí pé mo nífẹ̀ẹ́ ìyá onítìrì no. Ìfẹ́ yẹn ọmọ Yorùbá pé ìrìn àjò tá gbé dání a lè jẹ́ kó wà compromise níbi tó dé mọ́ nísìn torí pé a nídìí owó yẹn dẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ dé. Ìyẹn mi pé kẹ́ má máa ṣe sí ibi méjì but èyí tó jẹ́ security yẹn gbòógì yẹn no problem confirm ni central account confirm but central account gbọ́dọ̀ printing kankan fún wa fún rally tó ń bọ̀ yìí I won't say more than that wọ́n ṣì ní more time tí a bá lọ ṣe mega rally tí ẹ bá lọ ṣe kankan pé ẹ má sọ fún wa pé ẹ tí ìrówó kankan ìyẹn èmi ò ní believe yẹn owó díẹ̀ ti wọ bẹ̀ kódà bó jẹ́ $100 ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ yọ nínú central account ṣe bí owó ta náà fẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ ìṣẹ́ kankan fún yín let me say this central account ọkàn pé yẹn òun kọ́ la fẹ́ fi gbogbo ìtàn sọ pé yẹn ọmọ wa dùn máa di central account ilẹ̀ Yorùbá no owó campaign ṣì la ṣe ń dá síbẹ̀ owó kí ni mo pè owó campaign òun là ń dá sínú central account as far as I'm concerned owó ìrìn àjò Yorùbá nation bó ṣe máa lọ ẹ fẹ́ lọ lọ́bì ni ẹ máa gbéyàn kan dìde ni èèyàn kan máa fly lórí aircraft ni ó fẹ́ lọ yes we need those kind of money ìyẹn la ṣe ń dá síbẹ̀ kò ń ṣe pé òun ló máa jẹ́ no a ní nǹkan tó pọ̀ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá tí a lè fi ṣe ká lè fi raise owó so owó tá à ń dá síbẹ̀ a ní kẹ́ tọ́jú ẹ̀ pamọ́ síbẹ̀ kó máa sùn kó máa jí síbẹ̀ no ẹ jẹ́ kí a máa ránwó yẹn níṣẹ́ nísìn ní kíákíá kó má pẹ́ gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ṣé ẹ agree pẹ̀lú mi ẹ lè disagree o but bẹ́ẹ̀mi ṣe rí nìyẹn owó ta bá ń dá síbì kan nísìn owó ta nídìí tó gbọ́dọ̀ máa jáde ta máa ránṣẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ wọ́n fẹ́ ra dis irú security yẹn nísìn àmọ́ tó fẹ́ rà àmọ́ tó gbọ́dọ̀ máa rà torí security lẹ pé fún àmọ́ tó yẹ kó gbọ́dọ̀ máa ṣe mo dẹ̀ ti confirm ẹ̀ o ti rìnrìn àjò yẹn ṣe fọkànbalẹ̀ but ti YSDM àìtí ìgbọ́ nísìn pé nínú owó yìí o bẹ́ẹ̀ tẹ̀ sọ gbogbo yìí tẹ̀ ti raise èmi ò ní kẹ́ sọ fún wa but ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ lè sọ fún wa pé yes a ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí í ṣètò a ti ní kọ́ reduce $500 ẹ lọ máa ṣe materials nǹkan táwọn ọmọ yẹn fẹ́ nílé tẹ́ ẹ bá ṣe yẹn èmi ò ní bá yín polówó àkáǹtì ẹ mọ́ máa fà àkáǹtì ẹ síta ní sẹ́ẹ̀ má bínú ẹ̀ tẹ́tí ń pè wá so let's go back to our call tí time bá ti tó tí bá máa dìde máa sọ fún yín pé a máa parí ètò and it can be anytime but for now we're still on ẹ bá máa ṣe ní kíákíá ẹ mute background ẹ bá ti ń pè wọlé ẹ mute background ẹ gbóhùn sókè ẹ má tún gbọ́ra yín nínú ilé ẹ já sáré send account yẹn síta à ń gbọ́ yín sà ẹ má bínú kó pẹ́ ẹ ṣáà fún mi ní 10 minutes tó bá ti fẹ́ tó ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ lọ.
ṣé ẹ ní Mr. Quick mo kò fẹ́ jẹ́ kí a mọ̀ nǹkan lórí ètò yìí because lórí program yìí ní ṣe jẹ́ tàtí ẹ̀kọ́ lẹ́wà program another people àti sọ̀rọ̀ after that program you understand we make step kan but nínú step yẹn mo rí pé ṣe rí Yorùbá nation tí a sọ pé a fẹ́ ṣe awareness fáwọn èèyàn Nàìjíríà tá a fẹ́ declare yìí àwọn èèyàn kan wà tó jẹ́ pé wọn ò tí ì gbọ́ torí pé ní after tí a sọ̀rọ̀ last tí mo wá make awareness ní I'm talking about Ogun State now Ogun State I'm talking Ogun State na àwọn èèyàn kan wà tó yẹ pé nígbà tí a get wọn láàrin ìjẹta ẹsìn ní Ọlọ́run wọn jẹ́ kó máa yé mi pé àmọ́ bíi tí Yorùbá nation ṣe ń lọ nítorí làwọn ṣe sọ anything and àwọn òde mọ àwọn ọmọ táwọn máa lọ bá ṣẹ́ni mo fẹ́ kí owó àmọ́ nǹkan nípa àwọn tá à ń sọ Yorùbá nation ẹni pé ẹbí káwọn èèyàn mọ nǹkan tí ó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ káwọn èèyàn mọ nǹkan tá à ń sọ pé ká máa sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ẹlòmíì ò understand nǹkan tí wọ́n ń sọ ní program wọn gbọ́n gbà mí táwọn ẹni máa ṣe program ẹ wo orú program yìí nìsín ní program yìí gbogbo táyà ń sọ pátá àwọn understand àwọn irú àwọn àníṣe àwọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ mo gbà tá a rí i pé ẹ̀yin ni mò ń wò tí mi ti jẹ́ pé òkè Yorùbá nation náà fẹ́ dúró sẹ́ ẹ̀yin gbogbo kan lágbà ní Nàìjíríà nígbà yẹn Sunday Igboho olùdókà ẹni ètò ló ń sọ ọsẹ mo ṣe ń tẹ̀lé yín náà àwọn ẹlòmíì ẹ má bínú kọ́tà mẹ́sàn-án program ẹ káwọn ẹ máa mú nǹkan tí wọ́n ń sọ ń bẹ̀ wí kọ́kọ́ máa wá síbẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ máa ṣe program lásán because awareness ta fẹ́ ṣe ìpèyí kí wọ́n pé ẹnìkan ló fẹ́ jáde gbogbo ló fẹ́ jáde.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni sọ.
we can be able to get 30 people in a group tí wọ́n dẹ̀ ń béèrè question ẹ jọ́ torí Ọlọ́run awareness ta fẹ́ ṣe ẹ jẹ́ káwọn ẹ máa mú nǹkan tá à ń sọ ògbóyè kí wọ́n fẹ́ kọ́kọ́ máa sọ pé a kò wá sí program abẹ́sí ní ṣe anything no nǹkan tá a fẹ́ ṣe lélẹ́yìí a fẹ́ declare Yorùbá nation àwọn nǹkan tí ìgbọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká mọ̀ ìdí tí wọ́n fẹ́ declare ìyá ń jà àwọn èèyàn kí ní kan bá yóò dá àwọn èèyàn kan rọ̀bù àwọn èèyàn kan olè ní Nàìjíríà àwọn rọ̀bà ni wọ́n kó wa jẹ ni o ẹ wò ìlú táwa lélẹ́yìí o ẹ wò omi lélẹ́yìí iná lélẹ́yìí iṣẹ́ ìlú rẹ̀ Nàìjíríà ẹ jẹ́ kí wọ́n mọ ìdí pàtàkì tó fi ń pariwo Yorùbá nation. Ọlọ́run á fún wa ṣe.
ẹ ṣé gan ni ẹ ṣé gan ni thank you so much and now tí ẹ̀gbọ́n wa ti sọ pé ká sọ ìdí ká tó move further ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ àwọn ìdí yẹn ẹ jọ̀ọ́ torí Ọlọ́run tá a bá ti ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ ètò màá try láti incorporate as maybe my first after tá bá ti play anthem a máa sọ àwọn reasons ẹjọ́ tí n bá ti sọ ẹ call attention mi a máa rógo pẹ̀lú àwọn ní love chat lé ní báyìí kẹ́ bá ṣe ń hide wọn kúrò nínú channel they keep coming back again and again. So tá bá ti ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ ètò I will try to incorporate it and I will always also towards the end as well. Madam now back end team come and run me later. I know there's a lot when I sit here, but it is important that people pé wọ́n gbọ́ yẹn kọ́ ní issue but just incorporate ìdí tá a ṣe fi lọ ẹ má bínú mo kàn fi àwọn account details yẹn síta and I want to say ìdí yẹn again tí òmìnira bí ṣe ń fi ti GoFundMe síta a máa fi ti central account méjèèjì yẹn ló ṣe kókó ló ṣe pàtàkì tí a gbọ́dọ̀ ó ti di mandatory fún gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá ń gbọ́ ẹ̀mí o pé kẹ́ fowó sí o mo mọ̀ pé ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé náà fẹ́ fowó sí how you going to do that is what I don't know you know and I know it could be very very difficult because ẹ má máa rò pé àwọn tó wà nílé àwọn kan lówó you know they have money because I know you know and they are comfortable but the problem is owó yẹn ó depreciate based on the you know the shit hole economy mo kàn fi 50 central account do not have as we speak right now apart from PayPal nìkan we are hoping and praying that ọlọ́run fún wọn ṣe délẹ̀ kọ́ incorporate gbogbo form tí owó máa fi lè máa dé ọ̀dọ̀ tiwọn náà whether bí akáwọn náà wá bó ṣe máa ṣe GoFundMe àbí whatever àbí just giving so that at least for the time being because I need owó tó pọ̀ nísìn gbogbo wa ti agree pé I need owó àdèrí bí tá a ti fẹ́ lọ gbowó kankan so mo ti post ti central account náà PayPal ni wọ́n ń lò ẹ bá wa fowó sí gbogbo ẹ̀ méjèèjì ìwọ náà gbogbo ẹ̀ but at least méjèèjì yẹn so that kí a lè rí owó lò now ẹ jẹ́ kí n sáré ka àwọn ìdí ìyẹn wà important èyí tẹ́ ń pè Yorùbá freedom now fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tí wọ́n ń béèrè pé kí ni ìdí tí a ṣe fẹ́ lọ Yorùbá freedom now Oduduwa nation will stand. Yoruba are over 60 million. It is better to face ourselves, find where we went wrong and solve our problem and speak with one voice. Ó better kí gbogbo wa kí a kojú kọ wàhálà tó bá ń kan ilẹ̀ Yorùbá nísìn ní economy, ní welfare, ní security, ní gbogbo development tí ó lè wá sílẹ̀ Yorùbá ní àsìkò yìí ní wákàtí kí èdè àìyedè tá bá ní láàrin wa ká jọ yanjú ẹ̀ láàrin ara wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè kan ju tí a wà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ nísìn lọ. Also, looking at each other, faces among states to lift up the less ones and turn our nation to a competitive nation in order to achieve a better goal. That is good for our children, youth, and children yet unborn to become great nation where they are of the same native culture and tradition. Reason for Yoruba to exit from Nigeria. Yoruba tribe was a nation and a country before the 1914 amalgamation. Nigeria was forced upon us over 100 years. This created injustice, atrocities against the Yoruba by the Fulanis that are causing increasing on terrorism and banditry, killings, raping, kidnapping, racial abuse to our sisters, fathers from their farmland. Fulanis are enslaving us in our land. They are occupying all the position in the Yoruba province ní gbogbo agbègbè wa in all the government offices. Ó ti di pé nílẹ̀ Haúsá especially l'Abuja nísìn kó bá tó fẹ́ gbaṣẹ́ o kọ́kọ́ láti kọ́kọ́ lọ́mọ málà kan àbí Haúsá kan àbí Fúlàní kan kò jẹ́ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ rárá. Àwọn ló ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní iṣẹ́ gbòógì ní port wa lẹ́ni nísìn Haúsá lẹni tó wà níbẹ̀ Haúsá Fúlàní ló gbé síbẹ̀ gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó wà níbẹ̀ báárà lẹ́ ń ṣe nínú bẹ̀ nísìn airport Hausa ló di gbogbo airport Nàìjíríà bó bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ni immigration service Hausa náà ni custom Hausa náà ni military Hausa náà ni police force Hausa náà ni ó bẹ́tà ká dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè. Yoruba want independence. Yoruba nation independent must stand before any political election in Yoruba land. àfẹ́ ní election mọ́ lórílẹ̀-èdè tiwa ìta àfẹ́ ni pé a fẹ́ dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè míì tó ti ń bẹ tẹ́lẹ̀ tá a bá wá sọ pé a fẹ́ dá dúró in tó kọ̀ máa yàtọ̀ ní gbogbo ohun tá à ń sọ ni pé orí ilẹ̀ yẹn náà la wà àmọ́ orúkọ máa yàtọ̀ àní máa jẹ́ Nàìjíríà mọ́ we will become a nation and ìdí tí a ní ká ṣe lọ nìyẹn owó tó fi sínú bank orúkọ ẹ̀ sì máa wà nínú bank yẹn bank kan máa change system pé a jẹ́ Nàìjíríà mọ́ nígbà tí declaration bá máa wáyé So, and I hope, we will continue to emphasize on that. So once again, ẹni tó ti pè tẹ́lẹ̀ ẹ sì fún àwọn tí ò ti pè láyè kí a gbọ́ tiwọn. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe ní kíákíá nítorí pé ètò yẹn máa wá sílẹ̀ very, very soon because I have a lot of things to do today. Let's take other calls as we go ahead. Ẹ káàárọ̀ yàwá Liz dada, mo kí gbogbo ọmọ káàárọ̀ jire. Yoruba nation has come to stay and it is our right. Ní kíákíá ẹgbẹ́ òṣèké à ń gbọ́ yín.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ sà, ẹ kú ètò, ọlọ́run gbàdúrà wa. Ṣé rí ẹni tí wọ́n lọ sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn pé báwo la ṣe mọ̀ pé Fúlàní ni? Ara àwọn ọ̀tá Yorùbá nìyẹn tí wọ́n fẹ́ kí Yorùbá bọ́ kò lóko ẹrú. So kò yẹ ká jẹ máa tẹ̀lé ní táwa máa ṣe inú wa ló máa wà. Then kí oníkálukú different tètè gbogbo àwọn inú abúlé káàkiri gbogbo ajá báwọn inú abúlé kan tètè kí wọ́n sọ fún wọn kó kálukú kí wọ́n tó different inú abúlé káàkiri ìjọ tí wọ́n tábà ṣe jìrì ìrànì tábẹ́ sí yẹn wọ́n kálukú tí wọ́n ẹ bá wa sọ fún àwọn èèyàn púpọ̀ báwọn tó kọ̀tẹ́lí tó ní oko á ní abúlé wọ́n kálukú kò ní abá káàkiri àwọn èèyàn ló máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ ní abá wa gan so wọ́n lẹ́yìn pẹ̀lú àwọn ti gbọ́ wípé kò sí táwọn ọmọ bẹ́ẹ̀ so mo dẹ ibi tẹ́mi dẹ̀ ti wá abúlé tẹ́mi ti wá mọ́mọ́ bá ti rí níbẹ̀ so ọ̀jẹ̀ bó ṣe jẹ́.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni, thank you so much. The number hasn't changed, plus 44 74 04405917. The only line you can call during a program like this. I want to take Petele. We're trying to call them back, but I think we have a call that is coming through. Hello, caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Conte.
Good morning, ma.
Taku.
How are you?
Sometimes àwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan wù tó yẹ ká ṣe ká ṣe. But there is you can't do it all because we now Yoruba any problem kan wọ́n tó yẹ ká parapọ̀ ká ṣe we are all in fragment. Mo yọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni lákòókò láwọn ṣe ọlọ́run àpò ayọ̀ ń yẹn. Ìkọ́kọ́ bring it up pé ń sìn wọ́n sọ fáwọn èèyàn wà ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn èèyàn tó gbọ́ wa àwọn tí ò gbọ́ wa tí ò gbọ́ ẹgbẹ́ ṣe wọ́n dìlì because wọ́n sí lára àwọn elite tó ń wọ́n tán ní fún nígbà àwọn èèyàn tó máa bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ mo sọ ní ìgbà ẹgbẹ́ bóyá ìmọ̀ mo rí wọ́n máa ń kípa mo bá ṣe pé leaflet pélépélé là ń ṣe this our next this is Yoruba naturally sing there's nothing wrong in doing this everything cannot be on Koiki but mo guess báwọn yòókù náà máa gbọ́n sìn like because mélòó ló fẹ́ dání kan ṣe ọ̀kadìbà ń ṣiṣẹ́ pọ̀ these things have been done kó lọ máa gbé kiri pé towards we might emergency kiri kan àbúrò yẹn pẹ́ ṣe bí òtún àwọn highlight ní kékeré ká pín ní àwọn ìgbèlúkọ àtàwọn ìyá ọlọ́jà àwọn ní àtàwọn aládùúgbò ìyẹn important tó ní gbogbo wọn kọ́nà ní fóònù tó má dẹ̀ ní fóònù wọn ní data tó wọn ò tí ì ní gbọ́n náà tó yẹn lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ tó dẹ̀ mò ń sọ ń sìn nígbà tí wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní pé àwọn èèyàn wa pa ń sìn àní governors kí ló dé tí àgbé ṣèyí má ti dé through kàkà lọ sí kúrò process wọ́n pa àwọn èmi ò mọ̀ bóyá there is another process we need to take this guy to task àtàwọn governors yòókù tó dákẹ́ ṣáwọn náà wọ́n kọ́ lọ pa wá there must be allowed to face this bill àkọlé máa dákẹ́ ṣe ilé máa dákẹ́ kọ́ máa wo election kọ́ máa ṣàṣàrò election kọ́ máa pa àwọn èèyàn kó dẹ̀ keep quiet why is he the first man of the state we need to do something maybe the court of law just take him to court not for anything we might not win but kájí ẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ fòrò ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ nígbà yẹn ká fòrò ẹ̀mí kí ni wọ́n nígbà yẹn pé òun wò wá wọn pa wá kó máa explain yourself you cannot defend them as the chief security of the state why then one bad day they talk about professor ni pé by now but àwọn Fúlàní yẹn ò ṣe take wa serious ni pé wọ́n pọ̀ gbogbo àǹjánu ó yẹ ká ti ní security outfit ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tó máa target àwọn pẹ́pẹ́ àwọn èèyàn wá lè máa pè kó ń ṣe eléyìí tó máa ń ṣe àwọn parliament náà àwọn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ní àgbo pẹ̀lú àlè máa pè dábàá lè ẹgbẹ́ ṣe ìkọ́jà lè máa pè tó security tó máa ṣe what's the essence like the mama that called earlier said ó yẹ ká ní ibi kọ́jà máa trace àwọn people yìí tó yẹ pé àwọn èèyàn wá ti ètò ìpè jọ wọ́n ti gbé èèyàn wá kan wọ́n á dẹ̀ it doesn't have to be public wọ́n á dẹ̀ fọwọ́ trace wọn kó kó rí ransom kó dọ́dọ̀ wọn àwọn èèyàn wá yẹn á ti dọ́dọ̀ wọn we have to look for them wọ́n á dẹ̀ ti tó bá ti ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ fún méjì nínú wọ́n á mọ̀ pé àwọn people yìí náà ní ẹni tó ń gbèjà wọn we cannot since we don't have a government it's a defense tó bá débẹ̀ tó bá rí wọn tó pa wọn tó bá wọn ọlọ́pàá tó fẹ́ fún wọn.
Okay, let me say this, Ketulo, because you know, I know somebody 3 different times I've been involved to try and rescue those that have been kidnapped, but our family eventually went behind and still say they don't need the service anymore. Koda ati difa ifa ti son to ma se what is she to 12. But the family told us they were not interested. And eventually the family went ahead and paid every money that they would have probably maybe would not have paid. So, and that's why I said now, our focus now is, as at the time that we are preparing for the mega rally, which is our main now big event, Tombo. Emma Ekalo Bon Bubu Energy. I understand we don't want them to be killed, but that is the responsibility of the governor, and I agree with to that extent that our governors must be held responsible. And we will still go after those governors at some point later, you know, in this near future. But for now, we have a big task ahead of us, which we've been told. I talk about what is our mega rally missing. We can now burn our energy. You know, we can defend community line wa Tifulani ba wole tebari won Kenyan ki won. But for us to be saying for me, I don't think, you know, we need to burn our energy. I've got to burn energy we missing lori preparedness for the mega rally, because mega rally it could lead to anything. And if we are not prepared enough, you know, it will have a big impact and a big obstacle. But I totally agree that, you know, we got to have a command center. And where is that command center? It still boils back to the organization. You know, everybody wants to, you know, Baba Georgia Kiolani say, even if you're not with Baba Kitoyemo, if you want to be the command center, let us know. You know, at some point they were doing something that he told me about. We must have that command center, and then equipment they ban need. Ejeka fún ilé equipment yẹn. Àti mọ̀ pé òkè tí problem bá wà, ibì kan ló máa pè. Àwọn area kan nísìn wọ́n ti mọ̀ pé tí wàhálà bá dé, especially gbogbo Ìbàràpá àti yẹn, àmọ́ ta lè gbé dìde tí a dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé wọ́n ti prepare wọn there. Are we doing the same thing in other states? I don't know, because we haven't put in that, you know, that mechanism. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ndé mẹ́ ẹ̀ ń dúró de OPC. A ní láti dúró de OPC. A ní láti dúró de Ìbàgà ní kankan. Káwọn máa ṣe tí wọn, káwọn máa ṣe ti tọ̀dọ̀ tiwa. Àwa ṣe fẹ́ build another force láti fi support in tó ti wà tẹ́lẹ̀. À ń dúró de Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn. A lè dúró de Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn. A lè dúró de Àgbẹ̀kọ̀yà. So, I mean, that's just what I wanted to say, you know, to think of that anyway.
Okay. No,
Amen.
But then nípa ti rally yẹn ṣá ẹ jẹ́ ká àwọn màmá yẹn gbogbo wọn ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ ṣe small, so I'll try and send it to ìlànà UK. Maybe we can channel our energy to that. Pé this rally pé ká lọ ṣe àwọn leaflet kékeré ká lọ máa pé not that we're going to tell them, but this is the Yoruba people. This is where we're going. This is what we're doing next. So that wọ́n á lè mọ̀. Lórí rédíò orí TV wọ́n lè gbọ́ o. It doesn't matter. Our tobacco like but for them to just have the idea of what is going on. So all right,
Eshigami, thanks so much. It's exactly 11:40, which is 20 minutes before. Not everybody will be able to get through, but as much of whatever can get through, we get through, and we can only say, because I'm not going to be here all day. I'm getting ready to now end the program. Go ahead straight to the point, and let's hear from your view as well. I mean, it's easy for us to come out and say something, but are we all also after the show calling 3 people and fund them, prepare them, and send them out for campaign? I need to do the general and say, our nurse individual, we can do something. Hello, good morning, caller. Go ahead.
Hello, Carol. Based on analysis, terrorists to more energy. Hello.
I'm going.
Yeah. Never noticed this, yeah. Àwọn Fúlàní Yorùbá ló ń sọ jáde lẹ́nu. And gbogbo àwọn tó ń pè wọlé take notes. Yorùbá tẹ́lẹ̀ yìí sọ jáde lẹ́nu. Meaning pé àwọn people yìí wọ́n ti gbé láàrin wa. Àárín wa dẹ̀ lọ́ sì ń gbé. Fúlàní tó bá wà ládùúgbò tó ń ta gúgúrú àtẹ̀pà, tó ń ta bòlì, tó ń ta whatever. Mọṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe lálẹ́. Á wọnú igbó lọ. Á lọ ṣiṣẹ́ inú igbó lálẹ́. Àwọn tó ti kidnap. Tó bá ti di during the day, a wá sí gbòòrò, a tún mingle pẹ̀lú wa. Continue Professor Jensen ni pé any Fulanis tó bá ń gbé gbogbo South West àti àwọn Biafra o, ẹ má trust wọn. Gbogbo wọn potential terrorists gbogbo wọn. So ẹ ní láti máa ṣọ́ wọn. ẹ̀ tẹ́ bá sọ pé kí ẹjọ́ gbé dàgbà ní ẹ̀mọ́ rí no ojú ti dojú ẹ̀jẹ̀ ń sìn so ẹ ní láti máa ṣọ́ anybody tó bá ti jẹ́ pé Fúlàní ni o ẹ má trust anybody mọ́ because kọ́tọ́ tó lè mú wọn tó ń sọ Yorùbá which means our people yìí wọ́n bí wọn sáàárín wa wọ́n dẹ̀ ti gbé èyí tó bí sáàárín wa ó ti gbé láàárín wa ó ti study wa then àwọn cousins wo tó wá from Sahel tó wá join you so gbogbo wọn wá ṣiṣẹ́ hand in hand so àti tó ń ṣe mìtì ni o tó ń ta bẹ̀rẹ̀ àtẹ̀yìn ni o tó ń ṣe gate man ni tó ṣe ẹ má trust anybody mọ́ gbogbo wọn jọ ń ṣiṣẹ́ pọ̀ ni èyí tó bá ṣiṣẹ́ physically pẹ̀lú wọn wọ́n fún wọn ní information níbi tó máa lè láàbò so gbogbo wọn jọ ń ṣiṣẹ́ pọ̀ ni so ẹni Fúlàní ń sìn ẹ máa ṣọ́ wọn tọwọ́ tẹsẹ̀ ni ọ̀tọ̀ mi fẹ́ sọ nìyẹn.
ẹ ṣé gan ni very good observation and yes you're quite right because ẹ rántí pé wọ́n gbé bàbá kan ní Abẹ́òkúta ní some few months back ó dẹ̀ nígbà tí bàbá yẹn bí ó nígbà tó gbé I think he was injured or something ìkànnì wọn change aṣọ ó wá sí ìgboro ó wá ra oògùn ó tún padà wọnú ilé hello caller hello ẹ ti wọ̀n ẹ go ahead.
ẹ kú ètò.
àjọ ń ṣe ni.
ibi tí màá kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ lélẹ̀ ok n kọ́kọ́ sọ pé mi ni àjọ ń chat lórí nọ́mbà Canada ẹ̀ nípa àwọn tó wà ní kìlórúkọ ẹ̀ tó wà ní US tá lè link up pẹ̀lú. ok bọ̀ so ibi tí mo wá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ mi ni pé káyé máa àpọ́ṣọ blame sí nǹkan tí ò ṣe àpọ́ṣọ blame sí kò sí forest kankan tó ń gbàbọ̀dé fún wa mi mọ̀ wá ti yẹ pé àwa Yorùbá tábà máa àpọ́ṣọ blame síbi tí ó wà relevant kí ni ìtumọ̀ pé forest ń gbàbọ̀dé fún wa ṣé kò sí forest láwọn ìlú mi ni forest wà láwọn ìlú mi náà ta ló ń bo àwọn forest yẹn àwọn nǹkan tó yẹ ká ṣe ló yẹ ká ṣe ìyá ẹ̀ ti sọ̀rọ̀ technology òkè á ní láti deploy ẹ̀ but àwa already ní Ọlọ́run ti fún wa ní technology títí wa gbogbo copy tá à ń copy náà ló ń kọ́ sí problem fún wa débi tá a wà yìí technology ti wá ní ká lò àwọn tó lè ṣiṣẹ́ yìí wà àwọn kan dúró de pé kọ́ fún wọn lówó àwọn kan dúró de pé kọ́ ní kọ́ wá pè wọ́n so ìyẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ ìkejì ni pé bọ̀bọ̀ tó wá láti Amẹ́ríkà yẹn ó dùn mí but at the same time tún lè fẹ́ sọ pé kò dùn mí torí pé kí ni mo wà ní forum kan old school association mo ní bọ̀bọ̀ kan tó lọ sí Nàìjíríà láti US láti Canada sorry tó ń sọ pé Èkó tó sọ pé Nàìjíríà tó sọ pé kò séwu ó ti wà bẹ́ẹ̀ láti September I think I told you about this guy. mo lè rọ pé mo máa send photo ẹ̀ tó ń ṣó fọ́tò tó yá pẹ̀lú bá gbogbo ẹ̀ kìnnìkan ó ń ṣe Yorùbá nation gidi kan ó lọ ṣe politics ní Yorùbá nation sọ pé káwọn má ṣe politics who knows irú bọ̀bọ̀ yìí náà tó lọ ta ló mọ nǹkan tó lọ ṣe but tó bá ti délẹ̀ báyìí á kàn máa dùn àwọn èèyàn tó kù ìgbà tí mo bá wọn po ní fórum yẹn wọn láti yọ mí later ọ̀sẹ̀ links wé mi wá join mo fi wọ́n lẹ̀ pé mi ò join because ẹ kàn parọ́ fáwọn èèyàn lórí fórum yìí ni torí ẹ wá promote èèyàn tó fẹ́ lọ ṣe pọ́lì ó náà fẹ́ lọ contest pẹ̀lú APC governor lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ primary mo ní ṣé Tinubu máa mú ẹ wọlé ni ó máa yọ Ambode tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ abẹ́ kí lórúkọ Sanwó-Olú tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ kúrò ní wọ́n ṣàlẹ́nu kọ́ dáwó fún kìnnìkan so gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ ṣe lẹ́dùn yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ so nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ń sìn ni pé oníkálukú ni kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣe security ààrẹ gbogbo nǹkan tó bá mọ̀ kó lè fi ṣe security ààrẹ ni kó fi ṣe security ààrẹ because tá a bá dúró de gọ́vnọ̀ fún rẹ̀ gan fi ṣe security fún rẹ̀ ni àwọn olówó náà ṣe àwọn tọ́jú rẹ̀ gọ́vnọ̀ gan ọ̀hún ló ń secure ara wọn so kẹ́nìbọ̀dì má dúró de àwọn gọ́vnọ̀ yìí mọ́ alábọ̀dé ní gbogbo àwọn ọlọ́dún tó gbàbọ̀dé sínú ìlú fèsì wọn à ń lọ fèsì pé inú gbogbo àbọ̀dé fún wa kí ni túbọ̀ pé inú gbogbo àbọ̀dé fún wa inú gbogbo ti wà ń bẹ̀ láti jọ yìí tí ẹ̀yin tẹ wà láàrin ìlú ẹ̀ ń fi onírọ̀jù lẹ̀ ń òfòlè jẹ gọ́vnọ̀ ẹ̀ ń fi frosters jẹ sínétọ̀ ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ ẹ̀wọ̀n náà lẹ́ fi ń ṣe ọlọ́pàá lẹ́ fi ń ṣe military àwọn kidnappers yìí àwọn military protect wọn ṣebí títí mi Hamzat ta gbọ́ ọ̀nà àwọn military wà ní checkpoint kó tó dé ọ̀dọ̀ wọn kọ́ ní kó máa release fídíò bọ̀bọ̀ ẹ̀ síta lórí Facebook kọ́ lè mọ̀ kọ́ lè rò máa ń ṣe ra irọ́ ló ń pa wọ́n tún bèrè iye táwọn pípùn yẹn tó gbélé fún àwọn bí wọ́n fẹ́ mi iye tó san kọ́ lè mọ iye tó máa gbà sí àwọn ni káwọn yẹn máa parọ́ fún wọn òun ni problem is a big problem gbogbo àwọn military tẹ́ ẹ̀ dúró pé ọmọ máa protect wọn ní pọ wọn ṣe business lọ tí wọn ni wọn ṣe business lọ ni àwọn ọlọ́pàá kan ṣe business ṣùgbọ́n àwọn ọlọ́pàá kan làwọn ti Ìbàdàn lọ bá tó ní pé ẹ lọ sanwó fún wọn because ọ̀bọ máa rí èèyàn síwájú èèyàn kéèyàn tó rọ̀bọ̀ nínú igbó you know these people are just making money out of all these things àwọn tó ní ìyẹn politicians mọ̀ so kẹ́nìkálukú kó lọ take care rẹ̀ kó lọ bóyá máa ṣe security fún ara rẹ̀ ká má deceive ara wa kò sí anybody then kọ́wé èèyàn fowó sí security account ká láti máa prepare because just like you said ká prepare fún mega rally tó ń bọ̀ yìí.
ẹ ṣe gan ni
gbọ́ngàn ní ọ̀rọ̀.
thank you so much ẹ̀gbọ́n mi kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ẹ̀gbọ́n mi pátápátá mo ti rí logo yín tẹ́ bá ti wọlé ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Kúnlé Bakers àwọn èèyàn kì í fi ṣeré rárá tó bá gbórí wọlé wá fi nǹkan kan sínú super chat bí gbogbo ẹ̀yin náà ṣe ń support wa lọ́tún lọ́sẹ̀ like I always say this is the only job I do in the last 3 years. I've never taken any job. I've never taken even any services that would have related to because I don't know who is behind that services. Ẹ lọ bá Koiki wọ́n mọ̀ dáadáa ẹ lọ bí a ká lọ sọ pé a máa ṣe nǹkan kan lọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀. I avoid it because I know the sensitivity of what I carry and I know what is on my shoulder. It's a big load. So I will only rely on members of the public that you have been there for myself and my family. I have children, I have wives. So at the end of the day, your support has been what has kept me going. It is not up to what I expect, but I know that, like I always say, anybody go to me lie. Here forever. But I pray that we can all do the same thing, to keep this movement going, in our own little effort. Ejekalo supporting the central account and likewise, the security account as well. Let's go straight now to Germany, where I guess this caller is calling from. A new background. Hello. And talk about Australia, you are calling the wrong number. I only expect us to call the studio line. The studio line has been pinned. Don't call any other number. It will disturb. Each time they back me on cut off for Twitter. Please, the caller from Australia, the number to call will be called out again. +44 74 044 05917. Emma Shesuru kento wa lori line shetan kento wole ni. And I have to give people time to talk because konse mi nìkan ni mo jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá. Ẹ̀yin náà ní right láti dá sọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀. Ìyẹn la ṣe ní kẹ́ pè wọlé. Tábà bí fún ní right. Èmi á kàn ṣe program mi máa dé close mama lon tèmi. But mo fẹ́ gbọ́ nǹkan tẹ́yin náà ń sọ. Mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ kẹ́lòmíì náà gbọ́. Ẹ̀yin náà lẹ ní ọgbọ́n gbogbo wa náà. Òun náà la fẹ́ fi gba Yorùbá nation. Mo kí ìyá mi dáadáa tí ẹ ṣe tán ní first bank. You are now outside the country and I hope the family is doing very well on the other side of the globe. Gbogbo àwọn ẹ má bínú kọ́là. Gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wa tó ti kú nírìn àjò yìí. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa tọrọ fún wọn. Like I said, one of our uncle kódà wọ́n sì fún mi ní owó pé ká ṣe flag. Mọ́mì ni mo béèrè àṣẹ mọ́mì kan tẹ̀ ti dákẹ́ ní February kọ́lọ̀ máa fọ̀run kéyàwó wọn. Very powerful family. They have supported us, only enough for me to be hearing just 3 days ago that the wife has died as well. So, go ahead, caller.
Okay. First of all, I will not take much of your time. My own contribution this afternoon is Momari Bobo Akitiyan lórí movement Yorùbá nìkan.
Loud and clear. We can hear you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Momari Bobo Akitiyan, efforts you've done so excellently. In fact, I don't know how much I can appreciate you. Yeah, and so many people like that, they've done so excellently as well. People like Mayukun and some other people like that don't agitate the movement. But the only thing,
no, we like feedback on this platform. So even if it's something that we would disagree with, like I said, I have lived in a society for 20 years that if we don't have feedback and recommendation, I'd have a back on sorry, still a mountain ship, but go ahead.
Okay. Nǹkan tí mo kọ̀ rí bẹ̀ ni pé Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ kí ibi jà wá ká tó
ní àdóhùn mọ́tọ́ ìyọ̀bí àmúráì. Àwọn Fúlàní kidnap of recent pẹ̀lú níbi tó ṣiṣẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀.
Yes. Mr. Wolabi àti Rachel.
Yeah, these are people to just be fine. Fine, if you can't go back on ṣiṣẹ́ ọmọ wọn, ẹ má get me wrong. I get. There was a time you were shouting on your program, you are saying it every time. You need this, you need that. Our Yoruba people all around the world, turn on their place more. I don't know why it's so difficult to contribute or to add their own resources into this movement. It's again, it really baffles me. Me that I'm talking to you, I moved into this country 8 years ago. The little resources Timothy really movement. I don't need to be coming here to tell you. I don't need to tell people my identity. But we have people around the globe today they are doing so excellently. They have this money. I don't know what it will take them to bring out and support this movement. How much is a walking talking we are talking about that you need maybe 1,000 pieces that you couldn't read? You find it difficult. Even in your London here, in your meeting, our people are doing so excellently around the globe, which I know. Okay, look at the man that they killed now. He has a hotel. For someone like him to have a hotel in the Bomosho, I think it's
Ben.
Again, you're not trying to.
Oh, yes, sir.
A dance from our movement.
Yeah.
Ben,
Ben, come on. We don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, which is what a lot of people say. Ben.
My own advice to people that are hearing me now. Any kind of thing about me balance chair or lower for any kind of thing what I'm calling to your program, or you coming out every day in the morning, afternoon, in the late night broadcast. I listen to all your programs. You know, you've talked, you've tried all possible best to educate the world. You know, taking us back to history, which I really appreciate. Again, but I want you to want to get not to relocate as far back as 20, 30, 40 years, not even 30 were established in abroad. You know what I mean when I say established? They have the passports, they have everything. Again, even for instance, I'm still an asylum seeker in this country. You are more established like that. You get it? You get it, which is a normal thing, because you always say it on your program.
Immigration is a big problem. Ben.
The same thing here in Ghana. This is my 8th year. Anyway, I'm on leadership. You don't understand. Only got money. That's it. But the little one I have in my possession, I used to contribute, which I don't need to be coming here and be saying it. I
think what people are thinking is like, Mommy, a lot of people are thinking that, you know, we're just fighting a cause that is not going to happen. So literally they are not going to be involved and they're not going to waste their time and energy. Not that they literally like what is going on in Nigeria, but why not give us that first push? Push kẹwàá gbé yẹ̀wò bóyá kìíní ta fẹ́ ṣe yìí ó máa bọ́ sí kò ní bọ́ sí ìná àwọn tó tẹ̀ ṣe kú gan ní Nàìjíríà gan wọ́n tó numbers àwọn tàtẹ̀ wá ń kóra wájọ ní sìntánà fẹ́ lọ and they make you see Abacha destroy the constitution in under 3 minutes. So and I think that is what needs to be our backbone. More understand that some are not even watching us, but say Yoruba nation, Nigeria Yoruba do. But I'm not going to go. But they are still literally even investing in Nigeria of today that is not good. I mean, you cannot invest in a country where your life is, and it doesn't matter wherever you are. But go ahead, I'm using
that man.
fresh gan 8 days ago là ń sọ yìí mo ní 8 days ago lọ́rọ̀ tá a ṣe ń sọ yìí ó fresh lórí gan 8 days ago ló
very
ṣẹlẹ̀.
fresh and that's why I'm going back to its own case now. Another one is still going to happen in the next coming days, 48, 24 hours. How long are we going to be coming to your program and be talking? Àwọn èèyàn kan wà ní mo rí short clip bàbá Délé Ìrọ̀kọ̀. Bàbá yẹn láti máa sọ pé ibi tó lọ ń blend àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá dé wípé àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n ní resources lọ́wọ́ tí wọ́n ní owó lọ́wọ́ they are not coming into this movement.
No. They're not.
They are not supporting. I don't know why. It's
a máa bẹ̀ wọ́n náà ni I'm sure kò tó bá ń gbọ́dọ̀ àwọn èyí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni irú àwọn èèyàn èyí ẹ̀gbọ́n wa tẹ́ ń pè yìí I'm sure they will look back and say you know what okay ní fún wọn lówó ẹ̀kọ́ ìkìtọ́ trust ẹ̀ bọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ń pè bàbá kí tó yìí bàbá màá fún yín ní kinní kan x amount of dollars ẹ lọ máa fi ṣiṣẹ́ tẹ̀ ń ṣe lọ. We don't have a problem with that. tó bá yẹ pé bóyá you are thinking literally I mean I'm just saying quote and unquote pé oko ìkì wọ́kọ́lá máa kówó yẹn fún jàre àpò fún ẹ pé bàbá kí tó yè ẹ pé àwọn tó yẹ kẹ́ ẹ pè yẹn onítìrí tẹ bá lè pè wọ́n tẹ bá lè get through sí wọn one way or the other ẹ release fund tí a need yìí kí ìrìn àjò ilé fi rìn díẹ̀ mo mọ̀ pé lómi ò fi sanwó sí àwọn platforms yẹn because they are very skeptical that it could get leaked and they might know them. There's always a way ẹ pè wá lẹ́yìn ká rọra connect pẹ̀lú àwọn the right people ó dá ẹgbà ṣẹ́rí ó kéré ni o ẹ máa mú $1 million yìí ẹ lọ fi ṣe tẹ́fẹ́ ṣe inú ẹ̀yin gan máa dùn tó bá jẹ́ pé láti connect mọ́ àwọn the right people ni ẹ pè ká fún yín ẹ má fi ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń sọ yìí gbogbo ilẹ̀ ẹ̀ ń gbá àwọn ọmọ wa tó ń dún ní ìsàlẹ̀ nílé tẹ̀yìn náà ẹ fi ṣeré àwọn ọmọ tó wà nílé wọ́n ti lock wọn in ẹ jẹ́ ká gbárùkù kìíní ká gba country wa padà àwa kúkú kọ́ lánàá fẹ́ ṣèjọba gbogbo alájọ fẹ́ ṣe ẹ bá mi sọ fún wọn lẹ́ẹ̀kan sẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi kẹ́ tó máa lọ.
ok so ẹgbẹ́ tí mo ń bẹ̀ ni pé ẹ̀yin lọ́dọ̀ wọn bá ṣe àlùkùn ẹ wà lórí program a mọ̀ pé àwa kọ́ la ṣe owó sí lọ́wọ́ we are not using force but máa fẹ́ rọ̀ wá àwọn tó gbọ́ ohun pé ọjọ́ ọ̀nà tí ẹ bá lè fi bá wa push movement in your own resources.
Makin mọ̀ bá èyí dára bí tí lẹ́yìn.
ẹ bá mi support brother mi.
ẹ ṣe gan ni.
because wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ takuntakun gan. èmi tí mo bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ yìí níwọ̀n bá €50, €20, €10 mi mo ti ṣe díẹ̀ látọ̀dọ̀ tèmi sáwọn platform tí mi ní láti máa sọ mí báyìí àní èèyàn tí mo ti ra dátà fún nínú àwọn oṣù kìíní mi ní láti máa sọ orúkọ wọn fún yín.
ẹ ṣe gan ni. Thank you so much.
ẹ jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn wa wọ́n support movement ẹ bá wa bẹ̀ wọ́n
ẹ ṣe gan ni. Thank you so much. Thank you so much ẹ̀gbọ́n mi. ẹ já kíyàwó dáadáa mo ti rí logo wọn ìyá mi Yèyé Dára Global I'm sure energy tí a activate lánàá ẹ̀wọ̀n kí mo sọ fún pé ìrìn àjò yìí energy ni ṣẹ̀rí energy tí ó activate lánàá tí ẹ rí èmi àti Yèyé Dára ìtàn pè ní pé ìrìn àjò yìí ọlọ́run nínú sí ẹ̀yin ẹ má jẹ́ kó surprise ẹ̀yin ẹ kò gbà pé a activate energy kan lánàá ṣẹ̀rí energy yẹn ó máa difficult nísìn for àwọn tí wọ́n ti lọ ṣe oríṣiríṣi mo sọ fún yín pé spiritual fight là ń jà pẹ̀lú àwọn ẹni bí tó ti rí Nàìjíríà mọ́bì kan so for them yesterday àwa ti break jeans yẹn because mo rán ibi báyìí mo jókòó sí inú bí ọ́fíìsì mi ni mo jókòó sí ti number and I have to be honest even though mo mọ̀ pé ìyá ṣì wà nínú mídíà wa kan tó máa ń gbọ́ gbogbo tó lọ but she's not part of the media anymore but she called while I was sitting here bí ṣe rí call yẹn I picked it straight away bàbá mi Kóìkì mo ní èyí kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ àgbọ̀dọ̀ báwọn youth wa sọ̀rọ̀ mo ní Friday yẹn wọ́n náà ń pè ìyá onítìrí dẹ̀ fi sọ̀rọ̀ ní Friday wà láìtàláì súnmọ́bí láìláàzíláhùwà kódà mo tún àbí ká move ẹ̀ sí àwọn ní ká ṣe ní Sunday mo ní Sunday yẹn pé mò ń rìnrìn kékeré kan pé kò ní possible níjọ́ Sunday mo á ní tó bá tẹ̀ jẹ́ pé a máa ṣe tí ìyá onítìrì bá máa wá ní Friday lórí heritage ó máa fẹ́ tó 8 o'clock a ṣe lè ṣe tọ̀dọ̀ tí yín now between 6 o'clock. That is what is called spiritual link. Kò ń ṣe gbogbo tí wọ́n sọ tẹ́yìn rò pé wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ bá ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ẹlòmíà wọ́n like woman yẹn ó ti máa sọ̀rọ̀ jù ìyẹn kọ́ ló matter spiritual fight la gbé dání and intawade ṣe lánàá ni pé máa dá sí máa sọ̀rọ̀ lórí super chat ẹ̀gbọ́n mi mo ti gbọ́ wọlé big brother let me quickly say that before it runs away. Because sometimes the killings and dramatic and distressing is yet another signpost of culture in crisis. Keep up the great work educating people. It is a struggle. Thank you so much, big brother, on the super chat. So spiritual fighting ni wọ́n ní láti sọ fún àwa ti rí yẹn. But what they've done is what gbìyànjú because tẹ́ bá wo the last time tí mo lọ sórí show Yèyé Dára was last year and I think ṣé mo wà nílé nígbà yẹn ṣá yes mo wà lọ́dọ̀ bàbá Ìgbòho ẹ wo gbà yẹn sísìn ẹ wo oríṣiríṣi nǹkan ẹ wo tí water pass gàrí ẹ̀gbọ́n ọdún mo sọ water ti pass gàrí gbogbo ìrìn àjò yẹn kò ń ṣojú lásán but I know that what we have now done is nítorí pé Ọlọ́run nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí ọmọ Yorùbá èmi ò pè wọ́n àwọn ò pè mí kódà èèyàn kan I'm sure pé yèyé mi máa rántí pé ṣé àwọn pọ́nmọ́ kan wọ́n àdèmí àti yín sínú group kékeré kan àjù mẹ́ta lọ Yèyé Dára ń sọ pé Kóìkì ló lè sọ sọ́rọ̀ yẹn wọ́n máa rántí ọ̀rọ̀ tí mò ń sọ ẹ̀ group yẹn àwa mẹ́ta ni there was a woman that added us àwọn èmi ò sọ̀rọ̀ nínú àwọn but nígbà tásìkò tó she called again to fi di pé rí wa lórí program lánàá and you will still more of that. So what I'm only trying to say is ẹ má ẹ kó jẹ́ sọ Fúlàní la fẹ́ bá jà kò ń ṣe pé à ń bára wa jà gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ Yorùbá and that is what we need to understand. What actually took place yesterday is not anything more than what we called in táwọn sọmọ́bì kan àwa náà break it and that's all and that shows that pé tàbá ń sọ pé àwọn angeli whether Muslim nìyẹn Christian nìyẹn oríṣẹ̀ṣe nìyẹn it shows that behind this Yoruba nation there's an energy that is behind it and that's all we need to understand. So thank you so much for making that call at the appropriate time and that shows yesterday that we are moving forward and we will not relent. We will continue to educate. We give you all the reasons in the world that better kíran Yorùbá kó dá dúró than being part of Nigeria. And are you going to be the next person? Àfi máa fi yàn kan máa ṣe máa sọ pé wọ́n pààyàn kan wọ́n ṣe kinní kan torí àwọn èèyàn tó ń pè torí pé àdè máa gbé tó yẹn mo need 10 minutes kó tó di pé a máa lọ o so ẹjọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ fún mi ní 10 minute notice ẹgbọ́n sókè ìyá bàbá tó ń pè mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yàn Yèyé Dára mo ṣí page 3 ẹni sùúrù ẹ̀gbọ́n mi tó ń pè 356 subscriber tó bá yẹ pé ẹ nífẹ̀ẹ́ in tó lọ lánàá tó yẹ pé inú tó ń bí ẹ̀yin tẹ́lẹ̀ náà ẹ̀yin gbà tẹ́lẹ̀ tíra wa méjèèjì yẹn inú yàn bí yín mọ́ nísìn ẹ bá wa lọ subscribe gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí platform yìí gbogbo yín pátápátá màá mọ̀ tó bá increase tẹ́kọ̀ọ́lì má máa fi tán màá post page wọn again Yèyé Ọmọlúàbí Àtàtà ẹ lọ subscribe sí gbogbo yín. We have 386 watching on YouTube, we on Instagram, we on all the platforms ẹ fi show sílẹ̀ nísìn ẹ lọ subscribe kẹ́ wá padà wá ẹgbọ́n sókè alàgbà tó ń pè.
Hello, Mr. Koiki.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ sà. Àti ìwọ̀ sí. Ẹ káàárọ̀ sà. Ẹjọ́ kan pẹ̀lú.
Ẹ wò pé mo kàn fẹ́ sọ little thing lórí gbogbo tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ bọ̀. Ohun tí mo understand. Ẹ bá wo láyé jọ̀hún.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sà.
Ní village Johansen.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Táwọn lè bá wá. Ó ti láwọn nǹkan tó máa ṣe lórí pé wọ́n máa mú gbálẹ̀ wọ́n máa gbálẹ̀. It's criminal. The Yoruba land can do all those things to the villages. Kódà irú woman tó pè ń jọ lẹ́kàn ẹ̀ tán ní kàfínà sínú gbó wa. We can put collateral tó yẹ pé àwọn gan-an máa bá wa san igbó yẹn wá síta.
Bọ̀ kí ló tó kíní tó ń pẹ́ tá a ṣe ẹ̀gbọ́n mi kíní tí ń pẹ́ wọ́n pa àwọn èèyàn ń jiyàn gbé kò yẹ kó tó bá yẹ pé wọ́n ń ṣe kinní ni kò yẹ kó máa jíyàn gbé lórí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá.
tó bá yẹ pé ògùn ìwà ń lu yẹn tó bá yẹ pé ògùn ìwà ń lu yẹn.
ok.
kódà bó ṣe ilẹ̀ náà ló ń gbá jáde.
ok.
rí àwọn Fúlàní tó ń gbé bọ̀kọ́rùn tó ń gbálẹ̀ títì.
ok.
kódà àwọn gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì wa ló tún máa bá wa bẹ̀ wá pé ká release àwọn people.
ok.
because it's too much. Eru àwọn hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì àwọn eru gbogbo àwọn ó yẹ kán ní something like that.
ok.
ẹ jẹ́ ká gbàgbé Christianity ẹ jẹ́ ká gbàgbé Muslim.
ok.
because tí n bá ní hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì dami èmi ni mo ní right lórí gbogbo security àwọn tó lodge sínú hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì mi.
ok.
pastor wà ń bẹ̀.
ok.
imam wà ń bẹ̀.
yeah.
tí wọ́n bá wọ́n fẹ́ pa wọ́n sà.
yeah.
tí àwọn pastor imam tó ń bá rí àwọn tó gbébọn tó jùbọ́lẹ̀ tó ń gbálẹ̀.
ok.
ẹ pé wọn ní sọ pé ogun ni mo ṣe.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
wọn ní sọ pé ogun náà wọ́n hate me ni.
ok.
and their pastor that so I don't see reason why we cannot slap all those things. because taba ní à ń lé gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì káàkiri they won't answer us.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
taba ṣe nǹkan tó yẹ pé ọ̀n rí Fúlàní everyday ọ̀n oko wọn ń gbálẹ̀ torí gbógun ló mú wọn mọ́bẹ̀.
okay.
they will come and beg us.
okay.
They release our people. Okay, àti gbọ́ nǹkan tẹ̀ nǹkan. We don't need to be pursuing the government up and down. Kódà àwọn ọba tó bá náwó sí àwọn tó ń mú gbálẹ̀ wọn gbálẹ̀. We will see all of them. Gbogbo wọn bá ń gbá bá ní àǹdáwó yẹn kọ́ kó fẹ́ni tó bá lọ kó lóògùn kó bá wa.
The problem ni pé púpọ̀ ni wọ́n ti gbá wa náà ni bàbá mi ó easy bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn àwọn èèyàn ti ṣẹ́rí majority wọ́n ti náà wọn mọ ògùn ṣe wọ́n mọ kíní kan ṣe olúkálùkù wọn kàn fi ń ṣe àchọ́pù níjàre àwọn kan ní lóòótọ́ wọ́n dákẹ́ bí ejò wọ́n sọ sí but àwọn tó ò ní àwọn ló pọ̀ jù àwọn èdè kan wọ́n dẹ̀ ń gbowó lọ́wọ́ ọmọ diaspora ṣẹ́rí lórí pé kí wọ́n ṣètùtù kọ́ ṣoògùn diaspora ti ná ṣe gé owó. So right now diaspora are not sure of ìyẹn làwọn kan ṣe sọ pé bóyá ká tẹ̀ fọ̀rọ̀ ògùn sílẹ̀ ká prepare nǹkan me again in terms of more security outfit. You know, we have our general CSI general wa nìyẹn kò sẹ́ni tó lè dispute yẹn. So general ló máa sọ pé okay níbí báyò but like I said ẹ jẹ́ ká tètè nísìn wá ìta bá sì ń wá àwọn gbẹtugbẹtu yẹn àti àdúrà ó lè jẹ́ pé nígbà míì gan sẹ̀ bí àwa náà máa rán àwọn èèyàn lọ sí Jerusalem àbí àwọn òkè oríṣiríṣi a ní àwọn òkè yẹn nílẹ̀ Yorùbá.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
So ká má fi ṣẹ́rí I think our problem ẹ má bínú ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ẹ fà àwọn ọba sílẹ̀ àwọn ọba ò fẹ́ jẹ́ ká àwọn ọba ó dìgbà tó bá jí ọba mi gbé ṣèbí kan lọ jí nísìn ṣẹ́rí tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nísìn ni pé all we need now is ká má fi gbogbo ẹnu sọ̀rọ̀ a need àwọn nǹkan tó jẹ́ pé mo sọ fún pé ẹ mọ̀ pé tẹ́ bá gbọ́ program tí mo ṣe mo ní if we have 20,000 Yorùbá men wọ́n dẹ̀ ready wọ́n wà ká dẹ̀ kọ́ nǹkan tó gbóná tó jẹ́ tuntun brand new fún wọn tó bá declare lẹ́nìí at least a lè sọ pé 1,000 ẹ dúró sí border yẹn 1,000 ẹ dúró sí border yẹn kí 5,000 wà nínú ìlú and we will not have nothing to scare but the problem is a gbọ́dọ̀ tètè máa ṣe ní kíákíá nísìnyí ìyẹn mọ̀ pé tó bá pè ẹ́ ń bẹ̀rù pé ẹ lọ kówó ẹ pè wá á connect mọ́ bàbá Akíntóyè ẹ lọ sọ́dọ̀ wọn ẹ release owó yẹn fún wọn àwọn lówó yẹn máa wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ bówó yẹn bá ti dọ́dọ̀ tiwọn á mọ bó ṣe máa dọ́dọ̀ general wa tó máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ra oríṣiríṣi àwọn nǹkan tá a ní ìdí tá a gbọ́dọ̀ máa fi gbogbo ẹnu sọ àbọ̀dọ̀ mọ̀ yẹn nísìn so wáyé tá a bá wá àwa máa ṣe ètùtù náà so tètùtù kan ṣẹ́rí ètùtù and they are working on it ó pè mí láti state kan I'm not going to mention the state méjì nísìn ni mo mọ̀ tí wọ́n ń lọ sí gbogbo bọ́dà wa tó ń ṣe tó ẹ̀kọ́ ṣe gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ Yorùbá and I'm not joking wọ́n ṣe a ní láti train àwọn èèyàn láti wà train tàwọn ẹ̀dẹ̀ sọ pé training nínú training yẹn ẹlòmíì gbọ́dọ̀ mọ motorcycle tún ṣe tó bá ń drive lọ bí ó dákẹ́ ni mọ́tò dákẹ́ ni you know so many things but gbogbo kìíní èèyàn kan ò lè ṣe so ẹ lọ fowó sínú central account ẹ fowó sínú security account and kólúkálukú náà wà máa prepare mind wa pé we are going ṣẹ́rí 188 days the last thing we want to come back ṣẹ́rí tí a bá lọ èmi ò sọ pé àní lọ o mo kàn tí a bá lọ ẹ lè hold Yèyé Dára ẹ lè hold Koiki Media ẹ lè hold Mayegun ẹ lè hold gbogbo Yorùbá self media ẹ lè hold wa responsible for that o gbogbo wa la wà involve o àti gbogbo wa wà involve we must be ready to do it ẹlòmíì nísìn ní ìdílé wọn which is still working bàbá kan pè wá wọ́n sọ fún mi pé ní ìdílé àwọn kankan ṣì wà wọ́n dẹ̀ guarantee pé kò ń ṣe pé a máa sanwó but wọ́n náà mọ̀ fẹ́ fún wa ní too much information but wọ́n ní àwọn máa ṣiṣẹ́ so let us do it and we will get there so bó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn.
wọ́n sọ pé kí oníkálukú lọ́mọ múra kọ́ lọ́mọ ṣe ìtọ́jú àjò fún fún rẹ̀ if we cannot locate our good one ẹlòmíràn kàn ṣe nǹkan dára yóò onímọ̀ pé bí kìíní o.
Well, I mean, that's why we say that it is important that Kotole Sherry is a very difficult situation when it comes to Sherry Korean Ogun the Colaferi Live Limonis at 21st century. Am I parọ́ I need the gbogbo nǹkan láti fi gbé ìrìn àjò yìí kó lọ sókè and gbogbo ẹ̀ náà kọ́ la máa sọ lórí social media. But one thing is moving forward now. Àti olúkàlùkù ti náwó sí left and right ẹlòmíràn tẹ but now wọ́n ti fún alákàntì méjì tí gbogbo adé confam pé okay accounting at least for now central account and the òmìnira account èmi mọ̀ pé àwọn tó wà ní behind those two accounts èmi ò fẹ́ kọ́ tẹ̀sọ́ gbogbo tó fẹ́ ṣe pẹ̀lú owó yẹn fún wa àfẹ́ mọ̀ but ẹ lọ ṣe the necessary things to push it further. Ẹ ṣe gan ni ìyá wa comfort for the super chat. You also say we should raise funds now on every platform on a daily basis for the security account. Ẹ ṣe gan ni bàbá wa ẹ jẹ́ ká tó fẹ́ lómi láyé because like I said we are not here the whole day and it's already moving further. Let's see if the next call will come through. Yoruba Nation is something. Yeah, those are the two powerful we have now. Central account. Àwọn èèyàn tó dẹ̀ wà níbẹ̀ they are like I said multi-confirming. And there's nothing for us to be scared of. So ẹ̀gbọ́n sókè yà wá láti location 9 nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ọjọ́ kan pẹ̀lú ìyá mi. Gbogbo wa la jọ ń ṣe pátápátá. Ká dúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run. Energy ni a activate padà ní. Ẹ ṣé gan-an. Adúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run.
Mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ nípa àwa tá a wà nílé.
Okay.
Nípa ọ̀rọ̀ grassroots awareness tó sọ pé wọ́n fẹ́ máa ṣe.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Ẹ má jẹ́ kí a fi àsìkò ṣòfò. Ṣé mo wípé irú èèyàn bíi ti tèmi báyìí, mo ti sọ fún yín gbogbo bí mo ṣe ń fọ́lọ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀yin sọ̀rọ̀sọ̀rọ̀ wa tí mo ṣe ń fọ́lọ̀ everybody. Bẹ́ẹ̀ là ń bá yín fi ẹ̀mí, à ń bára wa fi ẹ̀mí rin ìrìn àjò yìí. Ẹ jẹ́ mọ̀ pé tí èmi bá fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀, màá máa sọ̀rọ̀ púpọ̀ nípa ohun ti ẹ̀mí tó wà nínú ìrìn àjò yìí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mà.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ṣe ti rí àwa tá a wà nílé àwọn nǹkan wà tí mo ti observe tó jẹ́ wípé nígbà tí mo observe a dẹ̀ fi ẹ̀mí tọ́. Èmi ní àyè ara ni mo máa ń ṣe grassroots awareness tèmi especially inú ọjà lèmi ti máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá
nìyẹn. ẹsẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ̀.
Torí pé ẹ̀rù kọ́kọ́ ò bá èmi.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Ṣùgbọ́n mo wá ṣàkíyèsí wípé tí mo bá ti ń sọ anytime I go to the market I try as much as possible to raise the issue of Yoruba nation. Mo fẹ́ gbọ́rọ̀ láti ẹnu àwọn èèyàn wa and I want to educate them. Ṣùgbọ́n mo rí wípé ṣe làwọn èèyàn wa máa wá ń wò bí màálù bí ẹran. Mo rí wípé tí a bá ti lè fi ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation yẹn báyìí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn tó ti bí wọ́n ti ṣe ń rajà lọ́wọ́ wọn tẹ́tí bá wọn sọ̀tẹ́ wọ́n kàn sá sẹ́yìn ni.
Fear.
Bí ìtàkùn jẹ́ pé wọ́n ti fi kọ́yà fún àwọn èèyàn wa.
N tó ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan náà nìyẹn. Yèyé ọlọ́jà àwọn ẹ̀mọ̀ pa àwọn market women yẹn àwọn market woman leaders yẹn gbogbo àwọn APC àti PDP ti sọ fún wọn pé kò gbọdọ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation nínú ọjà nǹkan sọ fáwa nìyẹn but ẹ go ahead.
Mo kọ́ rí pé báwo ìmọ̀ wá ṣe ń ṣe mí ní gbogbo ọjà tí mo lọ sí. Mo wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fi ẹ̀mí rí kí yìí torí pé torí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá ni èmi gbàgbọ́ nínú agbára àdúrà púpọ̀ púpọ̀. Mo wá fi ẹ̀mí rí kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ kí ló dé táwọn ènìyàn wá ń ṣe báyìí. Bí ìgbà tó jẹ́ wípé wọ́n ti kó ìfún wọn lọ bí ìgbà tó ti kó iye wọn. Ṣé ìdírí ohun tí mo máa sọ gbà ní ibi tí a fi òye ẹ̀yẹ èmi dé nínú ẹ̀mí? Ṣé rí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn máa wà tó jẹ́ wípé wọ́n láìkì ìkíní yẹn pẹ̀lú medical issue fún mi màá ṣàlàyé àwọn tó bá jẹ́ bóyá medical practitioners bóyá ó lè yé wọn dáadáa kó lè ṣe làwọn lọ́yẹ̀ dáadáa. Ṣé ìdírí wọ́n ní tí mẹ́jọ tilẹ̀ ti bá ṣẹlẹ̀ sí yàn bóyá tó wá lùdù speech ẹ̀ bóyá èèyàn ní accident ó wá lùdù speech ẹ̀ nínú accident yẹn. Wọ́n ní tí another major accident bá ṣẹlẹ̀ sí yàn yẹn ó possible kí èèyàn yẹn without any treatment kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ̀rọ̀ padà. Kí shock accident yẹn ó jẹ́ kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ̀rọ̀ padà. Ṣé nǹkan tí mo sọ yé yín?
Ó yé mi.
Ṣé kiri bí a ṣe fi yé mi ni wípé sẹ́rí ọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ dára ìwà ìyẹn jọ ẹjẹ́ ká ti fẹ́ lórí ẹ̀mí kíákíá. Sẹ́rí a fi yé mi pé àwọn èèyàn wa kan wà tó jẹ́ wípé ní ibi tí iye wọn ti ra dé ní nǹkan tá a ti ṣe amúniwúyẹ̀ yẹn níbi tó gbóná dé tó ti ra ìwò pé. Ọ̀sùn tí an opera tó bá wà bóyá tí bẹ́ẹ̀ dára ìyẹn jáde.
Ale trigger kìíní ẹ̀ padà. Ó ti yé mi.
Nígbà yẹn ní ẹwọ́ kó lè tọ́jú.
Okay.
A fi yé mi wípé kò sírú awareness kankan tí a lè ṣe fúrú àwọn èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe rí spiritually. Ó ní lẹ́rù tí oníkálukú wà. Àwọn èèyàn kan wà tó wà spiritually dormant kan tó jẹ́ pé tá a bá ti ṣe nǹkan kan sí wọn spiritually tó ó máa mú wọn pa ni àdádà gbogbo yẹn máa tì wọ́n pa ni. Torí pé kí nǹkan yẹn
Maureen, my sister, Jẹ́kẹ́ proper.
Ó wà very spiritually dormant. Ṣé understand?
Ó yé mi.
Bí àgádà ìgbọ́dọ̀ ọ̀sẹ̀ máa ń mú oníkálukú sí nínú ẹ̀mí ó yàtọ̀ síra wọn. Ṣé rí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn ló jẹ́ pé àgádà ìgbọ́dọ̀ yẹn ti mú wọn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n shoot awareness 1 million kò lè ta ìdè wọn jí. Ṣùgbọ́n ní ọjọ́ tí ọkùnrin ọba ti wà tí ìdíje bá ti wà lórí àwọn ènìyàn tí ariwo yẹn ìdíje wọn máa ta jí ní supernaturally. Ó ti gbà yẹn kí wọ́n àwọn èèyàn yẹn tó lè join struggle yìí kí wọ́n yé nǹkan tá à ń sọ yìí kó tó yé wọn. Ẹjọ́ sà mo fẹ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ lórí mẹ́gàrà yìí wa. Àwọn tá a wà nílé tá a ti gbọ́ nípa tìlí arẹ́jì bí arẹ́jì everywhere. Ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ tí wọ́n rí gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe máa ń sọ sí kásẹ̀ nílẹ̀. Àwọn tó dúró nínú ẹ̀mí tó fẹ́ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa wọ́n ń dúró dè wá o. Activation ni wọ́n ń dúró dè. Báà bá ti activate fún ara àní lè jẹ́ kí wọ́n ṣe nǹkan kan. Wọ́n be able to do anything to help us. Ó ní bàtà bá activate nínú ara. Jẹ́ ní àkókò ìjọ mo tún wọ́n chance láti pè láti sọ ilé yìí. Nínú oṣù August ẹjọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ pé bí 2 months ago mo bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ nípa oṣù kẹjọ ní ìmọ̀ bóyá ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ rántí.
Yes, mo rántí.
Nínú oṣù August yẹn jọ Olódùmarè sọ pé gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá wípé àwọn ń fi ọpẹ́ kàǹkà látọ̀dọ̀ wa ẹbọ ọpẹ́ kàǹkà. Ẹbọ ọpẹ́ mo jókòó mo wá rò kí la lè ṣe ẹjọ́ tó bá ṣe é ṣe suggestion from me. Ẹ̀yin méjì àwọn tó bá ṣe é ṣe kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ọjọ́ kọ̀ọ̀kan ṣe program. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká rojọ́, ẹ má jẹ́ ká sọ ọ̀gbọ̀n. Ẹ kò jẹ́ kí gbogbo èèyàn máa pè wọlé kí wọ́n máa kí Olódùmarè. Ó máa dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ lórí Yorùbá nation kó ní kálukú máa fi ọkọ̀ pẹ́ ẹ̀wọ̀n sí Ọlọ́run tẹ̀yìn méjì àwa bá lè ṣe yẹn ẹni tó bá believe in it. Ṣé bá lè ṣe pé lọ́jọ́ kọ̀ọ̀kẹ́ ìyànjọ́ kọ̀ọ̀kẹ́ jẹ́ kí àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá kọ̀ máa kọ́ ni kó kọ̀ máa dúpẹ́. Olódùmarè sọ pé àwọn ń wá ẹ̀fọ́ ọpẹ́ kàǹkà láti ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá nation. Nínú oṣù Ọgọ́sì yìí tó máa fi kulẹ̀ kó ní kálukú wa náà máa dúpẹ́ nínú ilé wa wípé lọ́wọ́ Yorùbá nation àṣìṣe ọmọ ọlọ́wọ́ gbọgbọrọ tó ń jẹ ọmọ rẹ̀ lọ́fìn ẹlẹ́dàá àwọn àti ayé nípa dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ìgbèrí kó ti gba orílẹ̀-èdè wa fún wa. Ẹ kú ètò sa o.
Ẹ ṣé gan-an.
Ọlọ́run máa fún yín.
Ẹ ṣé gan-an. Thank you. Àmín. Ẹ ṣé gan-an. Thank you so much. And ọ̀rọ̀ tí àwa sọ yẹn a máa ká ètò yìí sílẹ̀ we only have less than 20 minutes. Náà gbogbo yín kọ́ lẹ máa lè ráyè wọlé ẹ má bínú. Ṣe rí ọ̀rọ̀ ọpẹ́ yẹn kò ń ṣe wa ìyá wa ẹnìkan ló sọ gbogbo àwọn tí ó jẹ́ ẹni Ọlọ́run wòlíì Ọlọ́run lọ́tún lósì tó ń pè wá wọ́n ní ọpẹ́ wa láti pọ̀ kódà wọ́n sọ fún wa pé tí mega rally yẹn bá di pé ó fẹ́ wáyé 5 days before that mega rally we must continue to praise and worship. Morimbe, my sister, Ajoke proper, and that also goes with Islamic and our tradition as well. Ìjẹ̀sìnkọ́lá ń bára wa jà ìjà òmìnira. So we will do such kind of program where we will continue to praise and worship. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni I believe in the 3 religions, and there's nothing wrong in that. But we must also remember that we are trying to activate something. Sherry, phone mi kan yìí, iPhone 13 yìí. Bígbà tó ń bẹ̀ mí pé kí n update. Kí lẹ rò pé ó ṣe ń sọ pé kí n lọ update because ó fi activate nǹkan kan míì tí àwọn ti ṣe together. So Intagbedani is a spiritual fight. Gbogbo ilé tá à ń ṣe physical ni. Because kò ń ṣe nísìnyí lọ́sẹ̀ di Nàìjíríà. Wọ́n ti di Nàìjíríà for more than 100 years ago. Gbogbo gbà táwọn òyìnbó ń wá sọ́dọ̀ wa lọ́ ti di Nàìjíríà. Èyí táwa ń ṣe nísìn a fẹ́ gbara wa lẹ̀ ni and it's a spiritual war. àwọn kan tẹ̀ máa ń béèrè pé báwo ló ṣe di pé wọ́n tẹ̀ ní agbára tó fi kidnap wa tó fi kó wa lẹ́rú. I understand, but ìtọ́ mátà fáwọn nísìn ni pé a fẹ́ destroy interlock yẹn, a fẹ́ unlock it, and to unlock it is òun ló difficult jù. So and to unlock it is a spiritual war la wà nínú ẹ̀. Ibi tó ti di Nàìjíríà àwa gan ò lè kódà iyì wa ò gan ò lè débẹ̀, but in táwa lè ṣe ni pé the spiritual aspect of it ni a fẹ́ activate. 5 years ago mo rò pé gbogbo àjọ jókòó báyìí ká máa sọ pé a fẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation, even though we know that there is problem in Nigeria. Ta ló mọ̀ pé kò sí problem níbẹ̀, problem sí níbẹ̀ ní mi sá lọ, problem sí níbẹ̀ ní ìwọ tó wà níbẹ̀ gan tó ń wá bó ṣe fẹ́ sá lọ. So we're just gonna give room for few calls. I'm gonna push you under 1 minute. Push it quickly. And to back pay, sorry, the other line me. I'm like I said, you are getting me very angry, and I don't want to. If you are watching this program and I've told you not to call any other number, only detashin sobe, you are disturbing the Twitter transmission. And you see Twitter, Mulan to go on Twitter, and I'm not using the software. I'm using a mobile phone. Go ahead, caller, because of the time. Ekaro, Abeka son la wa ni sen anyway. Go ahead, please. Any sùúrù mo understand láti máa jáàmù àwọn station ṣé yìí mọ̀ ń pẹ̀ tẹ́ bá mọ̀ ń pẹ̀ ṣe lè lọ ṣe. So ẹni tó bá mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe lè máa jáàmù station tó wà Nàìjíríà ẹ̀yẹn lọ ṣe yẹn. Ìyí táwa mọ̀ ṣe làwọn ṣe ní bíbá. But yes, I understand what you're saying. We need everything. Some people know about how to do it, but wọ́n ṣe ń fọwọ́ lẹ́rọ̀ pé kí àwa lọ ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀. Ìwọ̀nba táwa lè lò òun làwọn fi ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. I mean, we are streaming on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different platforms. Laughing stream, right? And that's why I say don't disturb the Twitter. Because and disturb Twitter. So, but like I said, if anybody knows, technology, I'm a fija. So, but I totally understand what you're saying there, and I hope somebody that is listening will work towards that. Eshegoni, thanks so much. We go to the next caller because of our time. I need to go now, not to, I have a lot of other things to do. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, mo kí gbogbo àwa tí a jọ ń ṣètò náà. Gbogbo náà la jọ ń ṣe o. Àtẹni tó ń sọ̀rọ̀, àtẹni tó ń gbọ́. A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo yín lọ́tùn lósì. Yoruba nation has come to stay. Èlé nẹ̀dẹ́kò kan lélẹ́yìí, ẹ lè negotiate anything lẹ́yìn wa o. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹni sùúrù, bẹ́ẹ̀ bá lọ ń ṣèpàdé kọ̀ọ̀kan nílé Ifẹ̀ kan, ní ọ̀run kan, ní UK kan. Kó máa pa ẹ jẹ́ ń gbé yẹn sínú ẹgbọ́n sókè. Èyí tẹ́ lọ ń ṣèpàdé, ẹ ṣèpàdé tí ẹ má lọ bí ọmọ Yorùbá nú. Ẹ má lọ ẹni sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ẹjẹjẹ ńlá rẹ̀ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ má bínú ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ẹni sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ẹni sùúrù sẹ̀gbọ́n mi ẹjẹ ńlá rẹ̀ tó mo fẹ́ sọ yìí. Ẹ má lọ jókòó sí Ilé Ifẹ̀ kan kẹ́ lọ negotiate lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation o. Ẹ má lọ jókòó sí ibì kan ní palace kan kẹ́ lọ negotiate Yorùbá nation o. Yorùbá nation kì í ṣe àsìkò nàdẹ́kọ̀. Àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá náà fẹ́ lọ a fẹ́ lọ ní o. Ẹ̀gbọ́n sókè.
Lẹ́wọ̀ nǹkan tí àwọn èèyàn ń dúró dè gan-an nǹkan tó ń dúró dè mo ṣe bá àwọn àbúrò mi kan sọ̀rọ̀ kan lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ kò tí ju bí 20 minutes lọ tí mo bá sọ̀rọ̀ a sọ̀rọ̀ gan-an yan up to 30 minutes. Ó ní kan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní pé àwọn èèyàn dúró wọ́n ti dúró pé kọ́ declaration yẹn ní pé àwọn ò tiẹ̀ lè they can't wait. Wọ́n ní because wọ́n ní ọ̀kadà tó ná báńkì pé ìfọ̀ ìdúná sọ́nà ló ti bàjẹ́. Ó ní ìjọbájọ ìkọ̀tún ní gbogbo kílọ̀ṣẹ́ pé jákòndé state ó náà fún àní ẹgbẹ́ wọn kún bẹ́ẹ̀ pé tó bá gun ọ̀kadà wọ́n máa tún sọ pé they are from the gate wọ́n tẹ̀lé sọ English wọ́n ti sọ ọkọ̀. Pẹ̀sọ̀ ọ̀nà wọn ò lè wait báwọn yẹn ti gbọ́ ọ máa rẹ̀ pé abẹ́ni nígbà they are just waiting ní pé kọ́ declare ni kọ́ wá wá ní nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Ọ̀nà mi kàn fún nípa mọ́ ni pẹ̀pọ̀ tí gbogbo wọn plans ń lọ pẹ̀lú náà ábẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀yẹ́ pé kí ni kọjá ìná ti ṣe é sè. Àwọn ní kan lọ information lọ ní underground pé gbogbo àwọn èèyàn náà ti gbéra jù gan so wọ́n ní okay that's good. The second thing the fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀
go ahead quickly because of the time.
mo sanwó sí security because they're always ìbàjẹ́ go for me on but central yẹn wọ́n ti try
ṣe PayPal lẹ́nà try.
Wọ́n ti try central account lọ but go for me ti security every month mo ti expect every month there.
Kí ni problem tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń rí lórí ẹ̀? Kí ni problem so that ká lè àwọn tó ń ṣètò kọ́ lè gbọ́?
PayPal yẹn kò it doesn't recognize my speed.
Bí ẹ ṣọ́ pé kò ń ṣe látọ̀dọ̀ ti yín ẹ ṣe test kẹ́ tún send owó síbò míì kẹ́ wo bí PayPal yẹn lọ gangan. Ṣé ẹ ti try láti try láti send owó sínú another PayPal tó dẹ̀ lọ within the period tẹ́ fi ń ṣe léyìí tẹ́ bá ti ṣe kò ń ṣe dandan ẹ̀ kọ́ sọ pé ẹ ti ṣe. So ẹ kọ́kọ́ lọ test ẹ mọ̀ tẹ́ máa ṣe ẹ test ẹ send £1 sí mi ẹ ní sùúrù ẹ send £1 sí Koiki through PayPal musakalam1@yahoo.com títí Koiki bá lọ then that means pé problem wà títí Koiki náà bá lọ that means pé látọ̀dọ̀ yín ni. So things that it tested láti bò mí because àwọn kan sanwó through PayPal tó lọ at least mo bá mọ̀ sí mi send owó through PayPal and I was not with her orí phone láti ń sọ kódà wọ́n ṣe change the bank card wọn and all that I think I talked about this some few weeks ago some few months back orí phone ni mo àwọn wà níbi táwọn wà ẹ ṣe bá àkọ́kọ́ rí change the password wọn wọ́n add the new card sí wọ́n dẹ̀ sanwó dẹ̀ lọ and that's the mother that somebody is 70 years old plus so like I said it could be a problem from your own end. If another person is having the same issue, please call so that we can also know. But a couple of tests here can to go further. Come out to go into that again.
I'll try that.
Okay.
We
are doing that already. We are telling them. But a couple of since at least any idea and to idea the next thing. I have to let you go because there's another call that is going to come through. Emma Binu. Gbogbo ẹni tó fẹ́ sanwó sí PayPal central account tí ẹ bá ní problem ẹ jẹ́ ká mọ̀ ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ to test another person ẹ lè fi ṣe mi ṣe test ẹ kọ́ send £1 just small money just to test it tó bá lọ sọ́dọ̀ tèmi then there's no reason why it shouldn't go. The PayPal is working. I have used it, people have used it, and there's no reason for us to be worried about it. We're telling them to do some more, especially, and it doesn't have to carry amount of boya US nìkan làwọn tó fẹ́ send owó ọmọ àwọn èèyàn wà ní Asian country tó fẹ́ fowó sínú kẹfà sọ yìí wọ́n wà kódà wọ́n wà Nàìjíríà gan, but the only problem is ẹ̀mọ̀ pé ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà we cannot create one naira account tí federal government máa lọ gbọ́wọ́ lé lórí what I need. So what is being done is at least tó wọ́n yẹn bá lọ sí PayPal àwọn ọmọ bó ṣe máa send owó yẹn sí àwọn ibi tó ti fẹ́ lò. The same thing goes with the security account. So we are just less than 10 minutes away. I appreciate everyone that have stayed tuned with us. I wanted to now use the remaining 10 minutes that I have to talk about kí ni right wa as indigenous people. Because I need right. Àti pé kí ló ń pè ní indigenous people. I've explained that, but I will not be tired to explain it. Indigenous mean pé àwọn ọmọ nílẹ̀. Indigenous peoples and the United Nations human rights system. I'm going to share that article. It's about 1 to 50 PDF. It will not look back to back. Why realize me? Aneto under Human Rights United Nations as omonilu láti ṣe tí a fẹ́ tá ń sọ yìí pé a fẹ́ dá dúró. Kò ń ṣe crime. Ẹ má ẹ kí ìjọba Nàìjíríà máa sọ fún yín pé ètò tó ń gbé ní abroad yẹn crime ni and it's against the Nigerian government. No, irọ́ ló ń pa. Ẹ̀tọ́ wa ni. Kò dẹ̀ ń ṣe àwa nìkan ní gbogbo àgbáyé. Mo sọ fún yín nípa an Australian senator tí ó ń jà fún ìran ẹ̀ pé kí wọ́n lè dá dúró. So kò ń ṣe ìran Yorùbá nìkan. Ṣe rí àwọn òyìnbó ló ti dá problem sílẹ̀ ní gbogbo àgbáyé ló ti change gbogbo tí oríṣiríṣi àwọn ọmọ nílùú tó nílùú gangan wọ́n ti change ẹ̀ mọ́ wọn lọ́wọ́. And we will not be the last country in the world to demand an exit. Bí a ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ lẹ́nìí 10 countries ní kò sí London United Nations. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní passport tiwọn, wọ́n ní currency tiwọn, wọ́n níjọba tiwọn. Government tó bá fẹ́ bá wọn ṣe, wọ́n lè má get it right and perfect, but they are operating. 18 countries ní ayé tá ń gbé yìí. Lẹ́nìí 18 countries ló wà tí wọ́n ṣe government ara wọn without United Nations 18 countries. So don't let anybody tell you that it cannot be done, it is not possible. Àwọn tó dẹ̀ máa ń sọ yẹn is because wọ́n mọ̀ pé tí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá bá dúró kò ní kódà mo ní táwa gan tá a bá délẹ̀ Yorùbá yẹn tí bá commit offence wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe kéèsì mi tó bá find me guilty wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ dájọ́ tófin bá sọ. Kò sí sentiment níbẹ̀. Bó ṣe láti rí nìyẹn. Àwọn kan wà tó jẹ́ pé ọmọ Yorùbá ni wọ́n sí nínú government but àdúrà tí wọ́n ní pé ràlẹ̀ràlẹ̀ nonsense tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà yẹn wọ́n prefer àwọn prefer. There has to be rule of law. Òfin àwọn ní love chat yẹ wàhálà wa máa pọ̀ bí ṣe ń yọ wá lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí thank you so much to all the super chat given to us. Mo ti rí pé ìyá mi ó rà pé pè mí títí lánàá náà ìyá mi Fọláṣadé màá try láti pè ní tá a bá ṣe tán lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí energy tí I established lánàá lórí show Yawa Yeye Dara is the beginning of new thing that a lot of you don't understand. Spiritually ní tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lánàá yẹn is a spiritual thing, and I know the reason why, because Ọlọ́run sọ pé ìrìn àjò yìí òun lòun ní ìrìn àjò but àwa ló gbọ́dọ̀ lò kó dẹ̀ lé gbogbo yàn. So just to as we're wrapping it up, Emma Binu, I would love to take more calls but I can't. I'm just going to go again into indigenous peoples and the United Nations. Kí ló mean? Kí ni I understand by it? Screen tí mo wò ibi bàrí iwájú mi ló wà. Even though mo monitor àwọn ní love chat tó ń wọlé látẹ̀ǹkan àmọ́ tó fi ṣe love chat. So let me quickly give us the background la kàn need. Mo understand pé we need to go to market. Ṣe rí àwọn nǹkan kan wà ẹ máa ṣe lábẹ́lẹ̀ ni ẹ kọ́ lọ sọ́jà bí ìyàwó ṣe pè lẹ́ǹkan yẹn èlò lẹ́ràn yìí ẹ ti kọ́kọ́ sọ I know ẹ̀rù máa ń bà wọ́n sórí pé wọ́n gbà mí wọ́n rò pé bóyá ṣe rí ìbẹ̀rù tó wà ń lé fear yẹn ni pé because government ti gbé fear lẹ́yìn lórí especially Tinubu ti pump owó síta gan tọ́lọ́ ń dẹ́rù àwọn èèyàn ní market but gbogbo yẹn a máa knock it off ó ń súnmọ́ bọ̀ ni nígbà táwọn èèyàn bá rí loudness tó ń jáde bọ̀ wàá mọ̀ pé yes àwọn náà máa dìde. Mo sọ fẹ́yìn tẹ́ wà ní ọjà yẹn pé wọ́n lè gbọ́jà lọ́wọ́ yín because Nàìjíríà máa pín. Tinubu kọ́ ló ní ọjà ìyálọ́jà kọ́ ló ní ọjà gbogbo ẹnu wọn fi sọ tásìkò yẹn bá tó ó máa sá lọ ni. Mo ti pàdé ẹ̀rí ní London ní bíbá nígbà tó wá ṣe event kan Sanusi wà níbẹ̀ ìyálọ́jà tó wọ̀ tí current wọn ni mo sọ. Yes mo rí confam mo bá yẹ picture àti Bọ́lá Ṣàgáyà inú Nigerian High Commission mo wà tí mo lọ cover event kan tó pè mí pé níbo mo wà mo ní mo wà ní Central London kódà wọ́n sanwó iṣẹ́ fún mi níjọ́ yẹn ìyẹn mo ṣe máa ń wọ́n dẹ̀ tẹ́yìn máa ń sọ imagine ẹ ṣe gan ni fún super chat yẹn Mr. Alade how can somebody like Bola Shagaya àti Sanusi èmi dẹ̀ lọ cover event yẹn kódà $10 mo rí gbà jáde nínú rẹ̀ dọ́là ẹni tó gba iṣẹ́ yẹn wọ́n sanwó fóun and I believe her because sister mi ni she does event hosting. So tó bá ní event because wọ́n mọ̀ pé tí bá gbé live people will watch it and I do things ẹ̀mọ̀ kẹ́tẹ́ mi bá ń ṣe media mi nígbà yẹn ìyẹn mo ṣe wà used to the only problem tí mo ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe nísìnyí irú Twitter space kìíní I think I have to start it so that tí bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ program by but because I'm already running a Twitter wọ́n mọ̀ pé tí bá ṣe event tó bá ṣe event tó bá pe Koiki Media right it will circulate quickly and I can give them the image and they can use it. Some of those things are 419 mo sọ fún yín how can Bola Shagaya be somewhere tẹ́mi dẹ̀ lọ síbẹ̀ tí mo dẹ̀ rówó gbà ẹ̀yin dẹ̀ máa sọ pé Bola Shagaya yẹn olówó ni olówó tó ń ṣàánú àwọn èèyàn lólórí burúkú gbogbo wọn wọ́n lè ṣàánú yín. So ẹ sọ fún ìyá ọlọ́jà ẹ ń fẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá ṣeré ẹ ń threaten àwọn ìyá àgbàlagbà nínú ọjà ẹ ń tí ọjà mọ́ wọn pé tá ò bá lọ gba PVC tá ò bá lọ gba kinní kan ẹ fi àjà wọn yan wa but a máa gbé lọ bá ṣe ń gbé lọ yìí until tí mega rally máa fi jáde bóyá ilẹ̀ ní ọjà yẹn ni ẹ sọ we will leave that. So let me go back. I'm just going to read the first part of Rights indigenous people according to United Nations. From what I have here, let me increase it. Even though we have glasses, we should need to increase it. Yes, the right of the indigenous peoples have over the past 3 decades. Tobacco in 3 decades. Mantra kì í ṣe breakdown. Èmi ti gbé ní UK nísìn for 2 decades, 20 years plus. 1998 ni mo ti dé ìlú yìí. UN then sọ fún mi pé in the last over the past 3 decades, láti bí 30 years ago, ọ̀rọ̀ indigenous ṣẹwà first láti comment ní ìyá mi mo ní dárúkọ yín ìyá mi àtàtà bank làwọn èèyàn ti ṣe tán lọ ti retire àwọn lọ́dẹ̀ san tójú wọn rí ní first bank sórí ìwọ tó máa ń rò pé kí Nàìjíríà kó má pín àwọn ìyá wa tó ṣiṣẹ́ ní bank wọ́n mọ tí Fúlàní àtàwùsá fojú wọn rí ní banking sector wọ́n bà banking sector ẹ̀yin máa ń rò pé Sanusi yẹn òun ló bà banking sector lẹ̀ Yorùbá jẹ́ olórí burúkú Sanusi tó ń gbé tàbánì káàkiri yẹn former emir yẹn they are all criminals 419 so mo kíyàn gbogbo ẹ̀yin ìyá wa tẹ̀ ń wò wá ànípẹ́ parí ètò yẹn ẹ lè lọ dáná fáwọn ọkọ yín àtẹmọ yín àtàwọn tó wà ní ìtẹ́ kólúkálukú ṣe so we can go because we spent over 3.5 hours èmi gan náà ní a lot of activities pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ Oòduà àlàáfíà ni àwọn ọmọ Oòduà wà o it's just that when I'm in the studio you probably not hear their sound but when I'm at home then you'll probably hear their sound. But for the time being, I've been operating in the studio quietly because I'm preparing for the declaration. So anything prepared studio, Tamafi, a lot of activities will happen as at that time. So we're preparing gradually, and we still need all your support as well. The right of the indigenous peoples have over the past 3 decades, let's be 30 years, become an important component of international law and policy. Màá share kíní pẹ̀lú yín. Màá share gbogbo ẹ̀, but ó lè má wọ YouTube because of the numbers. Màá wá gbé sí YouTube, but mo ti gbé sórí Facebook. Ẹ̀yin náà ẹ copy ẹ̀. Mo ní tá bá ń ṣe show, ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ máa ní pen and paper because ìyẹn lè máa fi lè máa tackle àwọn ignorant ló pọ̀ jù nílé. Tó ọ̀dà kankan mọ̀, UN gan sọ pé right wa ó ti di tí wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ fi ṣeré, and I'm gonna post that and I'll share this link orí PDF ló wà. Ẹ̀tọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá ó jẹ́ nǹkan tó jẹ́ pàtàkì. Kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Aziz ní Florida. Àwọn yẹn ní tó ń pè ní a dollar shop. Ìjọ tó pè mí lórí video call wọ́n fi shop wọn wọ̀n mi báyìí l'Amẹ́ríkà. Massive. Tó bá débẹ̀ anything $1 bí gbàtà máa ń ṣe £1 wọ́n fi ṣe sí Ìjẹ̀bú Òde ṣé níbi tí terrorist ti ń jíyàn gbé lọ́ máa lọ ṣe síbẹ̀ wọ́n ní Koiki look man n tí mo fẹ́ gbé lọ sí Ìjẹ̀bú lélẹ́yìí but no light because tó bá ń ṣe business ẹ̀ need the internet ṣe rí automated networking oh my tí ó dàgbà yìí tẹ̀ wá lé mọ advantage n tàn sọ pé tí Yorùbá nation bá dúró ó jẹ́ ká máa run business kí n dẹ̀ máa monitor gbogbo owó tó ń wọlé because tó bá sórí moment tí wọ́n bá ti gbé ọjà kúrò nínú shelf computer máa sọ pé ọjà yẹn ti kúrò nínú shelf wàá lè lọ dá padà sínú shelf again. Àwọn tó ń ṣe kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín bàbá wa Wo TV ẹ kú ìgbìyànjú bàbá yẹn tí bá parí ètò yìí nísìn wọ́n tún máa bá mi gbé wọ́n tún gbé broadcast again ẹ̀dá máa dúpẹ́ fún wọn. Èmi ò expect kí gbogbo àwọn media tó wà nílé káwọn máa sọ̀rọ̀ bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ because of their own safety but ẹ fà wá sílẹ̀ tá wà níta ẹ yẹ káwa nọ́ọ̀kì wọn dáadáa bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń bá wa gbé yẹn gbogbo àdèlà máa gbádùn Yorùbá nation ẹ má rò pé àwa nìkan tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ nìkan yẹ mo understand mi Koiki gbogbo nǹkan ló máa ń fún yín lórí show tó bá ti sọ pé ó fẹ́ fóònù báyìí ló máa fún ẹ gbogbo àná la máa gbádùn ẹ so mo kí yín dẹ́ nǹkan sí bàbá wa Wo TV thank you so much for joining us on this program so mo fẹ́ sáré share link PDF yẹn lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí as I'm now winding down àgbà kọ́ mọ̀ because ètò yìí ti fẹ́ tán. Over the past 30 years ni UN ti gbọ́ lọ ti sọ pé indigenous people àwọn ọmọ nílẹ̀ ó ti di ọ̀rọ̀ tí wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ fi ṣeré mọ́ so àwa wá fi ń ṣeré àdẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ fi ṣeré níbi tọ́rọ̀ dé yìí so ẹ jẹ́ n padà sórí article yẹn. It is important that we know this so right wa ẹ̀tọ́ wa là ń jà fún bá Fúlàní jà o but à ń sọ fún Fúlàní pé fẹ́ bá yín ṣe. Fúlàní tó bá fẹ́ wá sínú ìlú yìí a gbọ́dọ̀ gba fingerprint UK government ní fingerprint mi lọ́wọ́ kò ń ṣe pé torí mo jẹ́ criminal ṣèbí mi mọ́ ni mo fẹ́ gbé níbí báyìí èmi tí mo dẹ̀ sọ pé mo fẹ́ gbé níbí báyìí mo gbọ́dọ̀ fún wọn ní fingerprint mi nígbà tí mo ń ṣe ìwé mi 14 years mo sọ pé 14 years ló take mi kán tó fún mi níwèé ẹlòmíì ṣì wà lórí ẹ̀ tó ti rí gbà mo bẹ Ọlọ́run pé ọjọ́ ìní kó jẹ́ kẹ́ rí gbà because ẹni tó bá níwèé nílùú tó bá wà ò lè ní fọkànbalẹ̀ ẹ ṣe gan ni fún super chat ó máa pọ̀ lẹ́nìí kẹ́ẹ̀kẹ́ la rí kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín a ní ìdẹ̀ tó pọ̀ àwọn kan ní wọ́n sanwó fáwọn Yorùbá nation lórí YouTube ìyẹn kọ́ lówó lọ́wọ́ àwọn ọmọ tó make owó lórí YouTube àwọn ọmọ tó yẹ pé wàá máa wọ́ndà nígbà mi pé kí ló máa ń ṣe gan sef àwọn tó ń gbá game tó bá mọ ẹ tó ń gbà lójoojúmọ́ ní every month so àwa ń ṣe nítorí pé ìran wa ni yes YouTube ń sanwó fún ẹlòmíràn ní ẹ̀mí ò gbé kí YouTube mi fún mi lówó no tó bá ní right láti gbà kó gbà ti Facebook nìkan ni mo mọ̀wọ́ ẹ̀ so mo ti fi sílẹ̀ but ti YouTube yìí tó ń rán sọ fún wa àwa náà ní nǹkan tá a fi ń ṣe and I'm doing it mo ní sọ gbogbo ẹni àwọn tí mo ṣe fún mọ̀ èmi ń prepare wọn a fẹ́ destroy Nigeria forget about it mo ń prepare wọn sílẹ̀ níwọ̀n bá tí mi lè ṣe let's go back here because point tí mo fẹ́ ká kóró létí wa lẹ́nìí ẹ gbọ́ sétí dáadáa màá tún padà sẹ́yìn the right of indigenous people ẹ̀tọ́ ọmọ nílùú ó ti di priority fún UN láti 30 years ago kí nìdí nítorí pé ìjà ti pọ̀jù ní gbogbo àgbáyé ẹ rò pé ní Nàìjíríà nìkan ni ìjà ti wà ní mo lọ wo program kan tí ọ̀kan ní kí n lọ wò Solomon Island wọ́n náà máa para àwọn tán táwọn bá gbalẹ̀ wọn wọ́n ní kò ní sí sinmi nílùú yẹn ìyẹn làwọn wá fi ń ṣeré mo kí ìyá mi ọmọ òun mi làṣìṣe mo tún rí yín lórí Facebook ẹ bá bounce wá lórí Facebook ẹ bá ṣe YouTube ṣe Facebook tó tuntun yín lẹ́nu wèrè ní Facebook o ó máa ń and it's because the government knows government àti Facebook àti gbogbo àwọn social network lọ́jọ́ ń ṣiṣẹ́ especially Facebook àwọn Fúlàní náà ṣe gé owó láti suppress wa ẹ wo numbers we have 320,000 followers ẹ wo àwọn tó ń wò because ó jẹ́ kí message yẹn kó dé ọ̀dọ̀ 320,000 yẹn ó mọ̀ pọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń sọ ọ̀rọ̀ tó fẹ́ pín Nàìjíríà ni mo sọ fún yín pé fídíò mi tí mo ní wọ́n fẹ́ bomb Lagos State èèyàn kan send message tó wọnú ibi tó ti ń campaign group presidential candidate bí àti APC ni bí àti PDP ni bọ̀ ènìyàn sọ mo rí ẹ̀ńbẹ̀ wà látà kò ní bàjẹ́ fún ẹ ó tọ́jọ́ mẹ́ta ó dẹ̀ gbúrò mi èèyàn mi nìyẹn tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá ti rí mi wà látà ní kẹ́ kọ́kọ́ pè á sọ ibi tí mo wà tó bá yẹ pé British government gbé mi mo ń ṣeré ni. The right of the indigenous people have over the past 3 decades mo fẹ́ ká máa rántí point ní gbogbo ìgbà. The right of the indigenous peoples elsewhere behind it have over the past 30 years become an important component of international law and policy. Ìyẹn lèmi ṣe sọ pé àwa kọ́ la máa wọ́ọ̀rì bàtà bá declare táwa bá ti declare ẹ jẹ́ kágbáyé máa sọ pé òfin báyìí ló sọ pé a gbọ́dọ̀ declare lè declare àwa kọ́ ní yẹn káwa bá ti declare tí bàbá bá ti nà àsíá sókè tó declare let the international law be dealing with that. ṣé wọ́n ní right ṣé wọ́n ní right ó máa di debate ni ẹ máa gbọ́ debate oríṣiríṣi from different news media across the globe pé what is going on in Nigeria? Some people say they are Yoruba why dẹ̀ ní ṣe wọ́n jẹ́ Yoruba lóòótọ́ wọ́n á ní kọ́ lọ wo record we have been Yoruba before even United Nations fúnra rẹ̀. Let's move further quickly because of our time because at exactly 1 o'clock the program will completely shut down. àgbà kọ́ ọ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan mọ́ ẹ má bínú mo bẹ̀ yín ni gbogbo ẹ̀yin pásítọ̀ wa ni mò ń kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin àfà gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọlé kéwú àti gbogbo àwọn tó ń ṣe PC tẹ́ ẹ̀ fi support wa ẹ farabalẹ̀ gbọ́rọ̀ tá à ń sọ àbáyínjà o. màá tún padà sẹ́yìn without interrupting again now and what I'm gonna do now I'm gonna read it all the way through and then do my analysis on it again. The right of the indigenous peoples have over the past 30 years become an important component of international law and policy. As a result of movement driven by indigenous people, civil society, international mechanisms, and the state at the domestic, regional, and international levels, the United Nations human rights system, its mechanisms, laws, and policies have been at the heart of this development with the bodies such as United Nations Working Group on Indigenous Populations playing a groundbreaking role which is continued by Human Rights Council and its mechanism in cooperation with other key actors, including the United Nations Permanent Forum on Indigenous Issues. One of his main achievements was the General Assembly. But in 2007, there was an adoption of United Nations Declaration on the Right of the Indigenous People, which by 2010 was supported by the vast majority of all the members. So as we are closing the broadcast today, we are doing the right thing, and we will continue to do all the needful. I understand that Nigeria as a country that we cannot break away from, but we are telling you that if it has been done before during the Soviet Union 31 years ago, Soviet Union is as powerful more than Nigeria today. Wọ́n ní sójà tó ju Nigeria lọ, wọ́n ní GDP tó ju Nigeria lọ, wọ́n ní army tó ju Nigeria lọ, but it eventually break away, or some will say it dissolved. Nigeria will be dissolved either by peaceful means or by violent means. But the violence will determine what the government will do for us to activate what will shut it down, just as it was done before in other countries. So, and on that note, the indigenous people have all the legal right backing to say we don't want to be part of Nigeria anymore. We pray for everyone that have been killed in Nigeria since 1960 till date that should not have died. Because if people in this country in their 90 plus, koda iya chaligan of ekoku, at that age, one pamper, one tọ́jú, one funny gbogbo tó yẹ kó, one nurture body yẹn. Àwa wá náà wọn ọ̀dọ́ in their 20s tí wọ́n kú because of kidney problem, because of ẹ̀gbẹ́ dùn wọ́n, kíní kan ṣe wọ́n. People get sick, but it is the duty of the country to revive back the body. Nutrient body máa shut down nígbà míì, but tí ìlú bá dá, ó máa bring it back. And like I said, there's a case study that what being your con that I know very well, ní Louis in the 80s, no, in the 70s, tó ní problem pẹ̀lú throat ní bíbá. Ẹni ẹ̀ máa survive ẹ̀, ó sì wà láyé bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. And the beauty of technology in health, àwọn tó wà ní medical line, improvement ti wà, development ti wà. The technology can make it to save lives. But as we speak today, as Sonny John Cornell reprogramming, the death rate of maternity, maternity, whatever, infant, Google, infant, infant mortality, in Nigeria. Eranti, tan lo statistics in Nigeria nìkan máa sọ ti àwọn ìlú tó kù. As of today, the infant mortality rate death in Nigeria, the current infant mortality rate for Nigeria in 2022 is 56.220 per 1,000 lives. Èmi ò jẹ́ nǹkankan. But why should we allow people to die when we can revive them if we have nurtured that woman as at the time tẹ́ni ẹ bá lóyún? These are some of the reasons why we got to get the hell out now. We have a lot of Yoruba people in Nigeria today that will be ready to save lives, but they haven't got the equipment. Báwo lẹ ṣe fẹ́ ṣe operation tí wọ́n múná lọ? Báwo lẹ ṣe fẹ́ ṣe operation tí kò sóògùn lórí table? Báwo lẹ ṣe fẹ́ ṣe operation tí ẹ fẹ́ operate ẹni yẹn, but need the necessary sterilized equipment? Kábíyèsí Ọlọ́run, ẹ wá ní pé ká má lọ. These are so many reasons why the Yoruba are saying we want to go. Mo kàn ka reason nísìnyí fáwọn tó máa ń béèrè pé àmọ́ reason tá a ṣe fẹ́ lọ. Màá tún kà lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. The current infant mortality rate for Nigeria in 2022 is 56.220 death per 1,000 live births, a 2.57% decline from 2021. The infant mortality rate for Nigeria in 2021 was 57.701 death per 1,000. We can save every lives because we have the capacity. We have what it takes. And those of you that are always saying, but how do we have our own, because you've been brainwashed. Because Nigeria, they were presently, was not designed to help the community. Ṣẹ́rí gbogbo àwọn ilẹ̀ tẹ́yìn kan máa ń wò tó dàbí igbó yẹn tí àwọn Fúlàní kó ra wọn sí nísìn should have been opened up. Àwọn ibìkan máa wà lóòótọ́ tó máa jẹ́ forest reserve. But a lot of places should have been opened up to tourism, to production. Production is very, very important. And when I mean production, I'm even talking about human capacity, where people can be able, mo ní kọ̀ọ̀kan tí máa ń wò lórí Instagram, bó ṣe máa ń ṣe operation farming. I don't know whether I can say, ẹni tó bá parọ́ akúkú ní kìíní ẹ wo ẹ̀jẹ̀ nǹkan náà 1 o'clock náà la máa parí ètò. Ẹ wo bó ṣe ń ṣe farming ní 2021. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n tún lọ wo different things bó ṣe ń ṣe irrigation ẹwẹlẹ nísìn. Need the sound wọn because kò má di pé fídíò ẹnìkan la need. Ẹ wo bó ṣe ń ṣe farming ní 2022 rather. Àwa wá nígbó. Ṣe rí àwọn gbó yẹn wọ́n máa kọ́kọ́ level ẹ̀ láti fi jẹ́ kí tractor ṣiṣẹ́ ni. Òkúta tó bá wà níbẹ̀ gbogbo tó bá wà níbẹ̀ á ti di tó máa level so that tó bá ń ṣe operation pẹ̀lú tractor èèyàn méjì èèyàn mẹ́rin èèyàn mẹ́fà ló máa ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn á dẹ̀ máa produce vast amount of oúnjẹ tá máa gbé lọ sí gbogbo other African country even to export out of Yoruba land. All this thing is doable in tó ti ń ṣe already ni òun lẹ́ ń wò yìí. Ẹ wo this in tó ń pè ní mechanized farming. We are just 7 minutes. And when I finish the program, please, nobody should call me straight away because I need to go and prepare myself, and spend a bit of time with the family, as you all can imagine. Farming, this is what they call mechanized farming in 2022. Let's look at another one. This is doable. But what ṣe ń gbá kíní ẹ̀ láti ilẹ̀, ó ń lọ sínú machine kan, ó ń lọ sórí tractor. Ẹ má yẹ kí wọ́n máa sọ fún yín pé kíní yóò possible. Àwọn tó máa jẹ́ kí ebi má pa wá nìyẹn. À ń bẹ̀ yín ní gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé. Ẹ darapọ̀, ẹ support Yorùbá nation nísìn. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí wọ́n sọ fún yín pé ṣé gbogbo ilé tẹ́ ń rí nísìn kò possible. Ó possible náà ṣe bí tán ṣe ní. Ẹ wo àwọn tractor. Àwa náà lè build the tractor fúnra wa. We have all the components, but àwọn òyìnbó ti rí gbogbo ògo adúláwọ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá pé tó bá jáde tó bá bú tán délẹ̀ báyìí àwọn gan máa sáwá sọ́dọ̀ wa. And that is why we are all running all over the world. Ẹ wo tán pè ní mechanized farming ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi. This is mechanized farming. A ní ilẹ̀, a ní human capacity, but ẹ fẹ́ máa sọ pé èmi ló kàn ló máa ṣe náà kò lè ṣe nothing, kò lè ṣe jack shit. Tinubu cannot do anything. Àwọn kan ní ẹ má jẹ́ ká lọ lose àsìkò yìí, àsìkò wo lẹ fẹ́ lose? Ẹ lè lose anything. We are going to have a nation that everybody will be equal. Àwọn tó ní ká jẹ́ kó lọ ṣe nísìn so that wọ́n fẹ́ máa threaten yín. Kọ́lọ́pàá kọ̀ wá gbéyàn láìsí right. It is all about trying to tell you that káàbá fún Tinubu láyè ìran Yorùbá máa ṣe kíni kò ní move forward. Irọ́ ló bá dé. Everybody knows that. And on that note, we'd like to say thank you so much for the time spent with us. I know it's a long broadcast as usual, almost 4 hours. But at least your contribution and our knowledge, as we continue to say. Next week, we will continue to, I'm not going to be coming out again today, definitely. But to see any reason for breaking news or emergency. So, tomorrow, I'm going to take a time off tomorrow, so you will not see me out tomorrow at all tomorrow. I'm going to be using tomorrow to relax. We might be back maybe Monday in the evening, but for now, at least you have an idea. Tomorrow will be a day for me to relax and reflect as well. But I'll be back Monday, probably in the evening or somewhere around the time like that. So thank you so much. Continue to propagate, the awareness. It's not a time for us to say we are fed up, we are tired. This is a time Don't let Premier League. We can create a Yoruba Premier League. Premier League is not our problem. Arsenal, Manchester, àwọn tó wà níbẹ̀, ayé wọn gbádùn. Tottenham is not too far from me. The most important thing now is the focus on Yoruba Nation. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé, continue to engage with meetings upon meetings. Ẹ mú ní gúrùpù kan, ìwọ náà káwọn èèyàn ládùúgbò ẹ tí o ti gbọ́ nípa Yoruba Nation. Ó ti gbọ́, ẹ kóra yín papọ̀, ẹ máa ṣe pàdé kọ̀kọ̀. Tó bá yá, gbogbo ẹ̀ máa dòdìndín mọ́ra wọn. A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pátápátá nílé àti lóko. Orúkọ mi ni Ọláyọmí Kóìkì tí gbogbo yín mọ̀ sí Kóìkì Media. A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin ìyá wa, ẹ̀yin bàbá wa. I won't be able to mention all the names. It's quite a lot of you, but we appreciate you. But like I said, I'll be back Monday. So you're not going to see the Sunday broadcast tomorrow as long as there is not an emergency or a breaking news. My team are working around the clock. We are planning to go to Osun Festival to cover it. There's also Shango Festival. All your support will also help us, so that you can get all this live feed as well. And on that note, we would play our anthem, even though we played it using our children. We're just about 3 minutes away. Adúpẹ́ fún Ọlọ́run ọba tí ó ń fún wa ní ẹ̀mí gúngùn tá a fi ń ṣe. We love you all, and I say have a very good afternoon and bye for now. Wá forílẹ̀ ibi wá kàgbéga 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 fàlérí. Ìgbàgbọ́ wa ni pé bá ti bẹ̀rù làbọ̀ mọ́. Ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká jọlá. Ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ní kẹjẹ ká máa lépa. Tẹ̀síwájú fọ̀pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára. Ọmọ Oòduà dìde, bọ́ sí ipò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Ìjayà. Have a good weekend. Like I said, I will not be out tomorrow, but I'll be back on Monday evening. Have a very good evening. Stay safe for those of you back in Nigeria, and let us pray for everyone that have died. Bye for now.